Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling, hello and welcome to the throbbing, thrilling, ham and peas, what are you doing, flavoured edition of the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. Listening to the dulcet tones of Maffew, joined as always by the magnificent Ross and the equally splendid Jack.
He's sat on the fence this week.
Oh, I'm just... We're
equally.
All, me and Ross...
Well, last time I said, you're great, and so is Jack. You're like, oh, so Jack's
No,
better.
he didn't.
I'm like, oh,
he
no.
ranks, sometimes he ranks,
better.
sometimes he ranks us.
I
Yeah.
wanted to a Twitter argument.
Joel's here.
Hello, Joel.
Yeah, am I magnificent?
You know you are.
Yes.
You haven't got your hat on.
No, I haven't. I'm going hatless.
You look
for a bit.
naked.
I
No,
don't
Cody
shave my
Rhodes
beard.
have the knee pads on and just like looks more new.
I feel
I like
that
a
when,
little duck.
I feel like that when...
You look like a little duck.
No, you
said
don't
Joel.
like a little...
Without a beard. I don't know.
Oh, you
A
try to
little
shave
duck.
as well.
Do you know what duck is?
Yeah, that's what we're all thinking actually. Yeah, you look like just like a
Yeah.
duck.
They're not hairy.
No.
Well,
I would describe ducks as fuzzy.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I feel like we're all a bit in the wars today. Like, Ross hasn't slept, he said.
Oh, I got cramp in my calf at whatever time in the morning. I couldn't drop back.
Ooh.
You know when it goes and you just leap out of bed.
Yeah, get a Charlie
And then
horse.
it felt like it was going to go the rest of the night, so I just got up and watched AEW instead. I was like, there's no point. I'm not going to sleep. Let's go.
And
the cure for the common insomnia.
I know.
I feel a bit beaten up. I've stretched my back slightly, which is always puts a dampener on your day. And I got an electric scooter into work, and as I was wheeling it out to get on it, the heavy like wheel arch bit went into my ankle bone.
Bloody hell!
I know.
Oh, I'm almost relieved because I had a big vom session yesterday.
Oh, why? What? Hang on. Why is he here?
No. It's because of, again, you know me. I'm lactose intolerant. I say this because sometimes I forget, and it's up to me to check the ingredients on the stuff that I eat from the tasty, healthy restaurant known as KFC.
What did you have?
Vomit.
No. What did you?
It was something with some sauce on.
Yeah.
I looked at the proper chicken. You know, obviously KFC number is very healthy chicken. That sauce will be all right. It's orange.
God, that's really intolerant then. If you're throwing up after just that.
I had it in the evening, and then the next day I woke up and it was just like, oh, you know, your body's like, warning. I'm like, all right, it's coming. But then you like sometimes like, maybe if I ignore it, everything will be all right.
Tell you what, we're making the lads in Blood and Guts look like softies today.
Absolutely,
He's
mate.
banged his ankle. I've pulled my calf, and you've been sick.
Blood and Guts.
Joel's not wearing a hat. we're hard as anything.
I bet they're fresh as daisies today as we record this.
They're running a mile.
Hi.
Yeah, blood and guts. But speaking of, moving on from what was in my toilet, funny thing though, it came up my nose, which I haven't had happen maybe ever. So after I think I look all right. You know, I'm walking outside, pretend to be normal because I'm in biker. I'm still in the top 10, and going,
Wow.
God, it stinks out
Take
here.
that, people of biker.
They know.
Whoa.
Whenever there's a crazy pub fight in Newcastle, you know, I know where it's gonna
Shields
be.
Road.
Yeah.
All the
But-
West End.
Leave me alone. They, I went, God, it stinks out here. Oh, I thought it smelled bad in my room. And it's like, oh, no, it's there. It's
They're
this,
like
isn't it?
Andrew WK, but with vomit instead of blood.
Exactly like that. Thank you. I'm going to run the same
And
page,
we're going to
so-
party hard on this podcast.
Yes. I'm going to hardly part. But yeah, me and Tom have warmed ourselves up, so to speak, because we went to magnificent Stag Do in Edinburgh. We were not affected by the crowd strikes.
I've got a Hall of Fame pick. Let's not.
What?
I've got a Hall of Fame pick.
You've actually got one this week.
It
that makes a change.
It might be
You're
related
all right.
to this. It might be related.
Is this
to
your way of saying you're ill? I've got a
No,
Hall of Fame
it
pick.
might be related to this event. So let's not.
Oh, okay.
Was it
you've
yours
got
as well?
I was thinking about it. I've got a backup.
Okay.
It's
You've got the...
It involves you directly. You are the Hall of Fame.
What?
pick
Mine
this
as
year.
well.
I know what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's got one as well, apparently.
You must have been off your rocker when you did this thing.
Let's not reveal it right now. We'll get there. Anyway,
I don't recall.
where was the stag do? Was it in
I'm not
Newcastle?
telling you anything.
Was it in Newcastle?
It was in Edinburgh.
Oh, lovely city.
Bloody wonderful Edinburgh.
Yes.
Which is bloody beautiful, scenic, and everything else like that. Got up there. We were on the wrong train. Lovely discussion with the train guard who went, no, this is the wrong train. He went, what are you on about? It's 10:53. He says, no, it's the 10:35. That was delayed and only got here at 10:53. I'm like, But he went, I'll let you off because you clearly I've bought a ticket and stuff like that. Okay. We realised afterwards, he probably because he was physically incapable of doing it because of the technical issues. And thank God we didn't like fly out anywhere or do anything crazy like that. So went Edinburgh, magnificent city, did axe throwing, did challenge rooms. First time doing one of them, just like the Crystal Maze.
Yeah. Crystal Maze, funny with Tom, and different kind of crystals.
So just all the drugs now, not just coke, crystal meth as well. The A to Z, Tom Campbell. No one of the rest is like him.
Oh, he's their supplier.
He yells supplies and opens his coat. And then we had some lovely scran in Edinburgh, wander around. We got to recognise, we're looking for someone who got lost and wanted to do some lad at like late o'clock. And what's his name? Did I write it down? Oh, bollocks. I said I'd write it down, but I was very out of it. So, yeah. Some lad said, hey, Maffew from Cultaholic. And I went, yeah, how you doing? And he started singing the song. Shakespeare in Edinburgh. Bastard, I forget your name. I'm really sorry. I would have said more stuff, but we're looking for someone who just wandered off. And I'm just like, oh, this is great. Go away.
I have two messages from people to read out when we get to the NXT section about NXT. So thank you for reminding me about that.
Oh, no
worries,
mate.
Yeah.
So I'm very sorry for getting your name. Hopefully, obviously, no contact here or whatever. But yeah, lovely time had for the two lads from Cultaholic.
Excellent.
Delightful.
Yes.
What's in the news, Maffew?
The news. Hulk Hogan appears at a Trump rally. And lots of people react with, can you believe Hogan did that?
Yeah.
And everyone that's been paying attention to him for years goes, yes,
Yeah.
this is very believable.
That wasn't Hogan, though. That was Terry Bollea, and he's been seeing things, and he just couldn't stay silent any longer. That
that
wasn't
what he
Hulk
said?
Hogan. That's what he said.
Well, the little Chiron said Hulk Hogan. So.
Well, he said with his mouth, I gave you a little slice of Hogan, but this is now Terry.
Look, no slices of Hogan for me right now. God. Also, the big news in WWE contracts this week. Lashley's deal is up within the next month or so. His profile has been added to the alumni section. That's how you pronounce that, right?
Alumni.
Alumni. That's all right.
The Perazzo section.
Yeah, the Perazzo section.
Oh, yay!
He did it.
I can do it if you said it a second beforehand, and I just repeat what you said.
He's and oh, sorry, you weren't finished.
Yeah, Lashley, as well as MVP, and Tamina.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bobby Lashley is reported by Fightful that his deal is up within the next month or so, possibly in the next few weeks. Ditto for MVP. Lashley may not be finished in wrestling or the MMA world either. And he says, yeah, I'm keeping my options open. He's 48 and he looks like he still could do it.
Oh yeah, he
But
looks
what's
the
his
same.
metabolic age, Maffew? That's the real question. All right, he's got the metabolic age of a 24-year-old, I would say.
Knowing about drugs as I do, yes, absolutely. Tamina, bless her, looks like, she's not been on TV for months, at least not regularly. She hasn't been able to wrestle since February 03. I've just done the classic one, sorry. February 2023. Though she has been on TV occasionally in the months that followed. She was in the draft pool earlier this year. And those that Fightful spoke with said it would not be surprising to see her remain a part of WWE in some capacity. She's long been seen as a locker room leader and mother.
Okay.
She has been very motherly in all the pictures you see of her. She always is the mother hen of the situation, especially with the likes of Naomi, Sasha Banks back in the day, with her two little ducklings next to her.
Two Joels.
The two Joels, next to her. But yeah, I think there was rumours came out that she retired a little while ago, so the news of this was a little bit of a shock to me this week.
It'd be nice if she had a retirement match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
Beat Solo Sikoa.
Okay.
Go out on top. Tamina, WWE champion. Woo woo.
You know it.
I bet Bobby Lashley's a weird one since Triple H took over for me. I was saying this to Jack the other day. Was it Jack or Tom?
I can't remember. What was it? What did you say?
Just how his booking's gone meow ever since Triple H got the reins.
Yeah, he seems like a Vince guy, doesn't he, really? Although he didn't, for years, didn't seem like a WWE guy. He left in that cloud of like controversy that no one really knows about in the late 2000s, mid to late 2000s. And then came back, got the Bobby Lashley pop. Won the world title. Maybe twice?
Yeah, twice, yeah.
Twice! And then, it's been various incarnations of the Hurt Business and in and out. And it's been inconsistent, hasn't it? Obviously, the Bray Wyatt missing out on that match wasn't anything. He couldn't have done anything about that, sadly. But yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, but when he was good, bloody hell. What a run on top.
Yeah.
When, even though he was like just big dick heel Lashley, still getting cheered. That menu with fans.
With the lovely ladies.
The feud with Goldberg.
Oh, that was a terrifying time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, thank you for reminding me of that.
When Goldberg's son interfered.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't always good, though. Do you remember when he first came back and we're having the interviews trying to humanize Bobby Lashley?
Ah, yes.
My sisters used to take me into a field and tie me to a tree and beat me with a brush.
Them were the days.
I love my sisters.
And Max Caster was one of his sisters.
That's right.
I
love Max Caster.
Feud with Sami Zayn was an odd one.
I don't love
He
him.
gave Sami vertigo with a delayed suplex.
Yeah, his finish was a suplex.
Delayed, though.
But he did that to G up the crowd as he's doing it, though.
All the
To
blood.
G up the crowd.
It's not
Come
hard.
here. Let me
It's
tickle
not-
your chin, crowd.
It's not hard to get Lashley right, and thankfully they did get him right
Yeah,
eventually,
eventually,
but
yeah.
it took a while. Yeah.
Yeah, have him look cool and beat up everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and MVP, he says he wants to continue wrestling. Hasn't done so in a long time, but bless
Been
him.
getting those stem cells, hasn't he?
Ah.
Stemmy cells. Good, I've heard.
I think there were rumors that they might try and reform the Hurt business elsewhere, possibly AEW, but I don't know how true those rumors were.
I think that's people just jumping to conclusions, isn't it?
like.
Shelton's not there anymore. MVP might not be there. Bobby might not be there. Cedric doesn't even count, the big nerd
He's such a nerd now.
in NXT.
Yeah.
Oh,
Such a nerd.
Trick, I told you to be a nice boy.
I thought he was like a road agent when he appeared on screen. I was like, who's this? Oh, it's Cedric.
God, thank God you said that. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, who's this guy? Right.
Yeah, no, it was Cedric. You can still wrestle.
All right. In news related to that bet we made a while ago, CM Punk's current deal with WWE is close to expiring, which is why he's currently in the process of restructuring his contract with the company.
You owe us a $5.
I can't remember who went. I can't remember who went longest.
6 months, this guy.
Yeah, you went shortest, but I can't remember out of me and Ross who
I went
long.
5+ years, I think, was the...
Oh, you've won. You've won. He wants
Damn
to,
it.
He wants to stay there forever.
Now he behaves.
the source said he wants to stay there forever. Forever.
It's because he wants to be the sous chef, doesn't he?
Yep, he wants to take
wa-
over NXT.
He's got an eye on Chef Michaels' job. I know we love NXT and the way it is for all its weird
a
flaws,
bookman.
but I feel like Punk might be much more better than Shawn Michaels. Sorry if that's blasphemy.
It is.
Okay.
It is. It'd be different, I think is the right way to say it.
Right.
It'd be different to what it is currently.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is perfect.
Okay.
It would be funny if CM Punk carries on and it gets even dafter. Turns out that's what he likes about wrestling. Like when Gunther was asked, "Oh, what do you think about like gimmick matches and stuff like this?" I goes, "Oh, I don't really like to use the weapons and stuff, only if absolutely necessary to do those things." All right, Gunther, what's your favorite match of all time? Oh, Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka.
Is that what he
I
said?
wouldn't do it, but I'll watch them do it.
God, that's everyone's favourite match.
That was one of my Desert Island Graps matches.
absolutely.
Yeah.
With good reason, obviously.
Yep.
JBL didn't like it, though.
Oh well.
He's up in the crowd taking the mickey, even though they're getting bigger reactions than he would ever have. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell you that.
Especially if Triple H wanted to work
Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
Oh.
Matt freaking Hardy. What a promo.
2 words.
Yeah.
Matt
Yeah, because then
freaking Hardy.
afterwards he does that, and he's like, is he mocking Matt Hardy's? What's he do? The the thing with the 3 letters.
Panda.
It's like,
There was one this week.
zero job.
Say those 3 words, Dom. I hate you so much, Liv. I hate you so much.
Vince McMahon forced Jinder Mahal to cut the racist promo on Nakamura.
I believe it. I believe Jinder.
Yeah, Jinder sitting down with the man who's always got a microphone with him, Mr. Chris Van Vliet, to say, hey, remember that time you had to do that? And he goes, yeah, it came from Vince directly. And he was told, you have to say this. And he's like, you know, we're getting a lot of backlash. He goes, no, I'll be fine. It's
Refresh my memory about this promo.
If
If you can on the
don't think we
podcast.
can
no,
say it directly.
No, basically.
I remember it came out of nowhere and everyone went, that's a bit
Yeah.
racist. And
He
it was.
Yeah, it made fun of how Japanese people pronounce certain words, and also referred to Nakamura as Mr. Miyagi, which
Oh
is
my
the last
God.
film Vince McMahon watched. From the
Classic dialogue.
Absolutely, yes. Then did the promo, was not happy with it, and not proud of myself for doing it. I really thought I could take that moment back, but unfortunately I can't. Right when we came back, it got a lot of negative backlash. Coming back from Gorilla, I was still hanging out by Gorilla, and one of the social media managers came up to me and said, hey, this is getting a lot of bad PR, and Vince wants you to tweet something, like a statement. I said, all right, cool. Got something typed up, and then actually Vince changed his mind. He said no.
It must have
Yeah.
just been a miserable place to work sometimes.
It does sound like
Yeah.
a really crap place. And then finally, taking Nia Jax's finisher caused Bianca Belair to piss herself.
What is this?
Yeah. He said it was just a little pish. And he said, this isn't the first time Belair has urinated in the ring. She has seemingly relieved herself on a fairly regular basis when she performed the leg drop. This is the reason she no longer uses the move.
This is
Thank you. This is from First We Feast Hot Ones Versus.
Yeah.
Oh, right. She was on First We Feast.
It was her versus.
I'll probably make you wee yourself
Her
before
versus
this, Joe.
Jade in a hot wing off.
Who won?
Jade
Yeah.
via basketball hoop, if I do believe. I think they drew, and then they had to have a little hey
okay. Good say.
to
I've
see
had
who
that-
won.
that's spicy.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that Jade's better than Bianca at basketball.
It wasn't like proper. It was like, when they go to the arcade and it's just.
Oh, no,
like,
wait, what am I talking about? Jade's massive. She's really tall.
Yeah.
Bailey, she can ball. I remember she had like a challenge once where her and Bianca had to do an obstacle course. And she had, she had to miss her basketball shot, but you could just tell from the way she dribbled.
Yeah,
I was like, she's played before. Pam.
Big old Pam.
Pamela. BBL Bailey.
on that episode, they had Big Montez Ford, come in and say to Bianca, "Who's on your laminated list? What celebrities?" If she didn't answer, she had to eat the hot wing, and she didn't answer. I think that's how it went.
I remember Sasha Banks was on once, and he asked her who her first crush was, and she said Sheamus. Yeah, I know.
Hey,
She's not got a type. I mean, her husband's very different to Sheamus. Anyway, carry on. Well, he is.
yes, yeah, he is.
He's a little.
You're not wrong.
He's a little costume designer, and that's fair. That's fair
You
enough.
costume designer.
Ooh, a costume designer.
Well, he's not old Pepper, is he? God.
Oh, not all Pepper.
Oh, Pepper was panting this week on Raw, wasn't he?
I brought that out in the notes again. I've spoiled it now. I wish I'd held on to that one. Never mind.
Jack, you never spoil anything.
Okay, thank you.
That was the news.
What a wholesome ending to the segment.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Oh, God.
It's the Hall of Fame segment. In condescending order from last week, sniffing a relatively newborn baby's head because it smells like popcorn, 20%.
Well, that can
I'm
only be
shocked.
down to
I'm
the majority have not had the pleasure of
You are right, Ross. You are indeed correct. Not a lot of baby sniffers.
plucking a baby from a pram and sniffing its scalp. I mean, give it a go. Maybe if we do this in 6 to 9 months' time, it might get a different result.
I hate that some lad's going to get arrested and go, Ross told me to, in the police statement.
If you could put it back, obviously, bloody hell.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Phew.
Pick up, sniff, put down.
Another lawsuit avoided. Rock and roll, 36%.
Rock and roll. Yep. I've got no further comment.
Maffew's massive bag of popcorn, 44%. Because there's nothing like what's relatable? Babies' heads, rock and roll, popcorn.
With the help of Joel, big assist from Joel on the slideshow.
Yeah, I don't think it would have won if we didn't see what popcorn looked like.
I definitely agree with
Yeah,
that.
people might have been like, what's... Oh, from the cinema, yeah.
Yeah. Who? Popcorn? My dad ain't called corn. So thank you very much. It was nice seeing in the Slack, going, oh no, I can't believe that one. Oh, in fairness, the other two weren't exactly great picks.
I had to admit that...
The Kavorka of the pair of you.
It's
to
like
not
when-
have anything prepared for Hall of Fame, and then when somebody has got something, you're like, oh, this will never work.
It's like when Greece won the Euros in 2004. None of the other teams were on their game, and Greece snuck in there. Or Leicester's Premier League. Oh, that's an amazing fairy tale and everything, but I think every other team had a bit of a mare that season.
In my defence, I was whizzle-wazzled by my own misunderstanding of the Mongolian dumpling,
Oh, that
which
should
is
have
why I
been.
pivoted to the sniff of a baby's head.
What a segment it was.
It did go on for a while. People
did.
loved it, I think. I didn't read the comments. So now it's my turn for the Hall of Fame pick. I thought I'd go for a bit of a wrestling one this week because I've been reflecting on the amazing stuff we've had this year already. We're not even SummerSlam yet, but so many great things have happened. And for these years, it has been the year of hate. There's been so many amazing feuds, like Hangman and Swerve got a mad-on for one another, which I love. It's a lovely term that no one uses anymore for some reason. I've got a mad-on for ye.
Okay.
Anger boner. I've had lineups and stuff like, now we've got Gunther and Priest. Haha, you are poor. That's been lovely. The Bloodline, whole thing with Cody Rhodes. And Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. I thought it's even better. Now, Liv Morgan's had her career turned upside down almost when it looked like, Raw Women's Division's on its arse after all these injuries that have been very poorly timed. She brought it back because she hates Rhea Ripley so much. She's willing to break up and or shag the Judgment Day.
Well,
I mean, that's a level of hate we haven't seen since Kendrick and Drake.
that was her initial plan, but now she's developed real feelings for Dom. And there's no reason to distrust her.
Well, I
no.
mean, yeah, that segment on Raw kind of killed it because I thought she was going to cry and then immediately
What?
I started laughing.
There was a
But-
Oh, she got her bum out. No, sorry. Sorry.
There was a social media
Sorry.
video add-on where I think she pulled a funny face where she walked back through the curtain. I've
Yeah.
not seen the video
yeah,
myself.
I assumed that was going to be it. But then she went for the crowd. I was like, oh, wait,
Oh,
what?
Matthew. They're saving
Yeah, I
it.
think
They're
they're saving
saving.
it.
There's another twist in this tale.
Yeah, I was going to say, come on now. Like,
Finn's
that
beat
wouldn't make any sense.
shagging Liv. Let's get this clear right now.
Finn?
Let's get it on the table. That's the big turn.
I just.
The big turn on. Ding
That
dong.
one, that one lingered like a bad smell. Thank you. But yeah, just the year of hate. A good old-fashioned hate off.
The year of hate.
Absolutely. Everyone's hating everyone. AJ Styles flying halfway around the world just interfering. Guess.
Yeah.
Let the hate flow
Did
through
you
you.
Hangman
Anakin.
and Swerves continued? Did you mention that one?
Yeah. And I can't wait for that, for the cowboy to start shagging Swerve's mates. Pulling a Liv.
Not Trench.
Yeah, he's got to find them
And
first.
Parker Boudreaux.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the other. Oh, yeah, Trench and Parker was the two,
Yeah,
wasn't
Trench
it?
Parker, yeah. And Nana.
No.
No, would be game.
You know what? Yeah.
Cup of coffee afterwards.
I can see him coming out and going, I faked every orgasm. But thanks anyway, Paige. Appreciate the lift home. You know, yeah, just the 2024, the year of hate. Boogie fighting everybody.
We
Me and
don't
Tom have
know
been
who
fighting
this guy
Boogie.
is, but I know
Oh,
Tom
Is this
mentioned
your
it-
man with the liar tattoo on his face
Yeah.
now?
Tom
Yeah, because, you know, in
mentioned
case
it
he
to me the
says
other
something, he
day.
can look at the mirror and go, oh, yeah, I'm a liar.
Tom mentioned it to me the other day, but I'm not dialed in enough with this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't watching YouTube when he was at his peak.
I
Playing
came-
that character. What's the character called?
I forget.
Oh,
But
yeah, there was
he
mention.
was very recognizable. Still in
Okay.
gifts to this day.
so you're doing the year of hate.
The year of hate.
you wanna-
Logan Paul in Japan.
Do you want to say anything to make it like specific to wrestling, so people don't just think you mean the political climate?
Oh, God, oh, Jesus. First of all, the year of wrestling hate.
Yes. Okay.
Good old feuds.
It peaked with Drew's tweet the other day about Punk. I forget what it was, but I remember seeing that in bed going, oh!
Was it one about his T-shirt?
Yeah. What was the
Said,
second line?
So it was. You know how Punk once said, "I've never needed another man's name on my shirt."
And
to
then,
say-
yep.
And then he has brought out a shirt with Drew's name on it.
Yep.
And Drew tweeted, "That's aged badly. Just like, hey, Cole Cabana, how you doing?" Oh,
Hey-oh!
you can't mention him in it. Hangman made like 1/8 of a reference to him and burned his bridge forever with Punk. So yeah.
Yeah, he's going to sign his contract so he can't be fired. Then he's going to kill Drew McIntyre. The year of hate.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
been a very hateful year.
Yes. Mariah May and Tony Storm, etc., etc. We could go on.
Oh, yeah, Mariah May
But
and
we
Tony
won't.
Storm,
We
cool.
will instead turn to second place. Rock and Roll Jack.
So we have a group chat here, the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
Do you not know what it is?
No.
And
Oh, no. Hurry up, will you?
we have a group chat. We use it to
Pull the
like
trigger.
if we change like the start time of the pod, or if there's any notes to be shared, or you know. And then Maffew on July 19th, which I believe was the day that you were in Edinburgh for Tom's Stag Do.
Last Friday.
Oh, bollocks.
Last Friday, wasn't it? Yeah.
At 7:35 p.m. Update on Tom's Stag Do. It's like being
yeah. surrounded
surrounded by a dozen Toms. First reply from someone who's also in the chat. Tom, Maffew forgot that I'm in the chat too. And then Matthew's reply, which I can't repeat in full. There was a 1 minute gap between Matthew's message and Tom's reply. And I just want to know, I'm only nominating it so I can hear the other half, because we've got the back end of the story.
Well, there's
here.
a picture, isn't there, as well?
There's the picture of
Matthew realising
Matthew
what he's
being
done.
shamed by Tom.
that picture.
He pointed at him, and if you Joel, yeah, you can bring it up if you want. Yeah.
If you
Don't
want.
reveal the swear word though in the chat. You might
Just
have to
the
just bring up
picture,
the
yeah.
picture itself. There we go.
What have I become now that I've betrayed?
Oh no, no, no.
Dead to rights. Yeah. Yeah, I just thought I'd tweet this going, like, because they were all radio people. So they were like, hi,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good to see you. Now, the weather. You know, they all spoke like that and talked about radios and, ooh, isn't the new blah, blah, blah microphone better than
Oh,
that?
I
By
thought you
God,
meant
it is.
because like Tom's relatives were there.
Well, some of them were and some of them are going to be because it's...
You're right.
it's
Okay.
like-
Oh my God, was his father-in-law to be there?
His father-in-law do, and
he is excellent.
Oh,
I
how do you know
love
him?
John. I met him at Tom's engagement party.
Oh, that's right,
Hello,
yes.
John. Oh yes, John. Lovely to meet
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Voice radio, just stories galore, but it was funny because they were all talking with that perfect delivery that I aim for but never get.
Right.
And yeah, but it was just all talking blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, yeah, it's all Tom's radio mates who all have the radio voices. It's funny. It's like Tom was cloned and But it's like Eddie Murphy in The Nutty Professor, who's playing every role. So it was like, oh, I thought I'll just send these to the lads without Tom knowing. Just as a heads up, because obviously you want to blow-by-blow account of what's happening. And a minute later, I'm in the chat too. I'm like, oh. But he was laughing because Tom went, yeah, but it's true. I was like, oh, yeah, sorry, Tom, sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus. And then just like... Well done.
Yeah, at least
he'll never see that in the chat he's in.
At least it wasn't an insult. At least it was quite a neutral thing to say.
You gave him.
It was a lovely time. That's the thing. It was like, oh, I hate this. I hate Tom.
Imagine if he said something awful.
You've given Tom content for his next radio broadcast, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there you go.
Have you ever been in a group chat where he said something like, yeah.
I once.
Some of your best mates have made a complete themselves in front of the family.
I once. No, I don't think I can tell that story. I'll tell it off camera.
Good. Well done, Eden.
Is that when I sent my old boss a message?
No, but it's very similar. I fell out with someone and then sent her a message to my now girlfriend. I'd only just met her.
I think
and
you've
I
told
went,
us so before. Yeah.
seen the state of this? And then it was to the last that I'd fallen out with. And she was like, what? And I just had to own up and be like, that was for someone else. And she blocked me. So yeah, that was good.
We used to have weekly football sessions at the old place.
Oh, not this. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The boss came in full kit. 9 a.m. start.
I thought he went off on his lunch break and came back.
Did he come back?
I think it was he went off into the toilets at lunchtime and came back in full Newcastle kit.
Anyway, I was asking around the office, are you getting changed here? Are you waiting till we get to goals where we were playing at?
Power League.
Was saying like I don't want to forget what I said actually like the quote. But I was
sent it to Michael, who was a lad we worked with.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to look like the boss does. He looks like a bit of a tit basically. And I sent it straight to the boss.
and you need to know how small this original office was. We're on top of each other. We could see him in his full kit.
But literally from just a yard behind the camera, basically. Yeah. And I've sent it straight to him and I've just gone, oh. And I can't remember how I got out of it, but I got out of it somehow.
I think he thought you were just...
I fully believe you're able to get out of this.
I think he just thought you were giving him banter. But...
It was callous. That's the way. It wasn't banter. It was just like, I don't want to look like this.
Yeah, there's just... Wow. So what are we going to name this?
Maffew's hilarious mistake.
What's another word for mistake? We can't think of anything right now. Ross, what have you got for us?
I'm going to go on recommendation of several patrons at Cultaholic, patreon.com/Cultaholic to nominate last week's Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Sitting in the studio live for it, I thought it was one of the worst bits of podcasting I've ever been a part of in 8 years of doing this now.
It was up there.
But a lot of people liked it, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try and nominate last week's Hall of Fame for the Hall of Fame.
For the Hall of Fame, right? There we go. So, as a reminder, what made it so great?
Well, I heard your story about Mongolians using dumplings, like the design of a dumpling so they could easily eat it.
Because we were talking about Cornish pasties before, and Jack brought it up because people just dropped them down, that's why they construct their way. And I went, oh, the Mongolians did that with their dumplings. But hilariously...
I thought it was like a Yorkshire dumpling, not a... that kind of dumpling. So that went one way, and then it went to your popcorn presentation, obviously, which was very much necessary.
You guys loving the fact that, like, Joel, can you bring us up a picture of popcorn? You guys go, why do we need that? Who needs to be showing what popcorn looks like?
I phoned in my pick, I'll be honest with you. Not that you could tell, but I did.
I think you lads used all your energy in the first half of criticising mine. Like, oh no, we've had to do one.
Yeah, and then we went from there to sniffing babies' heads because they do smell a little bit like popcorn. Which I then said to Kayla on the way home, my mum and my girlfriend at the same time. And she said, no, that's dog's paws. You got it mixed up. Dog's paws. Yeah.
Dog's paws smell like...
Apparently dog's paws smell like popcorn. I've never tried that one. No.
I've seen where they go. I'm not sniffing them.
Yeah, I've never sniffed one of the cat's paws because they go in the litter tray with them.
Yeah.
Cats are very clean, obviously. They clean themselves.
No, cat's paws smell like M&M's. Get it right, Joe.
But last week's Hall of Fame, a great bit of podcasting.
Debatable, but if it wins, then you will be right. You and the other patrons.
It's a big week this week. We've come back all guns blazing, yeah.
Yes. That was good. I always bounce back after a loss.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, won't we? This week's Hall of Fame is 2024, the year of wrestling hate. Wrestling hate, not the stuff we have in the real world. Jack's is Maffew's hilarious mistake. Tee-hee-hee. Tee-hee. Is that the picture? Oh, it's gone now. Good. Ross's is last week's Hall of Fame segment, a.k.a. the one with babies' heads and Mongolian dumplings.
And rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
And rock and roll. Yeah. You can vote for any of those by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic.
This week in the wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in...
This week in sports.
The
The Denver Broncos beat the Buckwild Cherry. I don't know.
yes.
The
Oh, bad
Buckwild
time to be a
Cherries.
Buckwild Cherry. This week in wrestling, SmackDown. And I prefer your version. Don't you? Let's have a look. Cody Rhodes opens the show and talks about the Bloodline's attack on Randy Orton. I'm going to pivot slightly because I'm a bit stuck here. Last week, he says Randy was his mentor and now his brother. He's a great friend and not suspicious in the slightest. Cody addresses Solo Sikoa, but Grayson Waller and Austin Theory interrupt. Theory blames Cody for Jacob Fatu attacking him last week. Cody mentions the issues between Waller and Theory, but Waller says Orton got hurt because of Cody. Cody attacks, but they beat him down and send him out the ring. Luckily for them, boxing superstar Terence Crawford is in the front row and gives Cody a chair, which he uses to clear the ring.
He's a very small man. But also, arguably, pound for pound, the greatest boxer in the world today.
Yeah. I only know him from Kendrick's Euphoria.
Right.
Gets name dropped. And I was like, oh, that's that guy.
I mentioned him last year on the podcast because he'd had this match with Errol Flynn and everyone was like, this is the Clash of Titans. We never thought we'd see these two. And I remember you going like, was it close at least? And I was like, no, he destroyed him. And you felt bad for the other one. You were like, oh. Yeah.
I felt bad for Errol Flynn.
Yeah, you did. Junior.
Ah, yes.
Errol, is that him?
Errol Flynn.
I'll Google
Hang
it.
on.
He sounds like a...
Errol Flynn was the great Australian actor.
Awful
Oh, no.
name, innit? Yeah, Errol Flynn.
It's not Errol Flynn at all, is it?
You would have to become a fighter to survive
not-
school.
I'll get you. Terence Crawford versus the original actor to play Robin Hood.
Sorry, Errol Spence Jr.
Even still, Errol Spence.
This week in sports, Terence Crawford
I
fights
challenge you
Captain
to
Blood.
a duel, Terence.
Errol Flynn.
Yeah! We ride at dawn.
Yeah, Errol Flynn was known for having a massive cock.
What?
Allegedly, he could play Chopsticks, the song, on the piano.
Sorry for those listening.
It's not as urban
Matthew
lips.
made quite a motion with his hand.
You play it with that.
Yeah.
So anyway, what do you think of the segment, Ross?
Two big highlights for me. One being the cock. The second being one being Cody Rhodes' very 2009 TNA looking T-shirt. It's like the remember that brand Attribution or whatever it was called.
Oh, Affliction.
Affliction. Thank you very much.
He wasn't wearing a suit, yeah.
He had a very big printy T-shirt on. It was very
It's
2009.
like Joel got his hat.
It is. It looked very different. And also, I liked Theory being confused by the concept of a chair when Cody threw at him at the end of the segment. He's like, huh? What's this? Which gave Cody enough time to do
I did a bit of stalling there.
the running
Disaster
disaster
kick,
kick. Yeah. Good healing there from Theory. As for the segment, it was a nice history lesson on Orton and Cody's stuff from way back in the day, and it was nice to see Waller say, oh, well, Orton got hurt because of you, because obviously Waller's doing the same thing with Theory. A nice bit of juxtaposition next to each other. Yes.
I think so as well. I think it was all right. I saw generally this SmackDown, a lot of people were like, more of this again. It felt like a transition, like a spinning its wheels a little bit, SmackDown, but you're always going to get them occasionally, I suppose.
Yeah, it's also worth pointing out they did 2 episodes of SmackDown.
Oh, they taped? Yes, of course, yes.
So probably that's why they were spinning the wheels.
Because they're in Japan now.
Yes.
Hunter in Japan.
That's me, Triple H, just driving around.
Do you think he's going to try and get a match against like Barber or someone so he can squash them and be like, yes, sir.
Okay, if you've been dead for 20 years, still continue.
Sugar, yes, of course he is.
Yes.
Okay, then
Carol Flynn's
his
still available.
widow then, he'll fight Mrs. Barber.
I thought Mrs. Barber, yeah, that'll be good. I thought, I liked Theory and Waller coming out and go, oh yeah, we got attacked last week, and we blame you, Cody.
Why
for
is
that.
it Cody's fault?
I'm like, okay, because last week it was a bit abrupt. Like, why the tag division getting beat up? But then it's like, oh, I'm gonna blame you, Cody. Oh, all right, at least there's some
Okay.
like week to week stuff there. I'm always happy with the story that goes somewhere. It was also Cody could have Terence hand him a chair and get some social media bits, paid advertising in. Yeah, okay, whatever. I would have preferred if instead of Terence it had been Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot.
Really? Terence
exciting
is
note.
a big star
Yeah, but like, and
in the world of boxing.
Yeah.
And they were in his hometown. They're in Omaha.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but you weren't saying this in 2000 when Arnie was there with Triple H.
You're damn right I wasn't. I was like, get
Exactly.
him.
Or Floyd.
It's the same thing.
But I watched Collateral Damage or whatever crap film he was. Was it End of Days? One of those two. They're both crap. Carmelo Hayes is getting a haircut backstage. He's looking forward to his match with Andrade, who he thinks has no chance of beating him.
Two hoopers, hard in the paint. No idea what either of those phrases mean. I assume one means basketballers, hey, oh.
The paint is
they
where
both
the- yeah.
mean basketball. The paint is the area close to the basket because it's
Oh.
it's
Got-
it's
got paint on
different
the floor,
color to the
yeah.
rest of the court, and usually it's associated with physical battles and elbowing and rah. So there you go.
Like wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't. I don't know what's happened to him. It's like he's been asked to tone down how he was in NXT. I couldn't even hear him at the start. He's going like, yeah, thanks for the haircut, man. Thank you. Like, be more.
Because he's found a new barbers. This wasn't his barber shop, was it?
Yeah, him and Trick used to hang out.
Well,
He's actually being polite, like, cheers, that's not what I wanted.
yeah,
It always takes 3 or 4 haircuts to get the barber to be on speaking terms, doesn't it? Yeah, so maybe in a couple
The
of weeks'
feeling
time.
out process, they call it.
Yeah.
Cody wants to face Theory and Waller tonight, but Nick won't make the match until he finds a tag team partner. Well, that's very well said, Nick, yeah.
Yeah, the board of directors will be on his ass. Nick ass dis. If he makes the world champion face the tag team champions and he's lonesome.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
got to
this
think about.
definitely needed a segment. Yeah, they're
gotta-
definitely spinning their wheels here.
You've got to think about the big money matches, and you got to protect Cody. The
But
board of
Cody,
directors.
there are 2 of them.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a wrestling show.
It certainly is. Andrade beats Mello and gets one step closer to fulfilling his destiny.
I didn't know what else to say. Nothing else really happened after the match, so I just yeah.
I think these two need to run it back and have like a best of 7 sort of thing. That was my overriding emotion after this one here because they work together really well, which is the most shocking thing I've seen in wrestling this week. I'm being sarcastic, everybody. Mello had eyes in the back of his head for a springboard leg drop, which we've not seen for a little while, which was very nice indeed. Andrade was sort of in the ropes, bent over. Very nice maneuver. And there was just a weird bit for me where we see the gnarly dragon screw leg whips from Andrade.
Yep.
Mello sells him by hopping twice and then just runs the ropes.
Yeah, that.
Wee!
It's the one where he landed on Andrade the second time, so I'm like,
You know,
I think he was just getting away from him. Get away from me, you dragged enough screws.
Maybe in football when you clash knees with the opposite winger or whatever, and you're like, and then it's actually harder to walk on it than it is to run. Maybe it was that. Maybe he needs to run it on.
yeah. I've just forgotten what it's like to be an athlete.
I associate you with
You need to
being,
put your full kit on.
I associate you with being more of a target man from Five-A-Side, I seem to remember.
That's just because I couldn't
Back
run
in the
anywhere.
defenders, that-
Look smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
I like these two who work both smart and hard. Yeah, I thought they had, apart from that drag screw moment, they worked well. I like that fact on commentary. Corey can't explain that neither of them are at the top level, but this could help them. Either of them getting a win there. And I think, like, again, the week of sports, there's more realistic approach to it. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend these two of our best athletes here. It's like, no, the rivalry sides have got now going on, but this victory could help one of them.
Well, Andrade was the speed champion.
Whatever you say, mate. Okay. Corey Graves hosts a split-screen interview with Nia Jax and Bayley. Nia says Bayley is a sick old dog who needs to be put down.
Jesus.
Bayley says Nia hasn't aged in 10 years. She injured her.
Sorry, it hasn't changed in 10 years. That would have been a really nice thing to say.
You've
not aged in 10 years. Yeah.
Bloody hell. She injured her in 2017, not because she's strong or vicious, but because she's big, clumsy, and reckless. They argue who will win at SummerSlam. Nia gets angry and storms off. Yeah, this is a no from me. What about you, Ross?
It's a very lazy take from Bayley. It's like when people just say, "Oh, that's Spursy," that because they can't think of anything else to say in football. This would work if Nia Jax hadn't been on the best run of her career. Apparently, receiving plaudits backstage, according to that WRKD source that people sometimes put on their wrestling news. Is it called that? Something like that.
What?
Apparently, she's been receiving praise backstage. Is old Nia.
Oh.
Yeah. By the source was Worked Wrestling.
Yeah, worked.
Oh, okay.
So cool. But yeah, she hasn't been clumsy or reckless this year. So that's egg on your face, Pamela.
I also think, I agree with Ross, and I didn't like it as well because it felt a bit similar to MJF's, I only care about Nielsen ratings, not Meltzer ratings, because Bayley's basically saying, this is a fake sport. You've injured me because you were clumsy in the ring. I'm like,
Right, I'm with
surely
you,
that means
like-
she's really dangerous and scary.
I thought that was really counterproductive to say, you injured me because you're crap. It's like, no, you're crap for getting injured then.
Right.
You're weak, which
At
is
least-
way worse.
At least
Yeah.
when Drew injured Punk in the Rumble, they didn't act like it was some horrible accident.
Yeah.
Drew was like, good. Yeah, good.
How would that even have worked? Like, I'm really sorry for injuring you in a match where I'm trying to hurt you. Like, all right.
I get when a babyface might like accidentally injure their opponent and be sad that they've hurt them rather than just beat them. I get that.
Yeah.
But this felt too close to being real.
I thought it felt very bad.
And like Ross said, she's actually good now.
Yeah, but Bayley sounded like a wuss, and Jax had to pretend to be annoyed at the statement. But no, also Bayley isn't a sick old dog. Like, oh yeah, that's what I think looking at her.
She's younger
Bayley.
than Nia, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in her prime.
Yeah, so I thought it was a bit wank.
Well, she just wants to put her down like a sick old dog. Yeah.
I'm going to kill you, Bayley.
Yeah.
She should have said, you know what, I am really clumsy. Yeah, might hurt you even more.
Strap a mask to your face.
I might clumsily beat you again. Oh
God.
no, whoopsie doodle. But no, she had to go, oh, you, baby, I'll get you. Mate, what?
It is the year of hate. Because Toni Storm she said a similar thing to Mariah.
That was good.
Well,
It was
we'll
very
get to it
good.
later
Yeah, I was
on.
going to say, way better than
I
this.
like that she remembered she was Australian for it. She said it in such an Australian accent.
Do you know Errol Flynn? Earlier today, we see Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair eating hot wings. Oh, sorry. Arguing with Piper Green and Chelsea Green.
Nope.
The
Piper
sisters.
Niven, sorry.
Your Honor.
I know, yeah.
The Green family.
Also, the wings thing was because we talked about hot ones before. They weren't literally
We
in the
know
segment
this is a
eating hot
segment
wings.
people skip to. They listen to the Hall of Fame and then they go to
I can
bed.
see a wrestler like Eddie Kingston or someone kind of promo while eating hot wings and doing really well. With it.
I could see Eddie Kingston loving the Hall of Fame section.
Yeah.
Joe, I love dumplings. Not stuffing a baby, though. They can't decide who gets to meet with Nick first, so Belair wants to settle it in the ring with Chelsea.
Yep.
That is what happened.
It's the battle of who gets to have a meeting
yep.
first.
It reminded me of the perfect days of the Kurt Angle era of Monday Night Raw. This is where we settle things in the ring while having a backstage argument. That's my Kurt Angle impersonation. Oh my God, that truck's worth $7 million.
Ah, great.
No. Me. All this hosts a contract signed between LA Knight and Logan Paul. Knight has already signed the contract, but Logan hesitates. No, he wonders why he should give Knight a title shot. Knight says he's embarrassed Logan several times and even pinned him. And then he minds that. Logan talks about his various accomplishments, but Knight is defined by what he does in the ring, and he hasn't had a defining moment in 20 years. He's nothing more than a gym bro with a catchphrase pretending to be The Rock. Knight says Logan's brother is willing to fight Mike Tyson, but balls don't seem to run in the family. This provokes Logan to sign the contract. They almost fight, but Aldis gets Logan out of the ring, only for him to run back in and attack Knight from behind. Knight almost hits the BFT, but Logan bravely runs away.
Well, first of all, we learned that Nick Aldis is a magician, because last week we were questioning whether Nick Aldis was actually in the office where he claimed to be, or apparently was at the time, and we're asking the question whether LA Knight had forged a signature, because when Chelsea Green went to see Nick Aldis, he wasn't there. Poof, he'd gone. But no, it turns out he was there and he had signed the contract. So poof, he did disappear.
I don't know what's going on, yeah.
Poof.
Very strange.
Didn't like this Logan Paul promo for me. Listen to yourself, Sean, he says. That's his real name.
Oh!
Sean Ricker, I believe it is. Riker? Rickety Riker. Bitty Batsai. I just think this told us all that Logan Paul's losing. I'm putting this together with him appearing with his brother for his brother's fight last weekend without the United States title. Oh. I mean, you wouldn't do that if you're going to keep it past SummerSlam, would you, lads? Come on now. But it just it was basically him saying, I don't need this match or this title. I interview presidents. Your existence is defined by what you do in this ring. I do a lot more. Meh.
I just can't believe he's going to lose in his hometown. That's the only thing that makes me question that.
Maybe Triple H is turning into Vince.
I was going to say. Good.
And also, LA Knight is an Iron Savage because he called Logan Paul Low T Logan Paul.
Low testosterone.
Low T.
If you just look at Logan Paul, that's not true. But fair enough.
Do you reckon he's on the sauce?
Yeah. What? No. Yeah. Well, when he fought, who did he fight? Dylan Dennis, the jiu-jitsu man. I'm sure there was something about dodgy about the drugs testing heading into that.
Something
boxing
dodgy
match.
about everything involving that fight.
Well, that was the same one where KSI fought. Was it Tommy Fury? Or did Jake Paul fight Tommy Fury? I can't remember.
I thought, Jake Paul fought Tommy Fury. Because
That
you
was
got
a
that story
different.
about...
That was a later one.
Oh,
though. There's been
okay.
so many celebrity boxing.
and they all kind of blend together.
What happened to the good old days of celebrity boxing when we were kids? Like that ice skater lass just punching everyone.
Ricky Gervais fighting...
Yes.
Oh, who was it?
Don't know
who he
like
was.
a soap actor or someone, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Like a handsome man. But Ricky beat him. Somehow.
Somehow. I don't know how that worked.
Where are you going? Yeah. He was blowing out his arse.
It's one of those the punches you do when you're fighting someone in a dream.
Yeah.
Anyway. Ellie and I went, hey, Edgelord, which I thought was nice. Logan is mega
Oh, that's
over.
an internet word. Yeah,
It
fair
is.
enough.
Logan is mega over and everything, but he sounded like Mitch Hedberg during moments in this promo.
I
Oh,
thought you were.
he was this comedian
up
who
the-
had stage fright and everything else like that. And he shouldn't have been just a comedy, even though it was fighting against himself doing it. But really funny.
I'll have to search him
I
out.
like escalators because when they break down, they turn the stairs.
It's weird because
That's how he said it.
they don't tell the same sort of jokes, but I get the same sort of vibe from him and Big J Okerson.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, because they've got quite softly split. They're quite drawly, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big J's quite confident. He's
Yeah,
crowd
yeah,
where he's
they're
like,
not-
oh, you're
yeah,
a couple
they're
here
not
tonight, are you? Oh, do you like it deep? That's basically where he goes straight away every time,
my
isn't
God.
it?
Yeah. Right for the jugular,
Sexy
man.
sex stuff, yeah.
Like a hitman. Logan still said stuff that was based in reality, I guess, to get under Knight's skin, and that fits Paul's character, and also gets Knight mad about legit criticism. Lol, remember when Nash said it and Knight mocked him and Nash immediately 180? That was a good time.
Yeah.
I do.
Anyway, LP's defending the title at SummerSlam again. Well done. Third longest US title reign in history, and you've defended Trump more times than the title. I dropped my phone, but I'd break it.
Yes.
It's sensitive,
He's
like
a
my
great
stomach.
guy.
Oh my
I
word.
was saying before the podcast, I'm going to try and get a Trump impersonation that I can't do.
That's your Trump impersonation.
Hang on.
Logan Paul, I always say he's a great guy. I say he's a great guy. I really did that.
He's a great guy.
Good angle. Trump. He can do them all.
He's a
Do you
great
want
guy.
to have a go?
The arm mannerisms are good, but like,
His brother, not so much.
No,
but
'cause
Logan's a great guy.
my impression of Trump is just other people's impressions of Trump.
So is mine. Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
What a brand. SmackDown. No. Oh, God.
That's your Johnny Ace.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard, isn't it? Like,
I love Prime. I had to go on Lucas 8. I said, that's not very good drink, that.
China.
I'm going to take off soon.
We're moving like the Team America doll.
That, like, he's had those little nicknames for people. He's a proper wrestler, Trump.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy
Yeah.
Joe.
Joe.
Again, no, I'm not going to try Trump. Backstage, Santos Escobar mockingly
We missed the match. Did we go through the Chelsea Green versus Bianca match, even though there's not much to it?
I thought that was later.
Is it
Has
later?
It happened
It's happened
already?
before Logan Paul's contract signed.
Not all over the place.
Whoa! We'll get to it when we
Like
get to
my
it.
lunch
Hey,
yesterday. huh?
I remember writing about it.
I thought that it was very
Yeah.
symptomatic of how things at this time were going with the Triple H booking of the ladies, because it was a very short, nothing match
Can I have
again.
can I have
Belair beats Chelsea in about a minute. Piper Niven stares down
it's-
Belair and Jade, but Green
it's in
drags
the-
her away.
that's in the notes.
Alba Fire and Aladon interrupt on the Tron. Now they're tag champs. They have all the power. They'll think about giving Jade and Bianca a rematch.
But I thought
Glad
it
we
was
read that out.
an interesting discussion to be had, because the women's matches, by and large, are getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah, Triple H hates the lasses.
Yeah.
On SmackDown.
Yeah.
And in the tag division. His champions spent the whole week going, we have all the power, but they don't. But they don't. I'm very sorry. But they differently.
They think they have all the power. But they have no power at all.
Burn them at the stake. That's what I say. Bring it back. Wonderful century, 17th century.
People are listening to this going, who are they doing impressions
I know,
of?
I don't know.
Sleepy Joe was born in the 17th century.
He's really old.
You just like doing that.
That's all he
You
does.
know, those action figures, the 80s action figures, I could do one bit of movement. That's it.
Yeah.
He does that. He does.
He does his dance, doesn't he? Christ.
He does it done. Yeah, it was a great segment. It was very a box-kicking match, I thought.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Backstage, Santos Escobar mockingly congratulates Knight for getting a title shot. Knight says he wants to get in touch. Knight says he wants to get in touch. Escobar's mom has his number. Whoa. Oh,
If he wants to, your mom's got my number.
You want to stay in touch,
Because he's
right?
been shagging, right? LA Knight has been fornicating with Santos Escobar.
She's a great lady. No. That's enough for
He
me.
wouldn't
That's
say
enough for
that,
me.
would he?
No.
No, he wouldn't.
Because she's Mexican.
Oh, right, yeah.
Santos says facing him so close to a title
She's
shot
trying to come across the pot. I'm going to stop that.
would be a bad mistake, but he's happy to oblige. Jesus.
It's getting more gravelly.
It looks like those two might have a wrestle this upcoming week. Old Santos and LA Knight.
It's like Triple H's impression of Vince.
Stop it.
Tiff Strats faces Michin in a singles match with Nia Jax interfering from the outside on Tiff's behalf. Bailey runs out to even the odds. Nia attacks, but Bailey hits her with a briefcase before breaking it against the announce table. This distracts Tiff, who gets rolled up even, by Michin for 3.
Machine is becoming one of the most consistent performers they have in the WWE. Whatever they want her to do, whether it be the hardcore stuff with Miss Parker, ooh, Biscotti. She's at the top of the list, obviously.
Yeah.
Or they have her do more like regular single stuff. She rarely wins, but she always puts on a good show.
If she won this one, I was surprised. And I thought, oh no, now that Tiffany's won the briefcase, is she going to lose all her matches now, like they've done in the past?
Yeah. I think, it's just to extend the feud that got going with Nia, which is fine.
Okay.
And I agree with you, Ross. Michin really is the Bronson Reed of the women's division.
Underrated.
Yeah. Do you need someone to extend the feud or a random TV match? Then Rage Against the Michin.
Fair enough.
Sickening Alabama slam on the floor from Tiffy, so it was though. Who, by the way, we forgot to mention again. It was the pink bubblegum by Scene Queen promo package they aired a little bit
Just
before.
before, yeah.
Very ECW, but with a modern day twist. Where where they just put music on top of highlights. More of these. And because that song there, Pink Bubblegum by Seeing Queen, just fits her character and probably should be her entrance theme.
Right.
But they've got this Death Rebel problem. They should
Hers isn't the worst.
fell
I don't-
Death Rebel.
I don't think hers is the worst, but yeah.
Yeah.
I like the little gallop that she does to set up her Alabama Slam. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
Like
The
her
cartwheel.
Oh, yeah, cartwheel, yeah.
Gallop.
But it's without the hands, isn't it? Like, she just does kind of a... She somehow gets her legs above her head and then collects her opponent on the way.
It's supposed to be Gallop, sorry.
Oh, that horse is doing all right, by the way.
Which horse?
So a woman who's like a dressage woman?
Oh, yeah, that's aye. Deserves everything that's
That
coming
was just
in.
a random thing you were saying. Oh, I hope the horse is all right, by the
Don't
way.
laugh at that.
It's
No, I
not-
don't know what the story is, but just that random
Oh,
aside was
I'm
hilarious.
from Bishop Auckland. Horses are 10 a penny over there. Well, we're
Yeah, they
city
are.
boys. Well, I am more or less, but... And horses are mythical almost to me. I've never
Sacred
seen one
creatures,
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sacred.
I'm from the coast.
They shouldn't be made to perform tricks for the entertainment of
The only
human
horses
beings.
I know
No,
are
look, hey.
seahorses, me.
How dare you? I love horses. They're great in those Tesco lasagnas.
They were.
Oh, no.
I didn't see the issue with that personally. What's wrong with eating a horse?
Yeah,
If
'cause
it
they-
dies of natural causes, it tastes nice. What's wrong?
They
If
work
Jack
so
kills it and we have to forced to eat it, you know.
Well, they work so hard for us. They
They
you know,
do.
carry things.
I saw on my Instagram reels this week a set of lads barbecuing a tiger. And if you've never seen
That can't be allowed.
if you've never seen, I'd recommend Googling a skinned tiger because it is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in all
This is
my
quite
days.
upsetting.
I
I don't
forget
like
that.
this.
Like, it's become a recurring bit now. Ross, you're turning into me dad. It's just like, hey, have you seen this? It's the most horrifying thing you've ever seen in your life. My dad's just sharing it while watching Emmerdale.
I bet your dad shares
Have you seen a
lewd stuff, though.
skinless barbecue tiger?
It still had all its teeth and its claws. It looked like something out of a horror film. Anyway,
Hey,
Bailey
Maffew,
allows
have you seen that lad on Cameo who poos?
Naked Martin.
Yes.
Don't use him.
Wait,
but it looks like
what happened to that horse?
So
I
Bumped
don't
into
know.
Naked
About,
Martin.
there's a woman she's stepped down from the Team GB Olympics team. She's like a dressage great. She's an all-time dressage great. She's a great lady, dressage.
Jesus
And a video came out from like 4 years ago, and no one knew what it was at first, but it was just like she had to release a statement saying like it's not how I usually train my horses or like teach my students what to do.
bollocks.
And then it's her like just whipping her horse loads of times, and it's just like,
yeah, I think I
dear
did
me.
see that. Yeah.
It's almost like dressage is an unnatural act to make a horse do.
Should be in the circus, not the mix. Or should be banned altogether. That's what I'm saying. Bailey looks like she has destroyed Tiffany's briefcase.
She has.
So we look like we could be getting a Tiffany handbag in the bank.
Hey!
Oh, that's what it is, isn't it? You're right.
Not the
Must be.
Tiffany briefcase.
Yeah.
That's a thing in real life.
That's good. I've never thought about.
Yeah. That was not an idiot joke, but I'll take it. Thank you.
And I've never thought outside the box like that before. This is why he's the cerebral assassin. I've never thought about changing the type of bag that holds the briefcase. No, sorry, that holds the contract. That's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, Stratton the evil, egotistical heel looked crazy good once again.
If Tyler Bate won it, he'd have that stick with the thing on the end.
I'm here to cash in my jar of marmalade. Oh, wrong bag, sorry.
My last note for this match
God.
was, at least this match was given some time. We're starting to get a bit worried that the booking trend over the last couple of weeks from Triple H. So maybe we're starting to turn already. One match after I raised the point.
Maybe, but I still think it's valid though. Like, no, I get what you mean.
I don't know, even with Nia at ringside, the crowd didn't want to boo Tiff. Nia grabbed Mission's foot, but it didn't look like she was going to win anyway, so no one cared. Bailey destroyed the briefcase. I enjoyed Corey explaining, yeah, don't worry, she still has the ability to cash in. At the exact same time, I was wondering, wait, can you still cash in if it's like a bro? Oh, and he heard my thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, years ago, Lesnar just took it off. No, he was in the
No,
match.
he wouldn't.
Shut up, Ross,
but
you stupid
No, you're
man.
kind of right, though, because he
Yeah.
wasn't booked in the match, but he just showed up and... Yeah, that was a dumb time.
That was annoying. That.
But he had it, and he was playing like that, so... we got a Bloodline promo. Solo wonders who would be disrespectful enough to team with Cody Rhodes. He reminds us what happened to Randy Orton last week and says if you're an ally of Cody, you're an enemy of the tribal chief. Yeah?
Solo says he likes a good mystery, then says, I'm not talking about the mystery of who's Cody's tag team partner will be. I'm talking about who will step up and disrespect the bloodline by teaming with Cody.
So it's the same.
Same bloody
yeah.
thing, Solo, you silly goose. And he also...
Semantic solo.
And he was poking the bear once again. He opens the promo by saying, life is so good when you're the tribal chief on the island of relevancy. We're hammering it up big, so I reckon Roman will come back at SummerSlam.
Howdy ho. Jacob Fatu. Sorry, I was doing like a Billy Connolly thing there, I think.
That's what you're doing.
On a hue. Jacob Fatu. Impressive stamina from him because he spent the whole promo with his arms like that. I thought, wow, he really is a monster among them. No, he was there for it. No, but it was for
Whoa,
ages.
Ross, how are you doing that? Whoa.
Should we time ourselves? Should we try and get to 28
No,
minutes?
no, I don't want to do it. I don't want
It's
to do
only
it.
2.5 minutes.
I don't want
away.
to do it. I don't.
We get a Bloodline promo. Keep it up. Solo Wonders. I've said that bit. Cody's found a tag partner for the main event. It's Kevin Owens. Who else? He and Cody beat Theory and Waller, but the Bloodline come out after the bell. Everybody brawls and the babyfaces get the upper hand. They prepare to put Solo through the announce table, but Jacob turns the tide. Cody gets put through the announce table, and Tama throws Owens in the ring post with a chair around his neck.
Yeah, this got a bit panned because it was very similar to last week, but now it's Cody going through the table. And I get it, but I suppose you have to... No one really believes that Solo's going to beat Cody, so you do have to like make it quite one-sided, I suppose.
Exactly, yeah. Makes sense to me. But very watchable main event. I enjoyed Owens knocking down the Prime bottle, which had more heat than Theory. Then we get the casino-style beatdown on Owens. Hell yeah, new Bloodline. Oh no, I really like the beatdown, man. I love it when people are beating up people.
Jacob Fatu's
great.
brilliant at it.
He's brilliant,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's really good.
It's getting a bit samey though. I think because I've written down it's getting a bit like when the Fiend was during lockdown and Raw seemed to end the same way every week. It is ending with a beat down from the Bloodline every week. Cody's booking as well. Every feud he has, he's very weak in the build, then retains. It's rinse and repeat, but I guess if it's working, why change it?
When
It is working a lot.
When he gets in front of that pay-per-view crowd, he feeds off their energy, you know? He becomes
Adrenaline pulsating through his
soul.
Stop it. Stop it.
Kevin Owens, I thought was fantastic in the match. He was going non-stop, like the clappers
That
around
just
the
sounds
ring.
just said non-stop.
No, it didn't.
Non-stop. He's
Non-stop.
going non-stop.
My brain didn't go that
Oh,
way.
put your non-stop on.
Did I
He's
make
done it.
Yeah.
That's not 28 minutes.
Oh, it's 28. Sorry,
I forgot you're pissing
I'll
blind.
do 28:14. Don't you worry. I'll make up my time. Like a WWE contract. I'll add the time on at the end. Waller got a little bit of offense in, but the former tag team champions made it look very ordinary here, my goodness.
Yeah, they were.
Very ordinary. But it's all about Jacob Fatu. And it's nice to see Kevin Owens' mom's doing better.
Yes.
Not his mom, singular. I said mom's there. He hasn't got two moms.
We knew what you meant.
He's. I know that it wasn't a big surprise for Cody's partner, but I thought it was nice to see Kev back, I suppose.
Yeah, and now he's gone.
God, Ross could make it through the New Japan dojo.
I know. I'm like Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. How long have you got?
About
About
20
20,
seconds.
yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Piece of piss, this.
Good content for the audio.
Jacob what?
Did anything happen on Collision that you want to mention briefly, Matthew?
I thought for Rampage, Tiny Ass Dead Crowd belly yelled Suzuki's chorus when it ended. It's like,
well, they've changed the song
No,
slightly, haven't
the
they?
setting was very good, I thought. It was nice to see the place sold out. It made it feel different from Dynamite, which is a very welcome thing.
yeah. Well done, you. Yeah, Collision started. First of all, we get a new theme song because they want to save some money, not pay Elton John any money. He's got enough.
Yeah.
And actually reading this out, I realised I had a dream about Elton John last night.
Okay.
He was like just on a random street and giving his press conference, I guess, on a street in Newcastle. Then someone threw a smoke bomb at him, and he ran away going, "It's a smoke bomb," because that's how he sounds. Then I will.
Sounds like Vic Reeves. It's a smoke bomb.
Because I thought that doesn't sound like Elton John. The alarm went off for a moment too soon.
I watched a,
Gosh,
I
yeah,
watched a, you know, the relaunch of Vic Reeves' Big Night Out when it like they did it like a few years ago.
Oh, right,
Him and
yeah, I
Bob,
remember
right?
now, yeah.
And it's a one, you know, Novelty Island. Let's
Oh,
take
yeah.
a trip to Novelty Island. And Bob comes out in a Newcastle kit, saying that he's like a striker from like the 50s who played for. he's
Oh,
like,
he did on Shooting Stars, didn't he?
right, did he? The greatest striker.
But
that-
he was a Geordie in, like, I said Atlanta there, the Antarctic.
Yeah, yes.
This
Geordie
one
of
was
Antarctic.
like, I'd like to recreate the goal I scored to beat Stockton-on-Tees.
That's it.
It was just very good anyway.
Yeah, it's good.
Hologram was very good.
Yes, was it with that the theme song change? It was filmed with the entrance
In the
on
background,
hardcam.
yeah.
So it looked very much like TNA. I thought it's a very interesting
Or
thing.
like Cody.
Or like, here comes the pain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, very good. Here comes the pain indeed, because yes, Hologram made his debut. What are your thoughts?
El Gringo Loco. Is there an L there or is it just Gringo Loco?
I think it's just
Gringo
Gringo
Loco.
Loco.
Anyway, it's,
Isn't he a deathmatchy sort of man?
He wrestles a lot in GC Dub.
Oh, right, okay.
He's fantastic. He was a great opponent for Hologram because they wrestled a bunch of times beforehand. I need to stop reading Twitter and get what one person's statement on there and presuming it to be true. No, it wasn't Sammy Guevara, was it? It was bloody Aramis.
Yeah, it was Aramis.
bloody Aramis, eh? But he did stuff I've never seen before, which is always a good thing for a wrestler of that ilk. Because lots of wrestlers can do what Hologram does, but Hologram can do stuff that other wrestlers don't do. So I thought that was my main takeaway from that match. It was an impressive debut. And it feels like the way the debut was treated on the show and the little like teasers beforehand that he's gonna be something. He's gonna be something, kid, yeah. He's gonna make it big in this business, yeah.
Well, when I first saw that it was Amaris, I was racking my brain. I couldn't think. What was the name of the bloke from the Assyrian portal in Chikara? It was like it was something similar to that, and I thought that can't be him, but it wasn't him. It was a Mexican man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to annoy me. It wasn't.
I'm going to find out.
I might get this guy's name wrong. Am I messing that up?
It rang a bell when you said it, so I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Aramis. That might have been whatever. I don't care.
The Assyrian portal
Go on.
was... Oh, man, it's loading slow. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, that was good. It's weird, though, as many people point out, Fenix was also on this episode.
Yeah.
Fenix, the other really, really good luchador who flies around and does lots of crazy stuff. Cool. He's another one.
Yeah.
You're like,
But he did do something different, and he's got a big H that he wears to the ring.
Yeah.
I don't see Ray Phoenix glow in the dark, do you?
isn't it? So he's doing the Arnold Rimmer thing.
Single H? Single H?
Single
hologram?
H, yeah.
Amarsis was the Assyrian
Amarsis,
portal.
thank
and
you.
Ophidian,
Ophidian, that was it. Thank
who
you.
turned heel.
He did. Broke my heart.
Yeah.
The other thing was FTR coming out.
No, look at him. He's a bloody snake.
That is pretty cool. Like a pharaoh and a
Yeah, he's a
snake
pharaoh,
at
yeah.
the same time.
They were such a cool gimmick. FTR Non-Bald vented about having to deal with the charges that weren't
FTR
true.
non-bald.
And how wrestling helped him get through those tough times. Oh, the gun thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like how the tough times are pulling a gun out by your own choice.
Yes.
He
Well,
said
it's America, isn't it?
He said it's not true.
He denies it.
Allegedly, sorry.
He says, no, that's not true. FTR Bald talks about how great those matches were with the Briscoes, because work rate is important. It was a nice promo, but, it's like, how great are we? And we want the Bucks again at Wembley. And I'm like, I hope we're not getting that.
That feels like a bait and switch to me.
I hope so, because it should be Acclaimed versus the
Yeah.
Bucks.
Well, I've done
if the Acclaimed watch the show and go, no, hang on, pal, what have you done?
Yeah.
I've done a video predicting the card, the remaining 8 matches I think will be after the 4 that we've got confirmed, as of us sat here right now. And I was saying triple threat tag team match, because they're not going to have FTR cut that promo then not do it, are they?
Oh, yeah.
And then
Well,
they
exactly.
claimed are the number 1 contender, they should be there.
Yeah.
But then do you have the number 1 contendership match be a triple threat match? It
Yeah,
should just be a
yeah.
one-on-one tag team thing. Yeah.
I agree. You can call hologram asthma as he's taking everyone's breath away. That's the Nigel-ism of the night.
yes.
Nigel-ism of the night. Kevin Von Erich emulated Dustin Rhodes by repeatedly talking about his dad.
Oh, hey. That's nasty.
And the Bang Bang Gang
Really
are
nasty.
faces now.
Really nasty.
So you can all
thing.
shut up. I know what you're saying. Let's go
Really
dog
nasty thing to say about Kevin Von Erich.
Well, whatever.
He lives in a tree and all his siblings died. You give some respect
Yeah.
to that
He
man.
lives in a tree.
He does,
He
aye.
lives on a farm or
He
something,
did
doesn't he?
one interview in a tree, and me and Tom made it a bit of a thing that he lives in a tree.
Kevin Von Erich.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause he's barefoot. Right, okay, yeah. You might have something there. Bang Bang Gang are faces, but they lost cruelly and horribly to the patriarchy. So they are no longer the trio's titles, winners, holders, things, blah, blah, blah.
Champions.
Christian naturally held all 3 belts up, not just because he's the daddy of the family, but in the AEW tradition, Killswitch suffered an arm injury during the match, specifically a partially torn biceps.
But don't worry, because Kip Sabian was stood in the background of them walking through the backstage area on Collision. He's obviously was attacked by them before that. Then this week on Dynamite, we'll get onto later, he had the Michael extracted from him by Nick Wayne. So if they wanted to recruit him as a lost little boy with a dead dad, they could do, and Killswitch can be replaced.
Yeah.
But they can't do the Freebird rule. That's how we got in this situation.
Oh, yeah!
Establish this. Just want to go back and go, you know what? Yeah, let's just do the Freebird
I need to
rule.
re-record that video. that was me clever point.
Silly boy. It's obviously going to be Marco Stunt anyway. Anyway, so yeah, Collision. It was all right if you skip it, I guess. Also, Slammiversary happened. Hendry did not win, and people were pissed. And they noted that Dolph Ziggler and Matt Hardy both won big matches. So it's 2010.
Henry did pin the champion.
But
There you go.
is he the champ?
No.
Who cares?
They must be resigned to him just leaving for NXT when his contract's up.
It seems to be that. Everyone was looking to see, right, what's the finish here? Right, okay, now we know what's happening.
I know that Ziggler would have arrived to win the world title, but you've got the guy who's the most talked about fella in wrestling just about.
Yeah.
You don't put the title on him. That makes no sense.
I think that the other most notable match was Mustafa Ali versus Speedball Mike Bailey for the X Division title. Do you see what happened?
What happened?
So they're in Montreal. Speedball's Quebecois. He's French-Canadian.
That's right.
The match is going really well. And then the finish for me just got a little bit too silly. The ref gets bumped. And Mustafa Ali's like entourage have all been interfering. But Bailey's fighting them off and he's such a brave babyface. Okay.
Bailey's a they.
Oh, sorry about that. Ali goes, replacement ref, get out here. It's Earl Hebner. And he staggers down, bless him.
Monday Night Raw, Gunther opens the show.
But this was the thing, because I think Jordan Grace had teased a big surprise or something, hadn't she? On Twitter before.
It was El Hebner.
No, because obviously the world shut down, didn't it, on the days before the
people
show?
couldn't
So
make it,
flights
yeah.
couldn't be had and whatnot.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think she teased that before the world shut down for a second.
Yeah.
And then
But it is funny just watching Earl Hebner. Big surprise coming.
he's looking a bit unsteady on his feet.
He's in his 70s now, isn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gets in the ring, and Ollie puts on the sharpshooter, and the crowd are like, "Boo! You screwed Brett. You screwed." You'd have been proud of that. And then Earl, like Will Ospreay not being able to hit the Tiger Driver, can't call for the bell, and he's like, "No, I can't do it." Then Speedball gets the sharpshooter locked in, and Hebner's like, and then he taps out, and Hebner's like, "Yay!"
So the three most pushed things were Ziggler, Hardy, and Earl Hebner.
It was the night that Quebec forgave Earl Hebner.
And that's why everyone wanted closure
Yeah.
on something that happened in 1997.
And then Hebner said, "Well, if you like that, I've got thank you Earl shirts." And back on the car.
Before we move on, Christian is in cahoots with the elite. So Christian will get the Freebird rule used with the patriarchy.
Oh, that's a good.
Good save.
I can see the
Good
comments coming,
save.
and that's
Good
what I'll
work,
reply
Well done, and that is true.
with my burner accounts.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Knew it.
burner accounts.
Trump forever.
Oh no.
Gunther opens the show and meant every word he said about Damian Priest last week. He calls Priest a pretender and a wannabe, and says he knows the JD will be involved, but it doesn't matter because they're all street trash. He again tells Priest to come out and hand over the title. Priest arrives and brawls with Gunther as officials try to keep them apart.
The contents of the promo from Gunther was really basic, but the way he delivered it was very, very good. Like, it was basically just, prestige of the sport, you're a bum, you're all bums here, ba 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 ba. But imagine saying a few years ago, the big gunt. No.
I think we can allow that.
Imagine saying he could carry that kind of segment open and raw.
Write it down anyway.
Yeah, just in case. Big Gunther. Imagine saying years ago that he could carry a segment like that the way he did here, because it was very impressive, I thought.
Yes. It's made me a bit worried the Priest's actually going to beat him because it's been very, you're nothing. You can't beat me. So there.
Yeah,
Do you think that Gunther's going to lose? Your boy?
Do you think Gunther's going to lose?
Yeah, do you think?
Street trash.
Okay.
Kidding me? Nah. I've effective
Clip
segment.
that in case he loses. I can't
It's
wait.
not going to happen. Clip it.
I just think that
I think there's more of a chance the way Priest's been turned
Yeah.
babyface over the last few weeks.
And
Clip
Triple
it.
H loves
Clip it
Priest.
good.
And then you've got, if Priest does retain, then you've got presumably the feud with the Judgment Day if they kick him out or whatever.
Yep.
And that's for the belt now, so it's even bigger.
And they sowed the seeds for that right at the start of Raw when the JD were walking in. Scattered them bloody seeds around, so they
Yeah.
did.
I
'Cause they-
want Gunther to win, but I'm a bit...
Nah, the Priest just keeping it warm for him.
Okay.
But did you see the JD walk in with their separate factions within the faction?
Absolutely, yeah, because
You had
Priest
the-
is the good bad guy.
You had the arseholes at the front. Then you had Priest and Rhea, the good friends.
Yeah.
Then you had Carlito on his own at the back.
Yeah. The dick at the back, arsehole at the front. How it should be. Effective segment with Gunther doing the arrogant big mouth gimmick very well, and everyone understanding that he's a bad guy. Please don't cheer for the greatest wrestler in the world right now. He's saying bad things.
Yeah.
Greatest
And the
wrestler
crowd,
in the world right now.
yeah, Gunther.
Whoa. Not Max Caster? He calls himself that.
Not Oberfemi.
You are more on point than him.
Saucy.
You can tell Pat McAfee is the type of guy who yells during a film. Oh, I wouldn't say that to James Bond, pal, because he wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, dear
Yeah.
God.
He kept on like heckling Gunther. And I think Cole at one point even went, you better make sure he doesn't hear you.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take you on. I'm like, can you just calm down?
Since when has he hated Gunther? I thought he was
Some episodes, Pat just gets too excited.
very excited in this
And
one. Yeah.
can you calm down, mate? You're not feuding with anybody.
Can you blame him? He's in the new 2K showcase with his friend, the
dealer. Oh, sorry.
the Iron Chin man.
Yeah, me-
Oh, Buzz Lightyear, IRL.
The one that runs down the ring very quickly in his entrance. It's a good entrance. I know nothing about the guy, but it was a funny entrance.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Then one of his co-hosts said, like, well, no one wants to play as these NXT no-name losers.
I mean,
Oh,
well, I mean, if you don't watch the show, if you watch the show and know who they are,
I know
absolutely.
more
But
about
obviously,
NXT than I know about his pals.
yeah, but they're too. The cool people don't watch NXT.
Yeah, they do.
I'm here. I've got a mullet and a beard. I'm 32.
You're right. You are like the coolest looking.
32 years old nearly. I've got a mullet like an 18-year-old boy.
But that's it.
Clinging on to my youth.
So
Well
did Jey
done.
Uso. It's all right.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, he's in his 40s nearly, I
Yeah.
imagine, probably.
Yeet.
Maybe.
Probably they're all in the 40s, aren't they?
Aye.
Well, the good ones are.
Wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems that way.
They're mature at 40. After the break, Priest continues to attack Gunther backstage, and the brawl spills into the car park. But it's not the NXT car park, so they're both alive.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker beats Ilya Dragunov via referee stoppage to become the number one contender for the IC title. Referees check on Ilya as Braun walks off.
Yeah,
Great acting.
That ended. Sorry, not just that last spot when I think he does hit his head on the apron. Like, Jesus.
Very brutal. And Ilya does a little cross-eyed thing on the floor when the medical people are checking him. I don't know if they were paramedics or not. Can't remember.
Wow. He's like,
I pulled my tongue muscle there.
You all right?
Yeah, my tongue muscle there.
Do you need a paramedic for saying the word paramedic?
Maybe. Paramedic.
I always thought paramedics were called that because they would either parachute or would fly in because that's how it
Like
worked.
paratrooper.
Yeah, paratrooper, right? So no, paramedic's not like that. I'm like,
does it just mean across various medical? Oh, no,
apparently,
that would be pan medic. Oh, I don't know.
pan medic. Yeah, they love all the medics.
Not in a sex way.
Anyway, this match was fantastic. They crammed a lot into 13 minutes. Couple of brutal spots like the front suplex on the ring post surround, the spear out of midair on the floor, which got the thing called off because he did clip his head on the apron. I like the shoot aspects of the match at the very start where Braun just takes him down and Ilya starts doing strikes. I've written down, you can tell they look at each other's dicks in the showers while swinging them vigorously, how they do this matches with each other. Just imagine, can't you? They're both naked and soapy and they're going, we'll go out there this is Ilya, we'll go out there tomorrow and just batter each other there, Braun. And then Braun's like,
I've just noticed Matthew's t-shirt. Is that Shibata getting his brain removed when he...
It was. It was. It was made by. It was made by my good friend of the CCW fan thing, who made a bunch of these. With the CCW Jesus shirt last week. You can't buy these anymore because he's something about stop selling these, please.
Right.
well, from Dave.
Some company, I don't know. Oh, it would be great. Dave said, no, hey, that's that's my BS that I've never gone back on. Never reverted it. Never gone back and clarified. The people know that Meltzer said Shibata's head injury was so bad that he'd take his brain out and put it back in. And he just let that linger.
That is a good t-shirt.
That's
That.
very funny.
Thank you, mate. Well, this was Ilya after this match. Bloody hell.
I know, yeah.
I actually like the little story they're doing with Braun realizing that he doesn't have all the skills, or the knowledge, I should say. He's got all the skills to beat a guy like Sammy. So he took on a guy who's wrestled a bunch of times beforehand and worked a lot smarter. He worked on his ribs, that great barricade spot, to work on that, to carry on the abuse so he could deliver that final spear. I'm like, oh, okay, so he's actually learning, actually telling the story here. I couldn't beat this dude, so I'm going to do some different, actually work smarter and win.
He's got
I didn't even need to
beat
pin him
now.
this time. So I'm like, oh, okay, so he's getting ready for that. I really like this. I like this a lot. Can't go wrong with Breaker and Ilya, the most reliable tandem since Zach and Lisa Dingle.
Yes, he's got to win now. He's got to beat Sammy at the second
That might
time
be a
last
squash match, you know?
Whoa.
Because the story is, Sammy says later on, like, he didn't take me seriously the first time, and now he will do, and he'll flatten him. Yeah.
Have you seen Braun sandbagging Zelina Vega and some sort of... They were doing like either a brand deal or like an up-down thing or something. They're doing a non-wrestling, out-of-character thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're definitely going to win this challenge. They're on two different teams. And she goes, oh, are you doing Steiner math right now? And he goes, well, my name's Breaker, so... Just no sense.
You know what? He must get sick of that.
Yeah.
Like, so he's like, yeah, shut up. Shut up, you divvy. And in the clubhouse, Rhea Ripley tells the rest of the JD to stop playing 2K for a second. They love that game.
It's a
Bloody hell.
It's a free gift.
Yeah.
Bye. She talks about their aims. Nothing there. She talks about their aims for SummerSlam, but Dom wants a private word. He asks about her recent interactions with Jey Uso, but she says she's just messing around.
And sorry, I forgot to mention, and she's seen what he's been interacting with Liv.
I've just been looking at the socials, Dom.
Unlike all the other wrestlers, Shaki watches the show.
Yeah.
Watch the show. That was Roy Keane.
He does. Ballard chimes in and says Dom should take care of Jay. Rhea says he doesn't matter, but Finn accuses her of defending Jay. Rhea says she doesn't see the point of starting a war with Jay. She leaves, but Finn tells Dom. He knows what he needs to do. Shag J.
Yeah, this was Finn taking Priest's role when Priest wasn't there, which is a little thing that's been simmering under there. And he was telling Dom to do the exact thing Rhea just told him not to do. How could it end well?
It's greatly.
They have come
Don't do this. All right, just the complete opposite. Why is Rhea mad with me?
They've come so far since they were Edge's sexy goth friends. They've all got
really
in-jokes and stuff now. They play computer games. It sounds on paper like it's worse, but it's not. It's actually far better.
Yeah. Callum's doing Twitch better than everybody else because he's playing 2K whilst he's on Raw.
Yeah.
So he's getting paid to play it.
Yeah.
Good lad. Backstage, Woods, Maxine, and Otis celebrate Tozawa's birthday. They have a 6-man tag later tonight. Otis approves of the cake.
Brilliant segment.
Okay.
Brilliant segment.
No notes.
Otis like the cake. Maxine's dressed like prime Perry Saturn with a big fluffy hat.
Yeah.
What's not alike?
Okay.
Tozawa was doing squats even though it was his birthday. There's no stopping the guy.
Good.
Really
That
good
is all
segment.
that happened.
Segment, yeah.
Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark interfered to help Sonya Deville in a match with Lyra Valkyria.
It's the closest it's been. The
That was
key was a little bit off.
Valkyria.
Kyria.
Kyria.
Valkyria.
Valkyria.
Kyria.
Valkyria.
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 It's like Valkilmer, sort of.
LV. The Cowie girls try to help on the
Wait,
outside.
no, stop. Valkyria.
Valkyria. That's what I'm saying.
It's just off by it.
How is it not? I'm saying the exact. Say it again.
Valkyria.
Valkyria.
There we
We're
go.
getting
That
close.
was
It's a
it.
little
Nah. I'm not being gaslit by ye.
Valkyria.
Valkyria.
Yeah.
Said that 5
You
times.
bloody haven't.
Valkyria. pal.
Valkyria.
Valkyrias.
You've written it down wrong. It's not Valkyria.
I'm saying like how Cole says it. I realise now.
Ah.
Valkyria
Pass the book, yeah.
from Minnesota. Aye. So, yeah, I am passing the book. Sonya gets the win. What do you think?
You could have forgiven the crowd in Green Bay for not giving a toss about this match the way the lasses have been used in recent times, but they were with them in this match the entire way. It was a good competitive ding-dong. Lyra doing all of her fancy stuff, Sonya getting offense in when she could do, and the two meshed well, I thought, personally.
Yeah.
And you could see Sonya winning just because they are newer. The faction are
Yeah,
newer.
agree with everything you
Shout
said.
out to Green Bay, Wisconsin crowd. The Bay is green, apparently.
That was a brilliant line from CM Punk,
don't know what
wasn't
that
it?
was
Really
about. I don't know
brilliant.
what that was
Is the
about.
Bay actually green?
And everyone went, huh?
Because you said actually it ruined it. I was like, you know,
Yeah.
does the bear poo in the woods? Yeah, that type of thing. It's like, is the bay actually green? It's like, well, no.
It actually depends on the colour of the sky.
Yeah,
Phil.
actually, it's, you know, it's
It could-
named Green Bay doesn't come from the bay being green.
If the seaweed there.
Yes.
I'll tell you, I'm on the brink of buying CM Punk merch for the first time in my life.
Oh, Jack's
He
got
has-
an entire wardrobe to sell you. I think.
Yeah. Larry the dog merchandise now, you know. And I can support Larry. I can give or take Phil, but Larry,
What's the shirt?
it's just like a CM Punk shirt, but it's Larry's head instead of...
Uh-oh, Jack's looks mortified.
The area was visited in 1634
I thought it was breaking news.
by Jean Nic. What are you doing there?
How loud is that? Jesus.
He's found it.
Audio listeners just go, whoa.
There's 2 on offer. I like the white one.
Oh, okay. No. It's me.
There you go.
It's slobbering time.
CM pause. I just like Larry the dog. I think he's a little cutie patootie.
Yeah, that's good. T-shirt.
I don't appreciate the one on the right, trying to make him look like a horror character. But the one on the left I like, because it looks like a messed up little dog, and I like them.
CM pause.
Yeah.
It's not very good, is it?
It's cheesy as out. I'm feeling sick just looking at it.
Green Bay was named La Baie Verte because of the greenish colour of its water.
Oh, so it is actually green.
I don't know. I mean,
But
find
that's-
out.
it can't be right.
Greenish. Oh, you know what?
That's green.
Well, a little bit.
It's Dirty Bay, Wisconsin.
It's not like the brown we get over here in
gonna say,
Newcastle.
right?
Yeah. The brown River Tyne.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
The real Newcastle
Full of
brown
ale,
ale.
isn't it? Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that was a match. I agree with everything you just said, basically, about dogs and shirts and things like that. But it was one awkward moment when Larry Valkyria.
Valkyria. Kyria.
You had to joke.
Syria.
Oh,
Kyria.
yeah, it rhymes with Syria, yeah.
Lyra Valkyria.
Oh, come on.
But with a
man.
K.
It's just being difficult.
Oh, Lyra K Syria.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see Ross's urge to kill me, so I'll move on. But yeah, there's one awkward moment when she goes to gut wrench her, but Sonia's still got her arm round her, so she has to yell, "Get off!"
Get off! Get your arm off me.
Michael Cole introduces the new Wyatt's video. This one is about that witch-like being, in his words. Such a
Delivering the box-like structures.
Yeah.
at the local medical facility. A voice tells Nikki Cross to look at herself. Just look at me. Everybody else lied to her and watched her suffer, but they have been the answer all along. And then she does the loud horror scream that we see in every horror thing.
Yeah. I would not like to be Candice LeRae around this time because she is the lady who ignored and forgot about Nikki Cross.
Yeah. Did Bliss? No, Bliss was her friend.
Bliss was
Yeah,
her
that's
friend,
fine.
Yeah, Candice woman ignored her.
Yeah.
There was that story when Nikki was just walking around backstage and she was trying to be in the family with Indy and Candice. And
Lost
never
child at the supermarket, Nikki Cross. Didn't think it was that good compared to the other ones, but again, the world building, so, and people love these things.
We got the reason. That's what we got there, the reason.
Certainly did. And then we look at this. CM Punk comes out and wants to fight Drew McIntyre, revealing that he cleared for action.
He cleared for action.
He's cleared for action. That's right. Drew heads down the ramp and says he can't wait to tear Punk apart, but he doesn't want to. Punk says, I do, and charges up the ramp, but gets stopped by the refs. Drew says their match is a lot bigger than Green Bay deserves, and taunts Punk with the bracelet. Alan Pearce interjects, announces the match is for SummerSlam, but if either man attacks the other one beforehand, the match is off, and the one responsible is suspended. He also wonders who the ref could be. Seth Rollins arrives. Seth minces down to the ring and says he thrives on chaos, so he's the perfect person to put Drew and Punk in their place. The pair stare at each other with Seth in between.
Yes. Intriguing stipulation.
They're going to redo that SummerSlam from way back in the day, aren't they?
Brett.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
While Rollins is... Because Rollins retweeted... If wouldn't mind going on Rollins' Twitter there, Joel, to show the retweet he did for the referee's attire that he could possibly wear. Someone tweeted him with the referee's attire and he retweeted it, and it's exactly what you think he would wear.
There you go.
We're going to see his nipples, everybody. But yes, here we go. This is the attire we could well see. There you go. Either
That's
option
Michael's.
A or option B.
That's
Got option A?
That's very Sean.
Is that what the place of the other guy was working at? Was that what he was wearing?
Oh, in his full kit.
Nearly.
Anyway.
That's what we could be saying.
Oh no, I can't remember what I was going to say about. I saw a GIF of that moment again recently. Sean having to count the fall for Brett. Something about Brett's reaction is so funny. He just like, yep, there we go. I'm the champion again. So business-like. Do you know exactly what? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, SummerSlam 97.
And he just sort of pushes himself off immediately after the three. He's like, yep, there we go.
It's great. It's so well done, and it's also great going, oh, it's because they did this that we get everything else that happened in the wild, wild west that was WWF 97.
It's so business-like. It reminds me of when Kurt Angle hid the brass knuckles for Regal, and then they do a little handshake afterwards. Just,
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Got the knuckles.
great, it.
Yeah.
And I like the segment, and I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Seth does have issues with both men. Said all that stuff about Punk on the line.
Who's he
And
going to
obviously
count the
wants to-
fall for if they redo
That's it, isn't it? And also, Drew has been battering refs, and he refused to apologise last week.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. And it just makes him madder, going, well, what's this? And I'm pissed, like, well, you're the one who keep on hitting them.
that?
Yeah.
Who does Rollins hate more?
That's it, man.
Punk, doesn't he, surely?
Well, Drew said they just said some angry things to each other on Twitter.
Yeah.
I took his title.
Yeah. Fueled by hate, 2024.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
the question going in.
Backstage, the JD split up to look for Jey Uso. Dom is left on his own and bumps into Liv Morgan. She tells him not to worry about Rhea. Everything's going to be okay. Balor catches them talking and Liv walks off. And of course, Finn's like, what? I'll leave you alone for a second.
Yeah, 10 seconds he was left alone and he was with Liv. But crucially, when Finn arrived on the scene, Liv to walk away. Oh my God. Liv to walked away. Liv walked away. The tension was palpable.
Did you notice as well at the end when Finn goes, Dom, go that way. And then Finn, we don't see which way Finn goes at the end.
Yeah.
He's just still
I've
stood
heard
there.
he can go either way.
I see.
Is that
I
confirmed?
thought he was just an ally.
You told me.
Oh.
What?
Kathy Kelly
He was in the queue
interviews.
at Wembley, was he? Maffew.
Don't say this on the podcast. And if you do, don't do a dodgy impression of me. Kathy Kelly interviews Sami Zayn, who is taking Bron Breakker very seriously. Yeah, I bet. He's breaking it. Oh,
Yeah.
just slightly wrong, mate. He advises Braun not to underestimate because we saw how that turned out at Money in the Bank. Sammy hears a commotion off camera where JD and Kalisto are beating Jay down. He runs over to help Jay, and the heels bravely run away.
JD McDonough owes Samuel Zayn some money the way he was twatted on that briefcase, that road. What's it called?
Yeah, road case?
case. Yeah.
Yeah.
That big thing he was slammed down onto. It was very hard.
Commentators are like, look at him punching that massive head.
Cole loves yelling at him. That Klingon forehead of his.
I was, again, just going back to what I said earlier, I think the way it's been set up with Braun not taking him seriously, apparently, he was doing press-ups in the middle of the match, wasn't he? So I guess you could say that wasn't taking it seriously.
Exactly, mate.
I reckon it will be a squash because it'll be effective because the way Sammy's being booked, the investment with Sammy, the investment with Braun now, I think it's the way to go.
It is almost funny, though, isn't it? Sammy's like, well, if you took me seriously, you would beat me. And Braun's like, yeah, thanks, I will.
Yeah.
So someone's like, oh, I've only got to blame myself there, really.
Triple H hasn't yet, I don't think, done like a big squash, high-profile squash on a pay-per-view. Does
If
he
he's
not?
ever going to do one, now's the time.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening! And the oddities are also there. That was
Yeah.
when they were walking down the ramp together. It's like it's the modern day oddities. Here we go. Otis and his pals.
Karrion Kross and the AOP beat Woods, Tozawa, and Otis. And I actually thought, was this lampshaded by the fact that they were eating cake before a professional wrestling match?
Carb loading, sugar.
Carb
Sugar,
loading
yeah.
before a match.
Well, you do
Right.
before a run, Maffew.
They might
Everyone
have
knows
thought
that.
this was going to go the full. They might have thought this was a Broadway, the full 60.
Full hour.
Yeah.
Hey, if AEW can do it, we can do it.
Tozawa was electric on his birthday with belly full of cake, no less.
saying, yeah.
39 years old he is now.
Is he?
39. There was a lovely F10 after some Torval and Deanage from Cross to Tozawa, which I thought was fantastic. Huge pop for the hot tag of the hometown, bless thy.
Sorry.
For the hometown hero Otis. There was goosebumps watching him do his thing in the ring. I compared it in my own head to Hogan at WrestleMania X8.
Okay.
Just the crowd and the way they were reacting to him doing his stuff. And then Woods obviously loses to the man who's been trying to recruit a man, get him away from Kofi Kingston. So what does this mean for the future? Will Woods turn into an idiot? Find out next week.
We'll tell you now, no. It's rubbish. Every company, every wrestling company since the time began and people started watching it, there's always been one person on the show or a stable or a group of lads who are there and you're like, why are you here?
Wow. Scathing.
And this
It's weird
is
though, 'cause
Karrion Kross.
AOP on their own works.
No issues with that.
Cross with Scarlett should work on their own. He's
Yeah.
a big handsome fella. She's a delightful lady.
She's a handsome fella.
A handsome fella, a dandy highwayman. And it should just work on its own, but the fact they've got them all together and then eyeball Paul's there as well, doing nothing but going
Cashing a
with
check.
his little Michael Jackson glove on with the Hall of Fame rings on the outside. It's too much together.
He's strategizing behind the scenes. He tells them what to do in the match.
It's a Joey
for the
Tribbiani
pin.
trifle. That's what it is. A Joey Tribbiani trifle. Jam,
Yep.
something,
Yep.
cream,
Yep.
beef,
What?
cream.
What? Yeah.
That didn't work, did it?
Yeah, because somebody would eat that.
The Friends fans they'll
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Oh, was it Friends ref? Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, sorry. It's a Rachel trifle that Joey ate because that's the gimmick. He's a muscular man who eats everything but doesn't put on any weight.
So he ate a trifle with beef in?
Yeah, because the pages I think got stuck together in the cookbook.
Oh.
Yeah, she just started making a trifle, but then
And was he all right eating it?
yeah, you say it all.
There's so many food-based
That's
episodes
Joey.
of Friends. There's the screw in the tuna. There's the there's
That's Keenan and
the
Kel.
moist maker. Oh yeah, that's Keenan and Kel.
The moist maker.
The sandwich that his boss takes or whatever.
All right.
I think that's called the moist maker, isn't it?
Yes.
Joel knows.
Yeah,
Oh.
because the secret is the
Keenan
slice
Kel,
of
of course it
bread
is.
in the middle of the sandwich that's soaked in gravy.
Yeah.
That's what makes it.
Okay,
moist.
that I
made
can
it-
get behind.
You've made it sound really English. Soaked in gravy. All about the slime. Sorry.
Because 100% Yorkshire when gravy comes up.
Yeah.
Ah.
Do you like
Chat-
gravy?
Oh, I love gravy.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love
Good
gravy?
lad.
I love gravy. Northern boys love gravy.
I'd have that in a trifle. Chad Gable and the Creeds come out to confront the Alpha Academy. Chad runs them down for losing and offers them one last chance to rejoin him. Otis points out that when things get a little juicy and dangerous, Chad always runs away, just like he did last week, where he abandoned the Creeds in the ring. The babyfaces refuse to join, so Gable commands the Creeds to attack. Otis fights back briefly and grabs Chad, but the numbers game is too much. They prepare to beat him down with chairs, but the lights go out and the Wyatts arrive. Uncle Howdy appears in the ring behind Gable and hits him with Sister Abigail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chad was great here again, going, "Oh, Otis, if you joined me, you would get extra protection from the Wyatt Six, who are attacking everybody." When in reality, Chad will get more protection because he's the only one being attacked, really. A great couple of bumps from Otis in the segment here, one through the ropes, other off the screen in the ring. Uncle Howdy has been eating the meat because he looks swole in his arms, his fleshy arms outside of his clothed torso. Hell of a bump from Chad in a suit. He sort of took it like a pack DDT, the old Sister Abigail. And also, one of the old farts, I forget which one it was, on Twitter, one of you from your Busted Opens. One of those.
That could be any.
They made a good point when they said, why are the Wyatt Six allowed to walk through Gorilla like they are after what they did at the start? Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point, yeah. I'll go with that.
Yeah,
But
that's a good point.
I also like, though, the Creeds not going, oh, the Wyatts. They were like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
Square go.
Freak professional athletes. That's what Chad called them.
Yeah.
Freaks.
The Goths versus the Jocks, yeah. See
Yeah.
it.
It's a tale as old as time.
Ow, Slipknot, come here. Yeah.
But now it's cool like Slipknot, isn't it? Aye.
It's cool to wear a Slipknot t-shirt. I see loads of lasses wearing Slipknot t-shirts. That sounds wrong. I've seen them all walking around. It sounds creepy.
Chad just gone, she hasn't heard Iowa.
I'm not a Slipknot boy.
Oh, you're not?
No,
Alright.
not really. No.
Oh.
I wear a knuckle sandwich for wearing that t-shirt.
Yeah. But yeah, they're doing a good job. It's actually doing 2 storylines at once with Chad, his friends, his new friends, and also the Wyatt Six, and it's blending well.
It's not
like that dodgy sandwich.
I agree, but I can't get over that. I don't want either team to lose, and one of them's got to lose. One of them's got to lose.
Yeah.
Lose. Maybe the Final Testament can beat them both.
Yeah, that's a solution. Pete Dunne arrives for a match with Bronson Reed, but Old Pepper, attacks him before the bell. He brawls with Reed too before sending up Pete for the brogue kick, but Dunne rolls out the ring and leaves. Shaming it on Bronson instead.
You could say old Pepper peppered him.
He did.
He bloody peppered him in the face with a knee. Dr. Peppy.
Professor Peppy.
Professor Peppy, old Peppy, Shamu. Great. He stood tall. The young lads went down. You assume that they're going to get one up on him next week, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's all about Shamu at the minute, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. I was fine with this because I like these guys' matches. Just part of that bruiserweight division we've got going on Raw.
Yeah.
Happy with it.
Pete's got a lot of meat on his plate, though, hasn't he? He's got Bronson. He's got Shamu.
Yep.
He keeps stalking Trick.
Yeah. I don't know why he's
Oh,
NXT.
yeah. Why is he in NXT?
We don't know yet. Figure it out, he says. He keeps saying.
You still haven't figured it out. Shut on! That Aston Villa advert this week was fantastic. You seen it?
No.
Ozzy Osbourne's part of the release of the new Aston Villa home shirt.
God.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, he's,
All right.
he's
Shut
hanging
on!
He's still hanging on. Where's me Predators?
I love Ozzy Osbourne, me.
It's staggering he's still doing stuff like
Yeah.
that, though.
I've started watching the Osbournes
From way back.
way back
Oh,
from episode 1.
You can't find any clips on YouTube. Like that, there'd be like loads of little clips or snippets or stuff like that. I just want to show people on Twitch. There's nothing.
I subscribe to their new subscription service.
Have you seen when Kelly Osbourne?
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Have you seen when Kelly Osbourne made a real tit of herself? It was
That's
so-
every
Can you
episode
narrow that
so
down,
far.
please?
She's talking about, she's on like a talk show in America, and she's talking about, I think Trump wanting to like deport everyone and stuff. She goes like, she thinks she's making a really clever point, but it's so awkward. She goes like, well,
I think I know what
Donald,
you're talking about. Yeah.
if you get rid of all the Mexicans, who's going to clean the
Oh,
toilet? I was
that's it.
like,
Yeah.
why have
Yes,
you done
I've seen that clip.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Sloppy Joe and his
Oh, no.
dirty toilets.
My toilet's very clean.
Cleanest in the land, some say.
Clean to land, buddy.
I wish I could do impersonation.
People are going, I love these impressions, mate. Who are they?
I watch Shane Gillis do it. He makes it look so easy. It's just the same cadence every sentence. Just do that with your hands. It's fine. It's impossible, actually.
Turns out there's talent involved. In the clubhouse, Rhea admonishes the lads for attacking Jay. Balor is sick of being disrespected and reveals that he's managed to get a tag match for himself and JD versus Sammy and Jay tonight. He's also keen to face Gunther next week. Khalila lets it slip that Dom was talking to Liv earlier, so Rhea drags him off to the ring. Oh.
Yeah, what's Carlito doing? The silly goose. Ask
He-
Liv where he was.
Saying one line a week and getting paid.
He constantly puts his foot in it. That Carlito.
Oh, that Carlito. What's he like?
I know.
Aye. But Finn, once again, taking the lead, going against what Rhea said earlier. Going after Gunther for some reason, because he called the JD a joke. I mean, I know he's got friends as Finn, but that seems like a bad maneuver on his part.
Yeah.
Yeah, well said. Sheamus is interviewed backstage and is still confused about Pete Dunne falling out with him. They could settle it with a pint in an old Irish pub or face each other in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And he said who's the real bruiserweight as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like the classic old father who has left the son and doesn't realise he's been an arsehole for doing so.
Oh, you're taking Pete Dunne's side?
Oh, yes.
Sheamus got injured. He didn't leave
He
him.
left the boys. Look what happened to Ridge. That's all because Sheamus left him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he leave?
He was
did he leave or
injured.
did he get injured? Yeah. I was
Yeah,
just
he said,
saying.
"We left."
Yeah,
He
but-
left. He could have come back in the line with them, but he didn't.
You're a bad dad. You got injured.
Old Peppy just went off on his own.
Shock at that.
Oh, that's
No,
disgusting.
but you hang out with Tyler Bate. Embarrass him.
That's his old
No,
friend.
worse than your dad shows up. Hey, you're like, oh, Dad, come on.
If Sheamus was a good dad, he would have kicked Tyler in the face and got rid of him and just stayed with his
No
son.
more jam
If he was
sandwiches for Pete.
Stop hanging out with those badgers. In the ring, Rhea calls out Liv Morgan, but she appears in the crowd instead. Liv says, gorgeous. Men like Dom don't go for women like Rhea.
Now,
They
is
go
the-
for
is-
women like herself.
That's so
And
weird.
she
Is the
shows her ass.
Is
Yeah.
the insinuation there that Rhea Ripley's not a very
I
attractive
know.
lady?
It's not as if everyone.
Well, I thought they were talking about like, American standards of conventional attractiveness,
Right, yeah.
which is, blonde lady with a nice tan.
But it's not like, but it's very much in trend now for goth mommies to be the.
I think that's what this, that's the
I
bit, isn't it?
these
So.
these tops taking over these bottoms, Maffew. I don't know if you've heard about this new phenomena.
And also, Matthew,
Who's your source for all these terms?
Matthew, let us school you on tops and bottoms for a second. No.
We all round this table have very bottom energy.
I don't know about Joel.
No,
Joel's a
that's
bottom.
fair. Yeah.
Joel can't be arsed.
Joe's a verse.
What was I gonna? Oh yeah,
Joel can't be
it was. But I agree with Ross. It was weird because I know that they're not saying Rhea's minging, but you've chosen literally like the person that most people on the internet fancy on the roster to say.
It's
that.
almost like she's the heel.
I get it, but the crowd went like, oh,
Yeah, the crowd have really enjoyed being like a Jerry Springer type
Yeah.
morning. Oh, the thing.
oh, she's got a bum out.
No.
I mean, fair play to Dom in this instance here. Fair play. Credit where it's due for not caving. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Fair play.
Is he not caving yet?
Caving.
Not caving yet.
Well, Rhea tries to go after Liv, but Dom holds her back. He wants to speak to Liv and tells him to say those 3 magic words. So Dom says, I hate you.
I hate you, Liv. You are proper awful. You. I hate you. he goes, switches languages.
You are ruining my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, oh
My
my.
life. Sorry.
What's that street song? Oh my God, I know you're fit.
Oh, fit, but you know it.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God, but you know.
I'm not trying to pull you.
That's it, yeah.
Even
Leave it
though
out.
I would like to. I think you are really fit. You're fit. But my gosh, don't you know it? Leave it out. I just wanted a burger and chips.
Thank you for that. Dom rants at
Dry
Liv.
your eyes, mate.
No. Dom rants at Liv and says she's ruined his life over and over again. Liv tearfully walks away while Rhea licks Dom's face.
Oh, yeah.
Misawa looks on from above, thoroughly sports entertained.
Sorry, I can't. I forgot that I put that in. Sorry. No,
That
I
would
like,
be great, isn't it? Yeah.
no, I like the segment. I don't know why I've been really snarky about it there. I thought it was good.
Michael Cole's reaction was similar to Masawa's. In fact, no, it was the exact opposite. He's looking on, the camera's there, the old desk cam, looking at him. He's just like, she licked him. That's his reaction was.
And someone was, I can't remember who it was. It was Samantha Irvin. Did you see the camera of her reaction? Like, you know how they sometimes release like her reaction to big wins or whatever. Dom's saying that he hates Liv and everything. Samantha's going, no, boo. I'm like, no.
That's not.
Liv's
Have
the
people
heel.
not been watching the show?
Yeah,
Or
she's
they just
awful.
Trying to break up the JD when
Yeah.
Mammy wasn't around.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think some people have forgotten that's the point of it. Liv's being evil.
Yeah.
She's the wrong one trying to split. She's being fake. But I guess just because they've enjoyed the sitcom elements, like, oh, they should get together. It's like, that's not the plot. Which is why I got annoyed when bloody Liv tearfully walked away going, oh. It's like, yeah, you know that, don't you? Like, she can't fall for Dom. That's not what. Then it's getting a bit silly. Then we're losing what the point of the thing was.
Yeah.
But so and thankfully you said on the live thing, on the WWE whatever exclusive. So I don't know. Did they like lose time there and forgot to do it?
No, I think I don't know. I just think that Dom is still going to turn on Liv. Sorry, on Rhea. I think he's
He
still
does
going
that
to.
already.
Yeah, of course he. No, I think he's going to betray Rhea. Do you not think?
I was just trying to find this because there was a little backstage. Just behind the scenes footage before our entrance. Doesn't matter. There was one I saw.
Like too.
There's one I
Or
saw
my
which
friends.
I didn't click on where it's her walking through the curtain after crying and she does something to, I don't know. But yeah, I can't find it. I'll try and have a look in the background.
I
She
still think
plugs
that,
2K.
I still think Dom and Liv are in cahoots.
I
Or
think
Finn. Or Finn.
I
yeah,
think Finn's been. Oof.
But I just don't think they'd ever turn Dom face. He gets too much heat.
He basically is now.
He is face. He's with Rhea. and
He's
she's
the
face.
envy of all of us,
He's
but
gonna,
he's the baby.
no,
yeah.
he's gonna betray her. He's gonna betray Rhea.
Nah.
Yes, of course he is, lads.
No. This, again, is 100% how my grandma used to talk about Emmerdale.
Here we go. I found the video. Extended.
Oh.
I think it's just her crying.
Why does it say foreign? When Liv Morgan's talking.
All right, you stop
Foreign
doing
noise.
these Trump impressions. Bloody hell.
Yeah, he's got the captions on there, and it said foreign.
And it says noise. Liv Morgan's still talking. It's called Extended. Liv Morgan breaks down after Dirty Dom's tirade, Raw exclusive, July the 22nd, 2024. So here she is. She's walking backstage. She's crying. She's still crying. She's still crying. She looks like the gingerbread man, doesn't she?
Yeah. It's a lipstick. Yeah. Eat me.
She's still crying. She's got her hand on the wall. She's about to pass out. Still crying. Hand over face. She's still
Is she
crying.
gonna be laughing? No.
I think it's just. Yeah.
There's nothing extended. That's how it is.
That's how it ends.
Oh, okay. All right, well, this week must be, right, I'm going to get revenge on you. Well, whatever, okay. Losing a bit of it now, but
Dom's turning on Rhea. I swear down.
No.
I swear Dane. Sorry.
I would be severely disappointed if he did.
Oh, I'd love the drama.
I couldn't live with myself,
Then-
actually.
Then it would lead to a Hell in a Cell match, Rhea and Liv. Writes itself.
Dom on a pole.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah.
Go on a poll, yeah.
Backstage, an injured Zelina Vega is interviewed before a match with Zoe Stark and says nothing will stop her.
I'm a bloody Bariqua.
She is.
No can bloody stop me.
But to wrestling fans, especially from Europe, who really are ignorant of the names for various ethnic groups in the Americas, that just made me think, oh, she's in the States. She's one of Savio and all the boys. But I mean she's Puerto Rican.
Ah.
Yeah.
The Cowies and Lyra take out Sonya and Shayna at ringside, distracting the ref and allowing Zelina to hit Zoe with her cast for the win.
Lex Luger. Hello.
I was going with either that or Owen Hart when he had the cast. But I went, wait, so if the padded cast has positives, why is she allowed to wrestle with it on? I said, there's a
know.
bunch of BS.
Yeah, well, how
time.
was she even cleared to wrestle with a broken arm?
Because she's a bloody Bariqua.
Yeah, she doesn't back down.
Zoe with a good arm drop thingy off the top rope, on the top rope from the turnbuckles, trying to hurt the arm even more. Jesus Christ, harm the arm. Zoe again nailed all her offense in the match, where she showcased why she's class, but she lost. So what? Who cares really?
Yeah.
It's like when people praise Roberto De Zerbi for playing tiki-taka football, but he loses. So who cares?
Or Thingy, who was in charge of Bielsa when he was in charge of
yes,
Leeds.
exactly.
Yeah.
Big Sam all day.
Yeah.
This match again, just to counteract the point I made earlier, pointlessly now, the match was given a fair bit of time.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's fair.
that point
you are
lasted
still
one
right.
match. Yeah.
Backstage, Xavier Woods asks Adam Pearce for a singles match with Karrion Kross next week, and he agrees. Drew arrives to complain about Seth being the ref for a SummerSlam match. He knows that Seth and Punk have had some nasty words to say to each other on social media, but he and Seth have actual history. That's good. Drew took his world title at WrestleMania, for example. Pearce tells Drew that next week he and Punk will receive Seth's official referee instructions for their match. Drew's confused, and Pearce needs to get pissed.
It's going to be one of those graphics that pops up on Twitter in 10 years' time. The referee instruction segment. Like, it's going to be one of them.
It's a lot of people mocking it because there was some very out-of-date PNGs used for the match graphics. Yeah.
Was it Punk?
I think, yeah. Punk's like, hang on, how old's that?
Aiden noticed that last week Punk's hair was very flat, but this week... Sorry, last week Punk's hair was very flat, but this week it was so voluminous. And Aiden went...
Voluminous?
And I just heard Aiden go...
Volumnous.
Aiden sits behind me, I heard him go, is he wearing a wig? I thought, who could he be talking about? Didn't for 1 second think he meant CM Punk, but he did.
Might just had some mousse in it, you know.
Some sea salt
little
spray.
Bit, a little bit of hair
Mousse.
dry action, yeah.
Some moose, yeah.
Um,
Former TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
That's right.
I hope Rollins' instructions are like, oh, you must sashay down the rampway. Meh.
That would be funny. That would be great.
You must wear see-through underwear.
Oh,
Meh.
my. Oh, sorry, I turned to Michael Cole.
I don't know why I said underwear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know why you're saying.
Yeah.
Thinking with your cock again.
Pierce is off for a drink again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm worried about him.
He
No,
never
he
gets
never
one.
gets one.
We'd never see him touch liquid.
Why doesn't Drew go, I get it. I've been picking up these subtle instructions you've been given. Gives him, bottle of Buckfast. He's like, you know what? Look, Steph's a crap choice for her.
What do you think's going to happen next week? There's got to be some, but they can't touch each other, otherwise the match is off. And they wouldn't break the
they'll beat up
rules.
Seth.
Yeah, there's going to be
But he's the
upset,
ref.
man.
They want to get in his good book.
That's what happened, isn't it? Because they hate him.
Maybe they'll all just talk to each other.
How's your week been?
Yeah.
Bloody terrible.
Have you seen the boys?
I hate Hangman Page.
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are interviewed backstage and say they run this division.
Do they though? Do they though? Is it the laughing you don't like?
Not a fan of it this week,
Did you like when one of them went bye? I realised that happened in several women's backstage segments on NXT.
Who
as well.
does that? That's off a, like a reality TV show. Someone going, bye.
Probably like Snooki or someone.
Yeah.
Or is it recent?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Could be any time from the last 30 years of our mentioning it.
It's Vera.
Betty's Hot Pots off Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Bye. But either going to be on SmackDown to address Jada Bianca. Zelina just beat Zoe, but they claim they're in the division. They're not.
They're
I think we're
not.
being
They've not
serious.
even defended the belts yet.
It's nice to have more than one feud going on with the women's tag team titles. However, the women's tag team champions need to be on TV more to care about it.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a prop when they go overseas.
It feels like they're never in front of the crowd. They're always doing these backstage segments or these vignettes, but they're not full witches anymore. So there's just a bit of steam
Yeah.
around them, and then laugh.
Two steamy lasses who laugh.
Isla is still more. She's more witchy now, but Alba is less so. She went bang.
Dressed for a bloody wedding this week. Isla Dawn.
Yeah, spooky.
Yeah.
A spooky wedding.
Aye, spooky wedding.
Ooh.
Do you think she messaged Alba in the group chat and went, "Can't believe I'm at the same stag do as all of Alba's relatives"?
What are you talking about, Jack? You're being crazy again. We're getting another Gunther video package, but I think it may be nearly exactly the same as the one we've already seen, so we'll move on.
Yeah.
Addy said the words in real life at the start of the show himself, didn't he?
Have I called you street trash yet? Oh, I have, Craig. Sammy and Jay make their entrance from the concourse, and despite interference from Dom and Carlito, they beat Finn and JD in the main event with the 1D. Braun Breaker sneaks in and spears Sammy to end the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it as a main event.
Yeah.
Faces and heels and faces. The crowd were into it, and I like the Braun ending.
Yeah. And crowd going, oh, we know those were friends, and they are friends. They
Jay
were
and
and are
Sammy
friends.
So over.
Yep.
Jay picked up a child in the crowd, maybe to see if he smelled of popcorn.
He would have. There's a good chance he did on a concourse of a wrestling show. You do buy popcorn.
There's a lot of popcorn in those concourses.
Very
Dip the baby's head in it.
Yeah, very good.
Just comes out comes out looking like that lad who used to do the antiques back in the. What was he called?
David Dickinson.
Not David.
Oh,
Dickinson.
I know what you mean. God, you're going way back.
Yeah, the one that transitioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, forgotten his name. He had like curly popcorn hair when he was a kid.
Oh, right.
I was just not expecting this reference out of you.
I told you.
It's like a
Any
Tom
type
style
of-
reference. Wow.
Did you like the match?
I thought it was two tag team TV matches in one because we had two babyface sympathetic beatdowns, two hot tags. We yeeted all over. It was nice to see the 1D come back. I thought the heels did well as well, like the coup de grace followed by the moonsault from JD, broken up by Sammy. Was a beautiful spot. Beautiful. It started off a bit house showy, but ended very premium live eventy.
Yes.
Yep.
I would agree.
I feel dirty saying that.
Yeah, and it was good. It was a good main event. Obviously, Cole was emphasizing not just the accolades of the people, but also the fact that they will be on Sci-Fi next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks. I assume that's because of the Olympics, is it?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Did Hang and Tang talk about sci-fi?
They want to be the two big hosts
Oh, yes, they do.
of the next 2 weeks of the Gab.
And I want them to as well.
Great American Bash.
Right. So good match here. And then, Braun spearing Zayn in half and going, you told me to work smarter. Do you feel smart now?
And harder, yeah.
I'm gonna
Do
weigh
you feel
myself.
hard?
Can we? I'm gonna piss my pants
Yep.
like Bianca. No, sorry.
So let's end it there.
Thank you.
NXT.
I have two messages to read
Oh, you did say that.
from
Well done.
fans of NXT and of the listeners of the podcast.
And from Tango.
The first one is from Kobe Borntrager or Borntrager. I'm not sure exactly. Sorry about that. The pronunciation of the surname. Kobe says NXT Level Up was on tonight, which we don't watch, so he's updating us. And Alexis King joined on commentary for an Eddie Thorpe match and talked about how EDM music is evil and he doesn't believe in it. It might have been his best performance in NXT.
Not saying much, but sounds nice.
The other one is from Ben Potter.
We know him.
We do. And he said, In next week's podcast, can you please bring up the person who shrieks like a banshee in the NXT audience? They've been there for a few weeks now, and it makes the show so hard to watch. Can't believe they haven't been ejected yet. I just want to know I'm not alone.
That's Thea Hale. What are you doing? Shocking, though.
That is a good point you make there. But I get what he's saying. But then again, wrestling fans do pay their money, so can act within reason how they would like to.
How they're paid to told.
There's a
react.
woman at St. James's.
There's no
plans
That's a
NXT.
very 2022 comment from me there, Maffew.
There's a woman who sits on the hard cam, I was about to say, near the commentator at St. James's Park for Newcastle home matches.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever there's like an impending chance, Anthony Gordon's racing down the wing or whatever, I swear there's someone who starts just going,
Oh, Jesus.
Do you remember the one that used to be at Highbury back in the day?
No.
Oh, the Highbury Screamer.
Right?
Sounds
Not
like
the
a
one of,
Victorian
not one
killer.
of Ian Wright's goals either.
Goes on Wikipedia page.
Now there was like three
Mr.
or four women who would just let out shrieks when like Arsenal on the brink of conceding a goal.
Oh.
Watch Premier League
Yeah,
years
something
like
like
02, 03, and some from the 90s, you'll be able to hear the Highbury Screamers.
Wow.
Highbury was quite close to the pitch. Stadium arena. Yeah.
It's not quite the same, but I recently found out reading the Blackadder book that you can hear Robbie Coltrane's distinctive laugh in Blackadder Series 2 because he was in the crowd.
In
Like-
the live audience.
Yeah.
Robbie Coltrane.
What's his laugh sound like?
As in,
I don't know it, but it just says like, yeah, if you know what it sounds like, you go back and go, oh yeah, it's Robbie Coltrane laughing.
Is that Hagrid?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or Valentin Zukovsky
Captain Goldeneye, well done.
from James Bond.
Yeah.
And from The World Is Not Enough. When he turns face.
That's right, he does turn face, and then he dies.
And Potiphar from Donny Osmond's Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Well done, yay.
Film which I was rather weirdly shown a lot when I was a child when my mum sat there.
I got told a bunch of people watched that film as a kid, and I was not one of
It's
them.
obviously your mum fancies Donny Osmond. Oh, he gets naked, doesn't he, when Joan Collins rips his shirt off.
Oh, really?
And I was sat there as like a 5-year-old kid.
I can't believe.
Hard.
I can't. Whoa!
Go warn us when you throw something like that in, please, Jesus.
So thanks to Kobe and thanks to Ben for the NXT.
I'm not thanking either of them for that.
Not for that.
It's them, whatever.
Not for you nearly falling off your chair.
Trick Willie walks in the building and heads straight for the ring.
He's a reckless guy
He's a popular guy.
because he walks out his car, doesn't shut the door,
Oh,
leaves the keys in the car
he also hasn't been wearing a shirt, and in that baking Florida heat,
on the leather seats
his
as well.
back. Oh yeah.
I assume the seats would be air conditioned though, so maybe he's rolling that trick money now, isn't he? That Chef Michael's money.
I dream of being able to walk into an establishment like he walked into the NXT building. There, everyone's going, "Yes, it's a trick." He's high fiving people. But
Do
it's
you at
Christmas
Rise?
time. Oh, God's sake!
I've been away. I know what it's like.
And you?
Yeah. The people think I'm your security.
Okay.
It's always terrible when you walk in late here and the old job as well, because everyone works with headphones on. So you walk in, you're like, hey.
Yeah.
Whoever's got headphones and not sounded, they reply when no one else does.
Yeah. But he was like, I'm here. Just look up and get scared. He passes Cedric Alexander, who warns him not to be hasty. Trick appreciates the advice, but says he wants his NXT title back. Yeah, thanks, Cedric. I forgot those world titles you won. Ashante the Adonis
Cruiserweight.
tells...
Yeah.
That's one of them.
That's a world title of a
Technically.
brand.
Technically because he lives in the world. Ashante the Adonis tells Cedric that Trick doesn't want to hear his advice. Cedric says he sees that now.
Now, I thought we were gearing up for a Cedric Alexander main eventer at this part of the show, because it seems like at this point, the division is quite thin, so we're fleshing out by just throwing anyone at Trick and seeing if they stick or not. Sean Spears, for example, hasn't stuck. Ethan Page has stuck. Joe Hendry is sticking.
You're acting as though Trick Williams is still the champion there, Ross, but of course.
He's the main man.
Well,
He's the ace.
the main man. Biscotti.
Trick makes his entrance and says he isn't going to stop until he gets the belt back.
Believe that, dough, as he said.
Yeah.
Believe that, dough.
Well, Roman used to say believe that, didn't he?
Believe that. It's like how people from Ashton say, you're bleeding. You're a believer.
Cedric interrupts.
Such a narrow joke, that isn't it?
No,
No one
yeah.
understands.
Performing for an audience of one. Cedric interrupts and says he's trying to keep Trick from being blinded by his passion. Ashante comes out in his lovely dressing gown and again warns Cedric that Trick isn't listening. Trick said if he's going to stir the pot, he can go back to SmackDown. Ashante says he's just trying to pick up the ball that Trick dropped. Trick mocks him for being in hate row. Oh,
Oof.
nothing worse. Ashante tells Cedric that Trick is in third place between all of them. Trick says he's always been gold, and Cedric takes offense that Williams thinks he's better than him. Trick agrees to a match with Cedric tonight, but Ashante continues to taunt Trick, who beats him up and throws him out the ring.
This was bollocks, this. I didn't understand what was going on.
My face almost caved in when Cedric said, Trick, I know exactly what you're going through.
No, you don't.
He does. He had that epic with Ibushi. He knows what it's like being in a battle, in a war.
It's like 100 years ago.
Then he retconned,
WCPW was still kicking it. Man.
he retconned it by saying he's blinded by his passion. And that's why Cedric knows what Trick is going through. Yeah.
Now,
He sounds like the nerd that he looks like.
I didn't understand. Yeah, it felt contrived just to find a new opponent for Trick for this week.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a bad guy, but Trick's like, I don't care. No offense, but yeah.
What's a
I should listen to your advice.
What's Ashante on about saying he's the worst out of all of us three? Let's check the record books there, friend.
Yeah, like, sorry, what have you won? Well done, you haven't been fired yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work.
You had one promo on SmackDown and you ballsed it up. I remember us all saying at the time, we just didn't believe what he was saying. We didn't believe that.
Yeah.
I do like his character more now.
Yeah,
Ashante.
Cedric. The last thing Cedric did that was of note was when he went, "Hi, mommy," to Rhea, and she responded with, "Hi, dickhead."
Was that Cedric?
Yeah. That very, very brief team, and it was him.
Right. I like that.
There was a great line from Trick, though, in this promo where the one about Hip Row, he's like, I don't care if you had a whole group. They couldn't get the ball off the ground to begin with, were you little wazzock?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great when he called him a wazzock.
Direct quote there from Trick.
And then
You
why did Cedric take offense when Trick went, well, no, I'm the best one? And Cedric went, oh, you think you're better than me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Currently,
you're
yeah.
dressed like a road agent.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's
Yeah,
going
it's a
on.
bit weird. We see footage from early today of Ethan Page arriving at the venue. Tyson Dupont and Tyreek Igwe mock him for being pinned by Oro last week. He wasn't pinned. Page correctly points out it didn't happen during a match and storms off while the others laugh at him.
He should be battering these
NXT
nerds.
is weirder than usual to start this week.
It's a stunning return to form.
The near 3-year honeymoon period came to an end this week.
Wow, you didn't like this week?
This entire Ethan Page, Oro Mensah storyline really pissed me off this week.
Wow.
It pissed me off. It's a load of bollocks.
Do you know what?
It was after a match. There was no referee.
was
It
tired.
was an attack from behind. It doesn't count.
You got pinned last week.
Stop pretending it does.
It also reminds me of when the Lucha House Party. It's house rules. We've got 3 of us.
yes, exactly. Yes,
It's made it even worse with a comparison that's true.
Loser.
It's just, a lot of people like to beat NXT with a massive stick. And this gives the stick another branch.
It's annoying when people say, this show sucks because this show... No, it's not always like this. And there's a week where it is like this.
Another branch. Hey, guys.
Yeah. The learning stick.
Yeah. That's what that last used on that horse. No.
Oh. Jack says something that makes himself sad.
I know. It was
But
a
it's
sad
the poor
video to
horses,
watch.
though,
Yeah.
yeah.
the horse
She's
was-
been caught. How often does this go on?
I know exactly.
Mike alone, I'm looking at you, you dirty cretin.
What did he do?
He trains horses, doesn't he? I bet he does the same.
Oh, I thought he just bet on them.
He bores them to death. He's got a stable.
Bores them to death.
And then he beats them when they're asleep because of his boringness.
When they fall asleep after them commentate for 2 minutes.
Oh,
then he
hello,
beats them.
horses. I called you George and you Michael because I've got great imagination. Beating down his horses.
Scoring goals past them. Going, yes. And someone's going, Owen, they're horses.
Stable has like, well done, Michael. They're only horses.
Well done, it's 4.
Get in, you black beauty. Right. That doesn't sound good. Right.
The horse.
Yeah, the famous horse.
Yeah.
And typically when people score a goal, they might say, get in, you beauty.
Thank you for
yeah,
saving
yeah.
me. BJ, just leave me to die. Save yourselves. BJ attacks JB backstage, and they roll down the ring for their street fight.
Deserved, by the way, because JB spat on the floor indoors.
Oh,
And that's
you can't do that.
disgusting. I don't care if you're a cowboy. You don't spit on the floor. Have some respect for Chef Michael's kitchen.
Reminiscent of the WCW hardcore belt when they went through that period of the fight would start backstage and you'd have like the demon in his sarcophagus
Yes.
waiting, but he wasn't in there. It was from behind.
So
Oh.
great, that.
think it was
Norman
like-
Smiley just getting beaten, going, ah! The entire
The
match.
great part of this was that you see the shirt that JB was wearing.
No.
Sorry, BJ was wearing. BJ was wearing a Right to Censor shirt. It had like the logo on.
Ah,
The error.
like his dad.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
I
Jay.
wondered why he was wearing like a lab coat. Yeah, now it makes sense.
All right.
It had the thing. What's the thing? The red
censorship.
circle.
Just a
Censorship.
censor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had one of them on. brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah, because, you know, they were the king of the street fight.
Yeah, they were.
Briggs gets the upper hand, and Sean Spears arrives to urge him on. It turns out to be a distraction, which allows Jensen to get the win. Spears celebrates with him on the ramp, but BJ still looks a bit wary.
The classic bait and switch. For the longest time, we've all thought JB was the apple of Sean Spears' eye, but no, it was BJ, the loster of the lost people.
I can tell that you're more back on track with NXT in this match.
In this match, yeah, it was good. There was a couple of good spots as well, like where BJ made JB's head catch the hood of the announce table and was hooked in the turnbuckles, like Ilya Dragunov. Bit too close to them two things happening together for my liking. And also the welts on the back of JB from all of those.
Vicious chair shots.
Kind of even big shots from the BJ.
Yep, that's well said. Good stuff here. The Rascals bump into Axiom and Nathan Fraser
Tosses,
backstage.
all of them. When they're all standing, I go,
These lot talking backstage. There's got to be a rib on someone.
Being back with his old pals is bringing out the old Wesley.
Yeah,
Hey,
it is.
yeah.
Well,
Trey-
that happened.
It's this Trey Miguel fella. That's where he learned it all. Because watching, he was like at the front of the three rascals, and he was very. You're not cool doing that. I know what cool is.
We're very
get a podcast, you
This
losers.
is such gallus energy.
Yeah.
You're not cool. You're not real men.
You're a flash in the pan.
Not like us.
One of the pans and Chef Michael's kitchen.
Trey Miguel suggests a match between them, and the champions agree. They ask which of their opponents will sit out, but the Rascals want a 6-man tag.
Idiots! You've been given a tag team title
Yeah,
shot.
I don't
And you've
understand.
gone, we're on some sort of reunion tour. This is, I tell you, the
They
honeymoon.
talk themselves out for title
Yeah.
shot.
The honeymoon period's over, lads.
Yeah. Axiom tells Nathan that he's competing in the next WWE Speed tournament. Fraser accuses him of hypocrisy. Because you see the joke
I'm on
is-
board.
So it's fine when you do it. And Axiom's like, well, it worked out when you did it, which is a fair point,
And
I
it
suppose.
did.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they defended the tag titles, which was surprising.
I realised far too late. Do you remember when we were like, why did Duke Hudson shout out that Trish Stratus loves him so much? It's because he does the Stratusfaction now.
Oh,
that
yeah,
move,
the
yeah.
pan stand,
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a big fan of Nathan in this segment, though. He lets out the big, what? His acting chops are getting better.
Wait, it's not the best act on the show, though.
Okay.
Oh,
I know. But
I don't know
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking
I
about.
like how
Gallus later on.
the
yeah.
the MSK boys of the Rascals brought up them never losing the tag team titles, which I thought was funny. There's bloody Hitler mustaches, eh?
Oh,
Always
no.
getting in the way, aren't they?
I'm going to just move on from that. In the lovely kitchen area.
I know.
Lovely kitchen area, Lola Weiss, Sol Ruka, and Carmen Petrovic watch footage of Stephen Vacour, that's what I call them. Stephanie Vacour on a laptop. They complain about Fallon, JC bloody hell, and Jasmine before wondering if Alba Fire and Isla Dawn have defended their tag belt yet.
I don't think they have. No, yes.
Last Legend, LL and JJ interrupt and
What?
says if
Anyway,
anyone...
I actually can't remember who that
Last
is.
Legend, Jakaro Jackson,
Thank you.
interrupt and says if anyone is challenging for the tag titles, it'll be them. Carmen and Sol disagree, saying that the match later on, Lola manages not to dance.
She was just hanging out.
Yeah.
Why was she there?
Yeah, they were.
She's friends with Carmen now. After their friendship was forged in like the heat of battle, remember? They
Yeah.
had a feud.
It's just justice for Ariana Grace, really, because Ariana got the win for the babyface tag team in Canada. Now we've got people going after the women's tag team titles. Yeah, Ariana, the person who facilitated the win with the hair pull,
Yeah.
is nowhere to be seen. It's disgusting.
Carmen even mentioned her, but didn't. She was like, "Oh, I know I won a tag match. I know my partner's not here." Ugh.
What a bitch.
Yeah, I know. Don't like this Carmen character
Yeah.
with a sword.
Carmen Pettyvich. More like-
Yeah.
Get that one with your sticks. I like the way they're watching big Stephen Vacour with her friend Gulia. What was it you said last week? Gilia.
Yeah, pretty much that. Gillian.
Gillian Steve. Yeah.
When Stephanie's doing a pretty standard stand-up crossbody, and Sol Ruka, of all people, is like, whoa, she's incredible.
She's really good.
One move you
doing
can
this
do.
move I can do with my eyes closed and my hands tied behind my back.
I can't do a springboard crossbody, but
Sol
Sol
Ruka,
can.
though.
Yeah, she can.
Yeah, but Stephen can. Eddie Thorpe beats Lexus King in a short match. Rock and roll is dead forever. Sorry, Joe. King attacks Eddie after the bell and smashes his hand with his royal scepter.
Flashbacks to what culture? I haven't seen a scepter for a long time.
That's a good point, actually.
What, Sept?
How will Eddie be able to DJ now?
yeah.
Did you ever smash it? You bonked me on the head once. as
I
a
used to
punchline.
break them weekly. Because they were the cheapest plastic ones of Amazon.
Oh, you know what? I'm not surprised.
Me neither. Disgusting. But yeah, it was a match where lots of moves happened, but only one for Eddie Thorpe, and he won.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone needs to pull Lexus King to one side and just tell him outright, this running dick off the ropes
Right.
is the worst move that's ever happened in a wrestling ring.
It may be the worst regular move of the entire year.
I don't get it.
Like,
Just do a knee.
you're not
Kick him.
hench.
You haven't got a big dick. Because that's what he does. He ran off the ropes and just grind him in the back.
And the one time he didn't do that, I think either used the side of his ass or his chest or something else like that. He then went back to it next week, so he clearly missed.
Maybe he's trying to get a DQ win via low blow. Like when a footballer tries to do a deliberate flip the ball into the opponent's arm and go handball. Yeah.
It's like when those people try to do insurance scams with their cars, just slam on the brakes. Oh, well, you ran at the back of me. It's all your fault.
Yeah. Oh, people go, oh, no, you hit me. And the people yelling when they're driving going, I've got a cam. They go, all right.
Yeah. The question is, though, how is Eddie going to spin his decks now that his hand's broken? Oh. He can only do one. He needs to do two.
I think I said that in the notes as well. I was worried about it as well.
You did, but we're all too busy laughing at this match. How will Eddie be able to DJ now?
Classic storytelling.
You have to go to bed before 2 a.m.
Oh, Dizzy Rascal's old DJ had one arm and he used to use his nose. He used to push the crossfader with his nose. DJ Semtex.
Really? DJ Semtex?
DJ Semtex.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I hope their nose isn't too strong because then Rancid Kelly Clancid will smell it even more. Interviews Trick Willie in the locker room. Trick says the road to the title start to win over Cedric tonight, if you say so, mate. Pete Dunne is in the background and interrupts. Trick asks what he's doing here. Pete tells him to figure it out and leaves. So he doesn't know.
We need to check if Trick is concussed or has some like spatial awareness issues. That's the second week in a row he's not realised Big Pete has just been loitering behind him in a room where there's only been two of them.
Trick's friendship with Ilya
Pete's not very animated, so he's just the exact same position.
Wow, that's a real lifelike statue of Pete Dunne. He's one of NXT's greatest ever superstars.
I think that his friendship with Ilya might have damaged his hearing. I'm just hearing him, Trick.
Ashante the Adonis keeps flirting with Jakara Jackson during his match with Oro Mensah. Oro gets the win and cuts a promo on Ethan Page. He attempts to get the crowd to chant 1, 2, 3, but no one joins in.
Because it's a load of bollocks!
Yeah,
The worst story in wrestling today!
No, it reminded me of when Edge tried to get the chant over of Spear.
Yeah, that was
Rudy, Tootie, Bodie. Chris Jericho back in the day.
It wasn't as bad as those ones because it was on a smaller platform.
Yeah. And this crowd will chant anything, but right now they're like, oh.
We all saw it. It was after a match.
Yeah.
It's not even real.
But there'll be more.
Are they okay in NXT? They've been like a gas league and people are a bit out of it.
For years. So long.
What happened to them?
Maybe the gas leak's been patched up and that's the issue.
Yeah. They're starting
The
to
gas
realise
was helping.
none of this makes any sense. I miss my family. I've just been here for 5 years.
Yeah, Chef Michael's been cooking. Yeah, with glue.
I was a big fan of Ashante's performance here because at the start of the match, she goes straight for Miss Jackson. The Kavorka's great. People forget that she was game.
Oh, yeah.
Until Lash Legend or whoever it was came into the scene last week. Or was it
was
Trick?
Lash, it was Lash.
Was it Lash? She was game. And then Lash was like, no. So I'm glad he went back there. Hell of a bum from Oro in the springboard position as Ash drop kicked him off the top rope to the floor. Yes, I called him Ash. We're on first name terms. Booker T was defending Ashante the Adonis when he was like, how are you going to tell a man he can't look at a woman? He's a man.
Oh, no. Oh,
He can look at whoever he wants.
Oh, no, it's Brexit Booker.
There we go. Yeah, there you go, Booker. Yeah, well done.
I think that, thinking about it now, I think Lash is being a big hypocrite because she was in a secret relationship with Trick Williams. And that didn't break up the metaphor.
No,
but
it
now
didn't.
Jakara wants to get some. Sorry.
Yeah, get some of that D-track. Just say it. She wants some. Asante.
If you want some,
Ashante
then come
D.
and get
Honestly,
some.
thought you were about to go.
want to throw it down.
It's a tremendous day. It's a great day.
Not the truth of
I've been
God.
told it's the greatest day in the world.
So much girth. So girthy. I walked in here. I said, wow, that's a girthy.
Ashante D. Adonis.
Ashante Dia penis. No, too far.
Ashante D. Dickus.
Penis man.
Sounds like a dinosaur, doesn't he? Ashante D. Dickus.
He has a wife, you know.
Wow, what a machine gun of jokes that was. Oh.
The No Quarter Catch crew meet with the D'Angelo family backstage. Charlie Dempsey has received a ransom letter, which Ren Sinclair immediately takes credit for.
Redwood Nigma. Rendwood Nigma.
Enigma.
It's like Batman, Maffew.
It is like
Jim
Batman.
Carrey, Edward Nigma, and Rendwood. She did it
Yeah.
like him.
Let's go.
I'm trying to fit in. It's not working.
You fit in. Matthew, Batman.
She didn't understand. She didn't understand the.
It's one of like 7 films I've seen.
You've seen Batman Forever.
Oh, I love those early Batmans.
Oh hell yeah, good lad.
Yeah, all of them.
I love that.
If anything, they got bad when what's his face rocked up from Wales, that Welsh boy,
Christian
Mr.
Bale.
Bale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Bales from Wales.
She. No way. What were we talking about again? What's
Batman
up?
Forever.
No.
Rendwood
Oh
Nigma.
yeah. Ren doesn't understand that. The point of a ransom note. She just pops up and goes, "That was me."
Yeah, I know. I was like, why'd you write that there? Tony finds Ren funny and tells Charlie to let her in the stable, but Charlie isn't keen. Run says she has a match tonight and implies that she'll spill the beans if the crew don't help her win.
Oh. She's a crafty one.
I mean, she's got Charlie over a barrel here.
Yeah, yeah.
She can do the ransom notes and say it's her because she knows she's got all the power. She saw what he did.
He murdered a man.
The implications are so heavy, and Charlie is so guilty. I'm struggling to see through this at all.
How does he get away with it?
He's admitting he's doing it by just his actions every single week.
Yeah.
Yet he hasn't been arrested yet. It's staggering.
I
Staggering.
need to stop her from doing this. Tremendous neck
Oh,
muscles.
matron.
The D'Angelo family watch Ren's match against Carly Bright.
How was their popcorn, Matthew?
Oh yeah.
The D'Angelo family had popcorn.
Rizzo
They
brought
did,
it.
man.
Yeah,
I'll
did
bring
you-
the popcorn.
Did you like the look of it?
I absolutely didn't because I was vomiting at that point. But I went back and watched it, and I'm sure if I wasn't doing that, I'd be going, "That's what I ate at the cinema." And I special.
Are you sure? Did you have to check Google first to make sure you were looking at popcorn again? No. Fair enough.
It was just good.
It wasn't even KFC that he ate. He didn't Google what it was first to make sure that that's what he was eating.
The zinger sauce.
I got zinged. So Charlie puts Ren's legs on the ropes to break a pinfall attempt. So Kendall Gray suplexes Miles Bourne on the outside.
Where did that come from?
That's a hate crime.
No, it's not. Where did that come from?
This week, man. This week.
She's now so she's got no discernible character apart from
Kendall Midcake.
Fraser once telling me who she was.
Because he fancies her.
That was never confirmed. But now she's like Kurt Angle.
This is the story they're telling because Ren was doing the shooting as well. 'Cause I thought I was watching Charlie Harson there against Carly
Are
Bright.
they
was
both going to
standing.
join the crew?
Maybe. They
That
are
makes sense.
friends.
It's a good tryout, yeah.
Yeah, and Charlie again just admitting his guilt by saving Ren by putting her foot in her up, as Maffew said there, and then pressing her down to help with the pinfall at the end. Just lock him up. He's murdered a man, put him in the boot of his car, and took the body somewhere.
What about Tony? Oh, he's fun though. He's fun.
He's a fun,
He's the fun murderer.
fun-loving
He
criminal.
can stick.
Yay! Stick it up, punks.
Running around.
Smashing a cup.
Apart from when he,
That was weird, that, yeah.
when he appeared on,
That
Yeah.
was very weird.
Rizzle kicks got right under his skin, didn't
Oh, they were so funny blasting them, man.
Yeah, they didn't care. It was really good.
Yeah, they're like,
they
"We
were
don't worry
what are you
about
doing?
It's your song.
Yeah.
Well, this had a lot of nice mat work by the standards of NXT, which we don't get a lot of many times. 'Cause
they?
even
Oh, we're doing
the,
the no quarter catch crew are there.
yeah, you're right. That's a horrible point.
Damon used to do it. Charlie does it.
I can't remember the last time I watched them wrestle. They're too busy murdering and committing crimes and arson.
I'm sad that Miles seems to have slipped back down the pecking order of the crew because I did compare him to Randy Orton, I believe, a couple of weeks ago, and now he's not getting much of it. He's getting suplexed by a girl. It's all right. I'm just copying what they say later on. They laugh about that. Rizzo even laughs about it, and she's a girl.
And she's a girl.
Yeah.
Hank and Tank are excited for the Great American Bash
Two great men.
and wonder if they could find a way to be the hosts. After all, they're two bodacious belly boys who know how to bring a little honk
Honk.
into the party. In the background, Axiom and Nathan Frazier continue to argue about WWE speed. Siobhan Evans interrupts and offers to be their partner tonight.
Bouncy.
Well, that's one thing we can agree on. You're in. And then John's like, actually.
Chef Michaels was cooking here with the production because they were walking through with Hank and Tank and the sound was on them. And they walk past the camera, but the camera keeps going behind them. And then all of a sudden the sound cuts in for Nathan and Axiom.
Yeah.
Seamless. Genuinely fantastic.
But they should have ended with the high point of Hang and Tank. Because once they were off screen, I was like, I don't really care. Hang and Tank are brilliant. You better not be kidding me, Hanky. We're going to be able to become the hosts, aren't we? That's right, Hank. I love them so much.
Yeah. Two huge hosts for 2 huge weeks.
Two bodacious belly boys who know how to bring the honk into the party. They say it all the time. I love them. I want them to be tag champions.
Do you reckon Nathan and Axiom had to like mime until the camera got to them for the sound?
Yeah, they will have done, yeah.
Oh, Axiom, yeah.
Are we on? Are we on? We go, hey! Yeah.
Axiom wouldn't have that, do you?
Oh, yeah.
In the locker room, Delightful Hudson is down about his loss to Obafemi.
Hey now, hey, less of that you. You took Oba to limit. Believe in yourself. I hate him so much. He was having a go a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he was. He was
Fickle.
saying, oh, he's never going to beat Oba.
If I was down and out, I'd rather have the lad from the Go Compare advert try and cheer me up than him. So they try and cheer him up, and I'm looking forward to Thea Hale's upcoming interview segment. Ridge Holland arrives with new T-shirts to celebrate.
It's
Thea's
Christmas in
upcoming-
July.
Jesus, he does say that. Andre thinks the attention to detail is incredible. They settle down to watch the interview. These T-shirts are black and orange. Taz is going to be pissed.
I thought they were red. black and
Red, man, it's Chase you,
Yeah,
Maffew.
they've just
Come
done
on.
Oh, it's because the colour tint is it. Are they supposed to be red?
I
It
think
looks
I
orange
thought
on my
they were
bloody
red.
screen.
Oh, I think that it was covered in sick.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not a good observer.
Yeah, orange
of things.
sauce was coming up
Yeah.
all over your eye.
I was throwing out my eyeballs.
I think that I didn't understand Mr. Chase's comment here because he goes, Ridge, the attention to detail is incredible. But all he's done is reverse the colours.
Must be the quality of the print.
Oh, right, yeah.
I've seen on the MLS Adidas shirts, the Adidas logo is raised, whereas what we get over here is not.
That makes it seem more high quality.
That's maybe what the Black Chase U shirts are.
Yeah.
Raised U's.
They can use
Everyone,
them
raise the U.
grind
And
their
the crowd goes,
opponents,
yay. Yeah.
But Ridge is a lovely man. He's part of the family now.
No,
That's what we've learned here.
not. He's not. And I like that they were all getting really excited to watch her interview. Let's sit down and watch the interview. Come on.
Oh, come on, guys. It's nice to have people supporting you like that.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
In the locker room, they sit down and watch it, yeah. Thea talks about how much she's grown since her last title shot. She gives credit to Ridge and says he empowers her to be herself.
I like the line. He's human like all of us. People judge him because he wasn't perfect for 1 second.
1 second.
I could think of at least 4 seconds. Off the top of my head straight away.
Chief among them, the door.
Yeah.
When he slammed his hand in the door.
That's right. Thea wants to win the title not just for herself, but for Chase U and all the underdogs out there.
Now, I didn't like that line either, because go back to the Combine, and I'm sure Thea won one of the competitions, the brackets, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
them.
you're not an underdog. You're just really good, but you don't win.
I think Roxanne's more of a wrestler's wrestler, though. She's got the skills to pay all the bills, whereas Thea's more raw. And if she can channel her strength, then we've got a new NXT Women's Champion. I don't know why I'm so serious.
fully agree with you.
I sound
Very,
like,
very
I
good.
sound like Rosenberg.
You're doing a better job of analysis and putting over than the commentators are, which again
Whoa.
is not a high bar
Vic
to jump
tries.
over. He's very trying. He's trying to get fired, him. Yeah, so it was all right here, and it was nice that she was more subdued.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought they would have settled down. It's like, so how you doing, Dale? I'm doing it, you know. But she wasn't. She actually talked like a normal human being,
patched
like
it.
Ridge Holland, who was apparently a normal human being.
Like
We should have had that in the news section.
Yeah. It's just like all of us, normal human beings.
She's going to lose, lads, and I don't know how she's going to handle it when she loses.
Kill Ridge. Trick Willie beats.
How dare you? If anyone, kill Riley. Get rid of him.
That's her crush.
Is it still,
I
though?
don't know. They've dropped that.
Do you think he'd
I
be
reckon
doing
they've
his
had an
voice-
awkward night together, those two, and it's all got a bit west.
Do you think if she's killing him, he's still making those noises? Oh no! He's got both hands on his
Hey,
throat.
stop that now. Hey, stop.
Don't put down that. Please put down that gun. Hey. I'd be so bad if Riley gets murdered next week when we're doing this.
Would you?
He'd so poorly.
I think he's disgusting.
Nah,
Just how fickle he is. I can't get over it.
Riley shoots dead.
Hey, can't get over it.
Trick Willie beats Cedric Alexander and they shake hands after the match. Pete Dunne attacks Trick from behind and beats him down. He shrugs into the camera.
He does.
He does, yeah.
That's just funny.
Work it out. He's probably saying to himself.
I want to know what his aim is here because Trick isn't the champion.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's in NXT.
No.
He's got plenty of meat on the main roster. Shamu and Bronson.
Yeah.
If you beat Sheamus, you could be in line for a more prestigious title than the NXT. No offense to the NXT Championship. Oh, no.
None taken, says the
Okay.
NXT title. It's true.
I thought it was a good back and forth match. I've written down nip and tuck. That's how close it was
That's
at
a good TV
stages.
show.
I've never seen it. What was it about?
Surgeons. Plastic
Oh,
surgeons.
nip tuck.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
There was a lovely shoot back elbow from Trick to Cedric, which looked very meaty indeed. Cedric, to be fair, it's only his 6th match since the start of April. Looked a bit off in places compared to how perfect he normally is with his like handspring whatevers and his whoop-de-diddlies.
God, you're right. He hasn't wrestled that much, has he?
6 match. This was his 6th match since the start of April. Lovely Michinoku driver from Cedric, especially on a man as long as Trick. Get him over like that, like he did, was impressive. And then Trick's finish out of nowhere keeps Cedric strong, I guess, if they want to keep him in and around, like a Sean Spears kind of thing. Because Sean Spears showed you can lose to Ridge, but then you can get a couple of title matches a few weeks later.
Yeah, you can. Booker reacted when Cedric got hit with the knee very well, as always. Just made noise. It was good.
He's good at doing noise.
Yeah.
And yeah, at least they're building to something. And again, that the top division NXT does need work. So yeah, I'll take it. Ethan Page wants meeting with Ava to get rid of that pest, Aura Mensa. But he runs into Stevie Turner and Robert Stone instead.
Where is Ava? Chef Michaels is the god.
She was in that room.
Ava is God's right-hand man.
She was in the room.
Lady.
He couldn't get in the room.
Right-hand man.
Because these bickering idiots were in the way.
I can't stand them. And I think we're meant to find them funny. I think that's the point.
Yeah, but the horror, they don't shut up.
I want someone to attack them with a big mallet. Just bosh. Get back on Twitch, Stevie. Bosh.
Thea Hale can kill them both. To build up to the episode where she kills Riley.
It's awful.
Yeah, they
Bob
bigger with
Wagner
each other.
didn't die for this.
I know.
Yeah.
But he did.
He did, yeah.
Stevie tells Ethan not to worry. Nobody saw him getting pinned by Oro last week. Yeah, you're right. Stone corrects her and talks about how popular NXT is these days. They annoy Page until he walks away. It's rubbish.
It was rubbish, yeah. The bit with the world, like, the world saw. I didn't, because that came after Stevie Turner. Stevie Turner was right, where she's like, everyone saw you beat Dante Chen. Whatever happened after didn't really matter, which is true. That's what it is.
It's true in real life, but in the story they're trying to tell, she's wrong because everyone's laughing at him.
I know.
The 2 lads laughed at him on the way into the building.
Yeah.
And it is getting to Page when he claims it's not getting to him. Yeah. It's classic hijinks, but it's also awful.
That's right, Ethan. All the lads with gas on the brain are laughing at you. Don't you feel bad?
I didn't think somehow segments where Ava should be would be worse when Ava's replaced by somebody else.
Yeah.
Try and imagine this with Ava there as well.
It would be no nonsense. Oh,
okay.
Sorry there, Ethan.
Like Big Sam in his prime. Shut up, Ethan.
I saw
442.
JJ Okocha saw that you didn't get pinned last week, so we're going to have a little match at the Reebok.
Ethan, it's okay. I've signed Benson and Hedges. Kalani Jordan talks to 2 absolute random women backstage. They show her a video of Tatum Paxi playing with the voodoo doll. Wendy Chu walks past spookily.
What could it mean?
In the background.
What could it mean?
So subtle.
As Shartney arrives all beaten up, he gets the rookies to help him in the medical room, winking at the camera as they go past.
That's the kind of Kavorka a certain LA Knight would have had with the chickadees.
No, he wouldn't have needed to pretend. He would have seduced them there and then.
I'm tired from beating up people. Carry me.
Yeah.
Tired from being beaten up by Shonda, though.
Yeah.
It's not as, it seems to work, though. All the ladies love him.
Oh, you poor Ashante.
You'll be getting
The penis.
his
as he's
bed
young
baths
before.
and whatnot, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Ashante Dia Dickers.
The 2 women, Sean's actually upgraded the sort of extra performance center women because these ones had like gimmicks. They had like fancy dress on. Well, wrestling attire.
You wear
Well, they had like, you know when a wrestler wears street clothes, but it's weird and it's not actually normal clothes. That was what
Like
it was
Cody on
like.
SmackDown, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So what were these? Remind me, what were these wearing?
I don't know.
Were just
I can't
like
remember.
a
I can't remember.
fireman?
I can't remember. One of them had like
Joel, can you have just
I think-
Ashante Dia Adonis and women?
I should have been picked up by an
I
astronaut.
think one of them had a Sasha Banks sort of Jeff Hardy sleeve, kind of see-through sleeve.
How am I finding this?
What have you Googled there? I'm going to go and do it.
Whoa.
Sorry.
I just love how there's just no warning, just completely cuts off Jack.
What are the lyrics to
Mid-sentence
that?
of that song.
I've sold him a hospital pass there, to be fair.
Oh, no.
I don't think you're gonna fight.
There you are, the bottom row, Jack. Red, yeah, that's them.
Yeah. Well, one of them.
Fancy dress.
Fancy dress.
Fancy dress.
Okay, well, I was wrong. All right.
Wearing fancy dress.
Right, well, I was wrong.
Oh dear.
Right, okay. Right. The mistake I've made is that one of them had tattoos. Oh, no. I can't believe NXT's outfoxed me.
Even in photographs, Kalani looks like a politician there. Like, get a shot of me being nice to this lady sat down.
This is the lowest I've never... I'm so sorry.
Well, like rock tone hornswoggle.
Yeah. Sorry, Joel. I was a dick there. I'm very sorry.
No, that's okay.
He made the mistake of Googling the singer Ashanti with an I, Ashanti.
Oh, is that a singer?
But I corrected it to Ashanti with an E. Two E's. No, two E's and the.
B.
The Adonis.
Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson beat Cameron Petrovic and Saul Rucker. The winner's got a promo afterwards. That's the noise of the podcast screeching to a halt. They want a tag title shot next week. The champs they accept on Twitter.
It was pretty sickening to see Carmen working so well with Sol, with Ariana just sat on the sidelines, not in the match when she should have been. Lash Legend took one hell of a beating. I doubt we saw more kicks during the entirety of Euro 2024 than we did in this match here. She was getting kicked all over the shop. Despite that, though, a shoot strike and then whatever she calls her finisher, where she hooks around the body, was enough to get the win. Sol, her flips let her down. For the first time, potentially.
Yeah, although she didn't take the pinfall, though, surely.
No, she was on the outside of the ring and couldn't get back in. It was the moonsault.
Jakara was holding her, yeah.
Miss Jackson.
I thought it was a very fun match.
It was, yeah.
Yes.
And again, every time I see Lash Legend, it's bad, isn't it? It's like when people who only watch Raw or go, "Oh, Nia Jax sucks." I'm like, no, she's been great, like for like a year now. Let's see Lash Legend and go,
Oh, Lash
looks
is
good now.
Yeah, Lash is good.
But I always forget.
Much improved very quickly.
She could have been mentioned. Maybe we did. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't think we did
dunno, yeah.
because I forget every time. Like, oh, she's good.
She's
now.
been good for a while.
She has been. In Gorilla, Trick Willie warns Shawn Michaels that he's going to kick Pete Dunne's ass. HBK calms him down, but Roxanne Perez arrives to complain about Thea getting a special sit-down interview rather than her. Shawn gets sick of her and just throws to an ad break.
Where is Ava?
In
This
her
is
office.
her job.
In her office.
Why don't people go to the office? Why is Chef Michaels?
She's probably drawing up contracts for the Great American Bash. It's a 2-week show.
She's got 6 other days to do that.
She's on
NXT's
Total
on the
Extreme
air.
Warfare, booking
The
her.
red light's on, Ava. When that is on, you're on the telly. Let's go.
Well, Trick's decided to bypass Ava, hasn't he? Because he knows that you can't win a verbal battle with Ava. She'll tear you apart.
She will, yeah.
Yeah.
Chef Michaels needs a drink. Do you say he needs a drink, or did I just write that down because of...
It seemed very Adam Pearce, didn't it?
No.
He was a big coward, though. Commercial.
Yeah, he cut her off ruder than you cut off Jack with that song.
I was all right.
I thought Jack was on his way.
I was about it. Yeah. I was about it.
Well, we get a Joe Henry video package where he talks about creating an image that's impossible to escape. He also says his rise to the top has been no accident because he's put the work in for 11 years. All true. Next week, we'll get a live concert on NXT. Get in. And also of note, they had to censor out bloody Top Dollar.
Yeah, Aidan showed me this.
Yep.
Did he show you it as well?
No, I've not seen it.
You know Henry's last concert in TNA, he's singing, he's taunting Top
Yellow
Dollar.
ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taunting Top Dollar up in the skybox. And in the picture, the original image, you can see Top Dollar. They've darkened it for this one. They've made it shadowy so you can't see it.
But that's the host of WWE's Most Wanted Treasures.
Oh.
God, that was a thing, yeah.
Do you remember when
Well done,
let's
yeah.
look for Undertaker's glove mask? The
Yeah,
phantom
it was
mask,
it was a really weird thing. We're like, mankind, how much does this mask mean to you? It's nothing really. It's like,
Cody, is
thanks.
this your dad's real pair of trunks? Probably not, no. Might be.
wank show that was.
But it was a really good promo package. They're full in on Joe Hendry now. It's nice to see.
Absolutely.
The
Just
full-
waiting for him to get out that contract.
Yeah, the full story from start to finish. We saw footage of him in the Commonwealth Games. Pictures of him at the Commonwealth Games. The line of my life's work is to become 252 pounds of pure motivation and to answer all of life's problems. Fantastic. But the pressure's on. Next week with the concert, he's got to deliver. He's got to stand and deliver.
Well, damn it, he'll have to do what he's done every single time he's done one of these and, hit out the
I
park.
guess so.
Yeah.
This video package made me like him less. He's just
Really?
It just reminded me he's good at lots of things.
Oh,
and I'm
you're
just
right,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
You're right in the insecurity bone.
He's tall and handsome and...
He's not that tall.
He is quite, though. Taller than us, certainly.
Yeah. Taller than us. But not that tall.
He is if he stands on his wallet. Right. So Top Dollar was blurred out. If you can only mute him too, I think he'd be fine coming back to WWE. That's a bit mean.
Jesus Christ.
He has a
Shows up, they blur him. You can't hear him.
I'm going to sneeze again, sorry.
Go on.
Jack is sneezing. Jack is sneezing.
Oh, it does
Jack-
work.
It does work every time.
Elephant. Oh, it's still there though. Elephant. Carry on.
Keep
sorry.
saying it.
Elephant.
Say elephant and the sneeze will... No, I'm not doing
Crap, that.
that.
Sorry.
Oh, it was.
No,
It was
sorry.
so right. No, say
I'm
it.
Sorry.
Say it.
It just felt...
Pretend it's a catchphrase.
it felt
Say what you
really
see.
Vitriolic from me there. I'm sorry.
That's you. Gallus are interviewed as they leave the venue. Here we go, highlight of NXT. They don't want to talk about Joe Hendry. I'd rather beat him up next week. Wolfgang points out that might not happen and shows Joe Coffey a flyer for the concert.
He wants to do what?
Nobody wants to hear this flash in the back.
I went back and I had to watch that moment again and again.
It's the way he folds over repeatedly. It's
He
fantastic.
does a little jump.
It's
He's so mad and
it's
angry.
So Basil faulty.
It's fantastic.
You don't get performances like this anymore.
I'm surprised you
For
didn't
good reason.
give that car a damn good thrashing.
Yeah, Joe Coffey just yelled, he wants to do what?
It's the best sound I've ever seen. No, I can't say that. Sorry.
I kept telling people Joe Coffey was a great promo, was an icy dub, and just,
Yeah, he
just turned
was.
to this. This is proof.
Do you remember when he,
This is proof.
do you remember when he ate the steak? Because he was feuding with Pete Dunne, who was a vegan, so he ate a steak. It wasn't his best one. He ate it in
Are
a
you
video,
triggered vegan? And he was like, no, not really,
in
mate.
a video package. He's like cutting a sinister promo, like, "Oh, I'm gonna batter you, mate," and he's eating like a really bloody steak. Yeah.
People's
he's
like,
vegan.
whatever.
Would have been better if you
I've
went
got
out
my
with
corn.
Chippy.
Yeah.
Got a fish. I'm going to batter you.
Ah.
I wondered if this is like, has he done a really good job here, or is he doing like the verbal equivalent of Michaels versus Hogan?
That's a good point,
I
actually.
couldn't
I
work it
assumed
out.
they're just trying to fit in with NXT being this over the top, because that's what's been asked of them.
Maybe, yeah, it could
But
be. Yeah.
I don't think there's genuine issues between them and Hendry. I mean, like, both went through ICW together.
They hate each
If
other.
I was Joe
Oh,
Coffey,
yeah, no, we're going to get exclusive reveal. They hate him.
All the not Edinburgh Scottish people hated Joe Hendry.
if I was Joe Coffey, I'd be like, "I'm a man, and he's a singer," and I'd be cross. Sorry, I can't breathe.
You're right, Vic.
Can't wait to see what songs he says to him, if it's them that he targets. He'd done one with Joe Coffey before to the Toys R Us theme tune.
He did.
All of his crap merch all under one roof.
Oh, yeah.
It was when
was
he used to
good.
dress as Iron Man or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, Joe Coffey's all in the Iron Man thing for years.
Yeah.
Like,
With guitar.
his guitar and the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
There's a magical place that Joe Coffey goes. Oh, God.
Good times, man.
I'd hate Henry. You know what, actually? I would hate it.
Paige again tries to enter Ava's office.
He did what?
But gets distracted by a passing referee. Is that a referee pretending to be a referee? Oh, I mean, like,
passing
a
referee.
passing referee. He gets the ref to admit that Aura's pinfall didn't count and drags him to the ring. Paige gets the ref to repeat what he said in front of the crowd and brags about being right. Aura runs in and rolls Paige up, and the referee counts
What
to 3.
the hell is this referee doing?
He should be sacked.
Crooked prick. Clearly paid off by
Oh, I hate a
Oro
crooked prick.
and the metaphor.
A penis.
A penis. I'm trying to do $1 tickets. Clearly paid him off to do this skit. This is what it was.
Yeah.
It's bollocks.
Oro's a heel now, again.
I'm in disbelief at what's happening here. He used to be such a good storytelling vehicle from top to bottom. of NXT.
devastating.
This must be how Liverpool fans felt when that VAR incident happened. Like, it's just incredulous how unfair it is.
Well, tell us, Joel, how did you feel?
I was there with him.
Oh.
When was this? Sorry.
The VAR, good process, boys. Check complete.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is how I feel about this entire bollocks storyline. And
I
it's got
remember-
himself a
Shandy the bollocks.
I remember Owen finding the screenshot on Twitter, like, look. And I was like,
I
but
mean,
the
it was
lines
there.
were there. And then, no, it turned out he was
proof.
right.
Yeah, outrageous. behaviour.
Crazy.
Again, where's Ava, though? Where's Ava?
She's the
We said jokingly no one's ever said that before, but after this week, oh yeah, God, please,
She's
Ava.
there at the end,
Ava,
though.
we're sorry.
That's what I mean. She's,
Save us 222.
she's been there all along, but she's not on the show. I don't get
Weird,
it.
sort of Nick Aldis-esque behaviour from last week from
It's
Ava.
like having anyone on that England bench who didn't come on. When we need them most. It's obvious,
well,
Gareth. Get them on.
Yeah,
It worked in the semi-final.
It did, yeah.
it did.
Not in the
Not the final.
Great final.
Great final,
Great
didn't we?
match. What a stadium.
Some say it's the greatest semi-final. Backstage, Tony details Charlie he respects what he did for Ren Sinclair. Since the Olympics are coming up, Tony offers to give Tavian Heights a Heritage Cup match next week.
Because he's an Olympian.
He was there in 2020.
Ah, that's right.
He did all the events, every single one.
Did all of them.
Football, basketball, volleyball,
Not
beach
the horses
volleyball,
because they
yeah.
were all dead.
He was the horse.
Because the lack of... That's right, yeah. Because
Another man rode him around those jumps.
Yeah.
It was a
They
shock.
gave him a sugar bag afterwards. Didn't win any gold, but it was a hell of an effort.
We saw as well that the challenge got accepted by the Witches. So with Jackson and Legend versus the Witches next week on NXT.
Absolutely, I can't wait.
What are you saying? Take the bass out your voice
I
there,
think I
Maffew.
wrote
They've
that down.
just
and
been around.
I think
They
he
haven't done
decided.
anything.
I think he decided to skip that. I think I did write it.
You bitch.
No, we're here.
Okay.
In the main event, yeah.
It might have been before.
No.
Damn
I'm actually
it.
right. It's 1-0.
It is.
1-0.
It is. I'll bring on Ivan Tourney. Then you'll be sorry.
It is mad that this entire Charlie murdering a man's just all about the Heritage Cup, though.
Yeah.
What about a murder here? A man's died. We don't know where the body is. And Charlie's like, I'm still coming after that cup.
It drives people mad. It's like the one
Priority
ring.
right, you know?
Yeah. It's mental. In the main event, the Rascals beat Fraser, Axiom, and Evans. They all shake hands afterwards.
Time to play the jingle, Joel, because this was Ron Seal.
Ron Seal does what it says on the tin.
Ron Seal. I think Siobhan should join them to make I've written down the Four Sworcemen. Because with the Rascals, he would have all of the sauce. They just would fit together very well. Zachary Wentz was the man of the match for me. He did the longest ever Bronco Buster. I've never seen a longer Bronco Buster in my life. Later on, his knee to the face of Fraser as he was coming off the ropes could have ended the entire thing. He did a cutter on Siobhan, which Siobhan sold like... No. Yeah, he did a cutter on Siobhan, which Siobhan sold like death. All the six lads nailed what they did, and he got the winning fall as well, did Zachary Wentz.
He did.
With his German name, apparently.
On one of the
Zachary Wentz.
on one of the on one of the tag team champions.
God. Penny just dropped there, sorry.
On one of the tag team champions. The title shot in the future, even though they could have had it on this show if they wanted.
Yeah. That's happy to be a threesome.
Yes.
You know what I said. Stop it. Yeah. Go down, go nuts. All right. Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the wacky NXT flailing, selling stuff there that you expect to see all look very fluid and good. And we're going to get more stuff later on, just to build towards the Axiom Fraser lovers quarrel.
I think that moves a finisher now as well. The pushing shooting star press.
moves,
It should be. It is good, though. A hot fire fling.
Yes.
I liked how the camera missed the final fall as well.
Oh, it did.
Chaos!
It did, yeah.
Excuse me, chaos in the shed.
Chaos at its most chaotic. That'd be a good name for a wrestling event, wouldn't it? Chaos in the shed. Come to the leisure centre near ye. Paige finally meets with Ava backstage. Oh, hooray!
God for that. She's been there the entire night. What are we doing here?
She's been snowed under. Are you doubting that she's the best GM?
I am now.
Oh!
She's like Sheamus in terms of being an absent father. She's an absent GM, an absent mother.
I'll say if he was injured. Right, I see. Paige finally demands a match with Oro. He'll even put the NXT title on the line. Well, he's obviously earned it, and Ava agrees just to shut him up.
I mean, for it's
Wank.
if any NXT wrestlers watching the podcast, and I know many do, Nathan Fraser especially, you just need to attack people, and you'll get a title match eventually.
Yep.
Keep attacking people. You don't need to win matches. You'll get a title shot.
Yeah.
But to your point, is that not how Bron Breakker's got himself a rematch?
Any Raw superstars watching, attack people every chance you get, and you'll
So
get
was
yourself a
Sikoa,
title.
to your point.
Oh, he's a bloodline boy, though, isn't
That's true. Yeah.
But he did pin Cody.
Oh, yeah, he
Oh,
did.
God, he did, aye.
That's
Fair
important.
and square.
Yes, fair enough.
Yeah. And Jacob Fatu landed on a doctor. So
Yeah. I hope she was all right.
she healed herself. The No Quarter Catch crew met with the D'Angelo family backstage. Charlie
Wait, have we not
Dempsey-
finished the
I was gonna
show?
say, well, that was the end, wasn't it?
It's like Pulp Fiction.
Thank God. I thought, like, Jesus, was that not it?
No, Ava was the main event.
That was it. That was actually the main event.
Yeah, yeah.
2 minutes of Ava. That's all we got. Maybe not even that. How are you meant to breathe?
We were on a holding pattern this week. God. AEW Dynamite, blood and guts.
Can I just say, what you're about to talk about here was the highlight of the week. The performance of a certain someone that you're about to mention here.
Alex Marvez.
Unbelievable.
He's the highlight of the week.
Prime NXT from
It was so
You know what? It wasn't far off. Alex Marvez is in the hotel car park trying to interview Will Ospreay, but Ospreay's in a hurry and needs to get to the arena. He discovers that someone has popped the tires of his car, so he gets Marvez's car instead. They screech away like a scene from a buddy cop movie. And then, Marvez says, have you driven in America yet? He's like, he went, yeah, that's his rental car in front of you, you divvy.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone can teleport like ye.
But Ospreay says no. He goes, no.
But Ospreay's a big star. He's a huge star.
He gets driven.
I don't think Ospreay has any time to be like, yeah, Marvis, yeah, all right.
I think he just handsprings to the
You
next.
just shut up.
This was baffling. It was NXT.
It was fantastic.
It really is.
I'm
Big
here in
fan.
the AEW hotel car park. The AEW. Is that the
Why are
Tokyo
you
Dome
here?
Hotel?
Sorry, I'm late to the shit.
Because he wants to get a scoop from Ospreay about
He
what
was
happened
late.
last week about losing the belt
We know he does this. He's got previous.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega's garden.
on the golf course.
They should have gone to the arena where Marvis is already there. Hello, Ospreay. How was the drive?
Oh, aye.
Just
Why
teleport.
wouldn't you- Why wouldn't you wait for him at the arena?
I love
Wouldn't
that
work.
the back window's open as well, so L Scoops can throw in the suitcase as well.
Oh yeah, the car was in. The car was in the
Fantastic.
most obvious. First of all, I don't think Marvez tells Ospreay which car is his, but it's lit up like an objective in a computer game. It's like the camera
Got a
pans
little
out.
arrow above it.
It's so bright.
car, the one right in front of you.
Absolutely fantastic.
Marvis should have said if you're in a car, he goes, by the way, well, that's not my car.
Oh, you should have. You should have.
That would be
You
great.
should have DM'd one of your friends there and got them to change it.
What?
Well, I thought you knew all the AEW, all the friends of Matthews.
I should have told them to go back.
Oh yeah, you should have. Well, I assume you know what's going to happen before the show airs because you.
Oh, right.
Do you get scoops? Like L
Get
Scoops?
this. Alex Marvez, right, Matthew? You're ready. Stop.
Alex Marv.
Get off the phone up for a second. I'm trying to
His
talk to you.
response there makes me think he does get scoops now because it was very suspicious.
Well, we know you've had previous with a certain Mudjaffer.
Would you fuck?
Mudjaffer. I don't want to give away who it is.
No, they don't talk to me anymore. No, sorry. The nerd ones do. But
Yeah.
Who are they
I can't
then?
get any scoops, you know.
Give us some code
the,
names.
the friends of Matthew.
Yeah.
Is,
This fella's got to be a friend of mine.
It's so annoying because he is. Damn it. A team of cheerleaders accompany MJF to the ring. He brags about beating Ospreay, who couldn't hit the Tiger Driver because he's a gutless coward. He warns Swerve that he hasn't taken his eyes off the world title before saying Ospreay should dig a grave next to his fat grandma who's dead and fat.
Jesus.
MJF calls the International Championship worthless, held by workhorses, try again, Matthew, workhorses, there we go, who try too hard to impress the fans. He throws it in the bin and unveils the new American Championship. It gets cheered, so he clarifies he's just talking about Long Island. MJF gets confetti and a giant star-spangled banner with his own face instead of the stars, because he doesn't care about star ratings.
AEW's back. These first two segments back to back.
Yeah, right?
Outside the box stuff, the fun, it's back. Let's go.
Okay.
Ospreay runs through the crowd and chases MJF away. He says he had MJF beat, and also MJF has a small willy, and also Tony Khan has booked a rematch for Wembley.
A lot of different. He packed a lot in there.
MJF looks worried while Ospreay retrieves the original belt from the bin. It would be funny if he found like something else there.
You respect. It's the air.
It's the script for the show.
Evil Uno.
Oh, there's where Marco Stunt lives. He's a really. He's
Nice boy. Seems like a nice boy.
He smells a bit 'cause he's in the bin.
People might be wondering why the Trump impersonations have been a thread through this episode. It's because before the episode, I thought, well, I told the lads, apart from Matthew, that I was going to try and do a Trump impersonation because I felt like I was watching a Trump speech while MJF, or MAGA Jeff, as we should call him now, was cutting his promo. Because obviously he had a very hard match last week, but he was like, it wasn't hard. It was the easiest match of my life. Blah, 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 blah. 5 minutes, yeah. So it felt like a Trump promo. So that's why the thread's been like that this week.
That's why the crowd were cheering him.
I did wait for us to do the Trump impression first before I joined in because I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Didn't want to, you know.
And mine was obviously better.
It's funny you say that because I did see that according to the Americans, they episode of AEW went against Biden's speech, his farewell speech.
Oh, you did a goodbye speech.
Apparently, I mean, I'm not sure if he knew
His
he was saying
hands were
goodbye or
like
not.
this, like he was holding a little globe.
Oh, nice.
And everyone was like, what's he doing with his hands? Just a knackered old man.
Summoning the Illuminati. Help me.
Charging up.
I did see someone say, like, Jericho's that much of a worker, he's timed his entrance with just as the speech was ending.
Oh, wow.
So everyone's flicking back over. Aye!
He's the demo god.
Wow.
I don't know if that was true. Like,
See, it could be with him. You never
what
know.
year was it, right? Was it the last election year in America when MJF was feuding with Moxley and did his dishonest John and all that stuff? He's done this before. He's done the politician thing when he had the feud with Moxley for the belt. Do you remember? He had like an
rings a bell.
inauguration speech and stuff, and he was calling him like dishonest John or something like that. He was very Trump-esque then as well.
Was that the first Moxie feud?
He
right?
lost it. He
That was-
lost to Moxley, yeah.
That was 2018, wasn't it?
No, I think it was like 2021.
well, AEW
Oh,
started
God,
in
yeah.
19.
It was during. I
Christ.
feel like it was. I feel like it was during like the
I picked
limited.
that year.
I feel like it was during like the limited crowds.
Yeah, definitely.
Daly's
limited crowd.
place.
So yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
lockdown then. Yeah, so 2021
So
could be a thing.
he's
Yeah.
doing this because it's the election again. I know your game. Sorry. Sounded really nerdy there. I know your game.
Yeah, of all the times that, be anti. Bit odd going like, yay, pro America, I'm changing the title belt. Crowd in America. Yay!
Yeah.
No, don't do that. I was like,
Yeah, but they're coming to England, aren't they? And the guy's feuding with his English. So it's going to go badly in Wembley. There'll be riots, I tell you.
Yeah.
Rubbish will be thrown.
The rematch being booked is
no.
the rematch being booked is a strange one for me because they've wrestled for an hour. What have they got left?
It's exactly what I thought. MJF is a dickhead. Whatever, film at 11. I thought the guy that had a Dolly Parton is mid sign the crowd did a better job of being heel.
Oh.
I didn't.
It's a hell of a sign.
I was trying to
How
think.
dare you?
I was trying to think in my head, why do I find it so funny when Christian does this sort of stuff, but not when MJF does it? And I think it's because Christian does it so blatantly and so like not ironically, but like it's so
Dryly.
Flagrant and
He's not grinning as he says
MJF's
it.
doing it. I'm going to say something outrageous to get heat. And
I didn't even blink. Ha, your grandmother's fat and dead.
I know,
All right,
it was,
cool.
yeah.
been
AEW's
here
back.
before.
Let's go. You gotta place the grave far away from the grandmas because she's that fat. I hope she wasn't really fat because that's a bit harsh.
Not that, yeah. And also, a football field away. That's pretty big.
Yeah, like how big are we talking here? Like,
Yeah.
she's the size of a kraken.
Maybe she was, that was such a bad joke, sorry.
Go on.
Maybe she's an aeroplane and that's why he can fly.
Oh God.
All right, carry on. Please don't linger. Why are we lingering on that? You made me
That's
say
even
it.
worse than I thought it was going to
You
be.
made me say it.
Grandma was an airplane.
Stop it.
Grandma was an aeroplane.
If my grandmother had wheels, she'd
be an aeroplane.
Why are we lingering on this one so long?
But yeah, the entire
No, this is deliberate now. He's doing this on purpose.
he's lost his head on the.
Yes.
The
This is because I told him his joke was crap. Revenge.
So they buried the airplane.
Yeah.
That's what you do when airplanes die.
Yes, you do.
They buried them in a field.
Next to the rest of the
Do you see why Richard Branson started Virgin?
Why?
So he wanted to go and meet this lass in some island somewhere, and he had to charter his own plane because he couldn't get on the flight; it was cancelled. And
Probably
so
Epstein Island.
after, so then after that, he went and bought.
sorry.
He went and bought a couple of second-hand planes, and Virgin was born. But this entire segment was putrid. It was the point. I very much enjoyed it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you're supposed to go. He's a bad guy.
And
All right, cool.
Especially when I just thought of Shane Gillis doing Trump. And then when MJF said,
You were happy seeing the segment because you knew you could do Trump stuff on the podcast.
when MJF was like, oh, we had to pretend that anyone from outside our great nation mattered, I was like, it's him again. He's come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to pay off at Wembley.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
I don't get the title being changed again.
They're going to London. What are we missing here?
Yeah, but like
We don't like America.
Remember
We do
the-
like America.
the secondary TNA title gets
We're
like
great
rebranded.
friends. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk of you. The TNA title getting rebranded from like the Legends to I forgot the names.
Yeah, I know what
Used
you
to be-
mean.
Was it used to be US title?
Global or something?
Global. It's getting changed all the time, and you're like, all right, you're kind of devaluing the title by changing its name.
Yeah, but Ospreay's done this. For me, it's too close to his storyline in New Japan towards the end when him and Moxley were feuding over the. I think he changed it to like the. He won like the. I can't even remember now. He won a mid-tier belt, changed it to like the British belt,
Oh, okay.
but then David Finlay won it and changed it to the global belt or something. So it's quite similar. I think this might be an Ospreay creative decision.
Oh, okay.
That's a guess. That's pure guesswork.
Fair enough then.
I think it's classic old wrestling bollocks, isn't it? We're going to London.
Yeah.
We're fighting a guy from the south, like Wembley's in the south.
Do you think there'll be a stipulation to make it different from the really long singles match?
MJF must become British if he
loses.
loses.
I just can't picture Ospreay and
My
MJF
jolly fellow.
having a hardcore battle.
Does have a top hat.
My jolly fella.
Yeah, maybe there'll be some sort of like American stipulation to make it even more in MJF's favour in foreign land.
American rules.
Hot dogs.
Yeah.
A barbecue off.
You ever seen a hot dog and a root beer before you wrestle?
Austin and Bischoff's feud, isn't it? The redneck
God,
game or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
What was that called? The Redneck Triathlon?
Yes, that was
God,
it.
I-
Yeah.
Anyway, backstage, Bryce Rensburg is ready to do the coin flip to decide the entrance order for Blood and Guts. He finds the Elite standing over a prone Christopher Daniels. Matthew Jackson wants to use his own coin instead, and surprise, surprise, the Elite win. They wonder where Hangman Page is.
I like the Hangman wasn't there because all he cares about is effing Swerve.
Yeah.
Effing him up, not the sexy way.
Nah, I think it was too over
so he doesn't like the Elite. He just wants to hurt Swerve, so him not being there makes sense. Daniel's having a nap on the floor. I thought was a bit unprofessional.
Well, he's about 50 years old, so I need one there on the concrete.
I thought a bit at the very end summed up, sort of was like a little microcosm of the.
Jesus, sorry.
I can't hit the mic, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Though the end of this was a little microcosm of
Joe Starberry, man.
Okay.
I beg your pardon.
I thought the end of this promo segment, my jolly fellow, was a nice microcosm of the negative side of the Young Bucks, because he shows the coin's got two sides. We knew that. It's very obvious. Do you know what I mean?
But that's the thing. Yeah, you are
They
right.
do- they do,
does some of them,
yeah.
Hey guys, do you get the obvious? Yeah, we get. Oh well, we're heels. Yeah, okay.
Oh, here's both the Bucks. Bryce is also a terrible ref, or was he scared they'd beat him up if he didn't comply?
They're EVPs, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
They make
Yeah,
the
what can you
rules
do
as
about
they
it?
go along, yeah.
And then Jericho defends the FTW title against Minoru Suzuki. They chop each other lots of times, and Jericho eventually wins after a low blow. Suzuki hits Jericho with a pile driver to the bell, but Big Bill and Brian Keith run in to beat him down. Shibata and his brain make the save.
Yeah.
This is the best thing Jericho's done in a long, long time.
Oh, you like the chop?
I really enjoyed the choppy chops. Really enjoyed it. I like the shoot blood that appeared on Jericho's titties. The match was different from what we see on AEW just because it was chop after chop after chop. I'm sure there's a historical match that it was referencing from way back in
Jericho
day.
did this before, I think, with Ishii.
Did he?
Not as
A year
long
or
as
so
this,
ago.
though, yeah.
No, but I remember Jericho bleeding from his tits.
What's the match? Is it Sasaki and
Kobashi.
Bashi?
and
Yeah.
that,
That's like the best one of
that's the
these,
one.
yeah.
Tenryu bladed his tits for Kobashi because he's a pro.
Oh, that's a bit far. Not the
Tenryu,
forehead,
nah.
but the chest, though.
Tenryu doesn't care. Tenryu allegedly has
voice
steel
ball.
ball implants
Right.
Steel ball implants.
in his balls.
Is that true?
It's interesting.
It's one of those long rumors that's never been confirmed nor denied, so I'll say it on a podcast.
Richard Tubman, when he was a local wrestler in his teenage years,
Oh, God, where's this going?
one of his rivals was called Balls of Steel. And the signature spot they would do is that Richard would come off the middle rope. No, Balls of Steel would come off the middle rope. Richard would drop a knee, like an atomic drop kind of thing. Balls of Steel would no sell it. Because he's got Balls of Steel.
It's good, that.
We had a lad in the air above us at school who was the goalkeeper for the football team, dived. He was a bigger lad. So
I've heard this.
he landed. His thighs clapped together and he lost a bollock because of it.
He's done it again. He's done the thing your dad does.
Yeah, Ross's vicious story.
Oh, were you there?
That man became
That was the air above. We just heard about it, yeah.
that man became Jimmy Pooman on Cameo, or his bloody name is.
Yeah, but the blow was really effective on the chest of Jericho. Could tell it was a shoot.
No break there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jericho got a good match.
Minoru using the chair as on the chopping hand. Great tactics in such a match.
I can't believe you can lose a ball between your thighs. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's terrifying,
Yeah,
isn't it?
so scary.
They can twist as well. 2.5 Men ruined that for me.
I'm gonna faint.
The episode where Charlie Sheen's bollocks get twisted, he's in agony.
Yeah, it's another TV show I watched that have that, and I'm like, yeah, and they said, make sure you don't twist your bollocks. I'm like, I wasn't planning on it, but now you've told me, I'm definitely not going to.
And yeah, who would have thought it? Minoru Suzuki is too upstanding a citizen because he could have gone for a dick shot anytime he wanted, but he didn't, and Jericho did, and that's why he won.
Yeah. Jericho with a big win over Suzuki. I
Is
guess
it a
they're-
big win?
I guess they're
Like-
friends.
It was always going to happen.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I don't know. I like the chops, but I'm like, hey, it's Suzuki, and it's like, yeah, okay, he's done everything here
Are
already.
you sick of Suzuki?
I don't get. He's just, hey, it's him. It's like, okay.
He was good in this match, though. He didn't even get hurt once by any chops, and they look really hard.
I feel like what's happened is that Matthew's seen more of Suzuki, maybe, and he's now had too much Suzuki. Whereas for you, Suzuki's still fresh.
Well, he's been watching WCPW, so he
Oh,
would have
God,
had that.
yeah.
Oh God, we're not there yet, but we're getting.
How could they do that to him?
Oh God, they hate that got.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, just in the predictions video for the all-in card, I went for Hook versus Jericho singles. Joe comes back after a Hook win to set up All Out. So Jericho's got like a...
That makes sense.
Oh my
What do we
God.
think about that?
How many glass references are there going to be in Jack Perry versus Darby?
Probably as many as. But yeah, probably as many as we get online whenever he does anything. Anyway, God. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I don't really care about seeing Hook versus Jericho. I don't think they have good chemistry.
Let me get the title
but-
back, the win back from the big pay-per-view
Yeah.
loss.
But I'd like to see
kinda
Joe
lost the
beat
feud.
up Jericho. That's what
Joe,
I'd like.
yeah. He's been gone since he got driven through that wall.
That cardboard wall.
For anyone listening,
AEW's back.
for anyone tuning in who drops in and out occasionally, we praised Dynamite a lot the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
it was very good when it was good, but this week.
Well, we'll get to it. Yeah. Renee interviews Willow Nightingale. He recently won the
Sinister.
Oh, yeah,
Whoa,
what's that?
someone's
sorry.
getting taken to the woodshed at the end, aren't they?
Yeah.
who recently won the CMLL Women's Championship. Stokely Hathaway distracts her, allowing Chris Statlander to beat her down. They want a title eliminator match next week, not just a title match.
Yeah.
So I reckon they're going to have Chris win next week, and then Wembley will be a CMLL title defense now. And I hope some kind of hardcore affair.
Oh.
Yes, get the bells and the whistles on there.
Yeah. They do hate each other, so it would make sense.
Shark Cage, Stokely.
The only reason I can think it's a title eliminator match is because Chris is definitely winning, and they don't want to switch the title.
Right.
Which kind of gives away maybe even the finish of the Wembley match. Because Willow will retain if that.
When you put it like that, yeah, you're right.
Maybe.
Willow should as well, because Chris and Stokely cost her in the Owen.
Yes, of course.
Get her win back. And she's 2-1 up currently in singles matches. So a win for Chris next week will make it Desmond 2-2. And then Willow gets the 3-2.
It's almost awkward that she's won this title, because it's just like, oh, well, we can't ever just do something else. We need to have these little stipulation
Do you
matches.
reckon this was meant to be Stephanie Vacour?
Maybe.
Because the same.
Maybe, yeah. That was very last minute.
Maybe.
So.
I think Chris and
Chris and
Willow
Willow's-
was
yeah,
always
of
the
course.
plan,
Yeah.
whether the title was
Yeah,
there
but
or
on the
not,
build up to it, right. We've seen an interview from earlier today with Bryan Danielson. He talks about the state of his neck and wants to just enjoy the moment at Wembley Stadium. Jarrett interrupts and says he was crushed not to win the Owen tournament, but Bryan is the perfect person to get the title shot. Swerve knows exactly what he needs to do at Wembley, but does Bryan? Or does he already have one foot out the door? Jarrett tells him to go all in. Hey.
Kick his
Yeah.
bleeping head in!
Danielson says he's got some work to do.
Yes.
What a lovely
I
segment.
think it's the best thing on the show.
Absolutely.
There's an extended one on Yocho, which I'm yet to see, which I'm no doubt is fantastic as well.
An
but yeah.
extender.
Yes. That was very good.
Yeah, I don't have no more to add to
I
that.
thought it really. It's because without making it too obvious,
This is a joke about
without making it too obvious, and not doing that thing where it kind of breaks kayfabe or whatever. But they've managed to kind of reference the fact that Bryan he's too selfless. He never wants to win big matches and big titles, and he's kind of gone, "Are you really locked in for this?" And I just thought it was really well done. And Bryan's like, "Oh,
That's what's going to have someone older than, wiser than you to go, this might be it.
yeah."
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see which way it goes, because the quote, he was like, my neck's fixable, but it needs to remain fixable after the match as well. So either he's going to go down a blaze of glory and his neck's not going to be fixable afterwards, and that's the end, or it'll pay off and he'll win the title.
Is Swerve going to do something really bad to him?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
This is Swerve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a horrible guy.
Yeah. It's going to kill Danielson.
Oh my God.
Behead him near the Towers of London.
Put on a spike so traders of the Empire can see it. Britt Baker beats Hikaru Shida. Mercedes Moné comes out to answer Britt's challenge for All In, and her answer is nah. Camille makes her surprise debut or return to attack Britt from behind. She beats Britt down and raises Moné's hand.
She's got a heavy.
A big old heater.
Yeah.
An
She's got a
extender.
shooter.
Yeah.
She's finally got a new Tamina from the Team Bad Days.
Yeah.
Unity!
If they waited a few weeks, could have had the real one.
I think that obviously Britt and Hikaru have got good chemistry because they've wrestled a million times back when they were both champions.
Hikaru Shida, it just is a lot more captivating for me than what she used to be. I don't know whether it's the new hair, the new attire, I don't know what's going on. But watching her in matches, she was always a good wrestler, but I never really got hooked by one of her matches until she
Okay.
did the hardcore stuff with Nyla Rose, I seem to remember.
That was a good match.
But yeah, in this match here, just the stuff she was doing, the nice sort of chain wrestling sequences at the start, she was just very, very captivating. And apparently there was some reference to a Yakuza game or something, Maffew.
Oh, we need Sam on. He knows about that.
Saw it on Twitter, I thought you would know.
I don't really play them. I know there's a bunch of wrestlers in.
Fair.
Especially Masa Chono, who was legitimately affiliated with the Yakuza, which is a bit on the nose.
I thought that was just his gimmick. Why wore the sunglasses?
No,
and
yeah,
that?
because he was like, have the Yakuza kick. Yeah, because he was the Yakuza's favorite wrestlers. So it was really open and really one of these things you go, oh, that's aged well, hasn't it? So he's in the Yakuza game. I'm
It's
like,
weird
all
over
right,
there
fine.
how it's just part of
It was a big part of it. Now
life.
it's not now.
Is it not?
According to everybody, yeah, the Yakuzas,
It's on
the
its arse.
Yakuzas
Yakuza's on its arse.
influences a lot, yes, than it used to
Right.
be, when it was practically essential.
When we were in Tokyo, Sam pointed out, or was it Richard? One of the two weeby boys pointed out to me a logo on a building and went, that's the Yakuza's logo or a certain branch or whatever, a certain
Right.
gang. That means that they have a hand in that business. I was like, that's quite blatant.
The way you said that, I was definitely Richard.
Do you think?
Yeah. If it was Sam, it would have been like a PowerPoint presentation. Point would have been out. Books everywhere.
Sam's into
Sam knows everything.
Sam's into He's in the biker gangs now. He was telling me the other day about.
He's in the biker gangs?
He was telling me about the history of the Hells Angels and the Outlaws. Yeah.
All right.
A lot of information's in Sam's
He was
head.
telling me about that as well.
Sam has that thing that I have where it's just like, can I overshare what I've been reading on Wikipedia? I completely understand
Did he
it.
tell you about the Adios acronym? Angels die in outlaw states. That's the Outlaws.
Right.
Cool thing to say. I'm not
I
a
don't think
big
he did.
biker gang.
We were talking about the bike riders, you know, the new film.
The film, yeah.
Oh,
we got
that's
to
why.
Is that why he's got
That's
into it?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I can't remember what he said exactly.
He's Sam Driver, but he'll turn into Sam Biker.
Oh, we let him get away with that one after what he did to me before.
And his grandma's a bike.
I tell you what, though, Camille looked like China. That's not a Donald Trump reference from me there. She just looked like the wrestler China doing that
was a good China joke.
torture rack bomb on Britt Baker. Looked devastating the way she was shaking that body around.
But when she stood next to Mercedes Moné, I thought the height difference wasn't as severe as I thought it would be.
She had lifts on as well, did
Mercedes.
Camille, yeah.
Unless Mercedes also had lifts on.
She had rootin' tootin' cowboy boots, I do believe.
Oh, she wasn't
Yeehaw.
wrestling. Of course, she was in a. Yeah, okay, fair enough. She was wearing a hat.
Made Maffew love those cowboy boots, apparently.
The fans in Nashville don't deserve to see Christian Cage in person, so tonight he'll be conducting his business from the bowels of the arena.
I love
Ooh.
that. Just the way he's just. That's why I'm here in the bowels of the. Everything's so sinister.
And he was holding all three titles by
Yes.
himself.
All of them.
What a
Yeah.
dick.
Well, it's nice in the case of Luchasaurus, so they don't get himself more hurt. He brags about winning the trios titles and says Nick Wayne is going to win the are you ready for this? The Royal Rampage match on Friday to get a title shot.
That's all right. Everyone,
this is nothing
Legally
new.
distinct enough.
everyone loves a rumble.
This is
I'm
nothing
all right.
new. They've done it before.
I hear Professor Pepe's going to be in it.
A Royal Rampage.
Oh.
I'm sure they have.
I'm sure they have. I forgot about it because it's Rampage.
I don't mind. Everyone likes a rumble.
A Rampage.
A rampage,
Stop it,
so a
how
royal
dare you.
rampage. Yeah.
Triceptosaurus injury.
Oh.
Hey? And his grandma was a tricep muscle.
Wayne starts to cut a promo, but it's distracted by Kip Sabian, who's hanging around again. Nick tells Kip that he'll be the one to eliminate him on Rampage, and also nobody cares that his dad is dead.
It's going somewhere. It's going. This is so in the seeds.
Hopefully Kip gets adopted. That's where we're going.
Yeah, I think that's
isn't
what he's looking for, isn't
it?
he?
Yeah. I need a new daddy.
Do you think he will eliminate Nick?
I don't care.
And then Christian's like,
Honestly.
son, you've let me down. I'll have the
Yeah.
better boy with
I'll have the new son.
with the racist mustache.
Oh, dearie dear.
It's a big old dirty Hogan, isn't it?
Yes.
Big old dirty Hogan, nothing worse. Park wins a quick match against Boulder of the Iron Savages. Yeah, cheers,
Why
pal.
did they change their names, the Iron Savages? So now he's just Boulder. But I'm sure before Boulder was the surname, and there was like Bear Boulder and
Yeah.
Billy Boulder. I don't know.
Something like that,
Bronson, wasn't it?
Bronson Boulder.
Bronson Boulder.
But now it's just Bronson and Boulder.
Yeah.
Because they're sipping sauce and living house
Yeah.
with that man I never know the name of. The one
Jacked Jameson.
that rings a bell.
Pack one, you happy with
Yeah.
Just to
Big
remind,
brainbuster.
remind everybody, the Pac is still the number one contender for the now American Championship.
Is he?
Yeah. But
Oh.
he won't be in the match at Wembley. Been robbed by TK.
Yeah, he has.
They mentioned this on commentary as well in this match.
It's always London getting all the...
So in my, I'm going to go for one of my predictions again. I went for Hologram versus Pac because I feel like they're going balls in on Hologram, but could also be Trevor, mystery opponent kind of thing. Ricochet for the people at home.
Yes. Ricky Shea, or whatever his new name's going to be. But
I think
yeah.
Keep Ricochet used it before.
Oh, that's right. Yes, sorry.
But Pac went in with a brainbuster with a bit of a shock. It's not even one of his top moves. One of his top 5 moves on a compilation on YouTube.
But I like, but I do like it that he won with his secondary move in a quick match. It needs to happen more.
Brian does that well. He uses a variety. And Moxley. And I'm
Yeah.
glad the Pac's also doing it.
Good lad. Swerve Strickland cuts a promo with the rest of Team AEW, but Darby Allin takes issue with Swerve referring to himself as the leader. Everybody bickers into Mark Briscoe, brings them all together, but Darby still walks of his own because he's an emo.
It's like scenes at the Cultaholic office, that promo.
What, who's the
You're
leader?
not the leader.
I'm the leader.
We're all leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sowing seeds for some kind of Darby versus Swerve thing down the line. Arthur Ashe, maybe. Oh.
Is Arthur Ashe... That's after all in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Middle to end of September.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
The middle to end.
My dad died on that day in that song, the 21st. So I do remember.
Jesus Christ. That's such a jaunty song as well. Like,
Yeah, everyone's in Weatherspoons. Hiya. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, mate.
I don't know whether
Jesus.
to laugh or not. I don't know whether it's...
I'd said it to make a joke.
Oh, that's all right.
To make
Okay.
people awkward.
Oh,
It
God.
worked,
That's
thank
all
you.
I've got.
I wouldn't have the balls of Chrissy or MJF to just pitch that. Imagine pitching that to someone backstage. You know how your grand just died? Can I...
Yeah, it's got the real
Unless
conversation.
Osprey's like, go for it first.
Were you close to her?
Yeah.
You were. Well, can you just say no so I can say this? Mariah May wins a squash match against Kate Land Alexis.
Kate Land, yes.
No, Land of Kate.
The glamour. Mariah May.
That's right. Tony Storm music hits, but it's just a silly prank by Mariah. Got you just a little bit. But Tony does actually appear, sliding into the ring wearing a cunning disguise. They brawl until referees hold them apart. Tony asks Mariah if she's ready to die, because Tony is.
Do it properly, Maffew. Come on now. Give it some chutzpah.
I don't have that.
Take those headphones off.
I'm not going to do it.
Oh. I ready to die because Tony is. Audio listeners, Jack.
But it was very Australian, and you love any opportunity to do a kind of a screechy Australian voice, don't you?
Oh, the drama.
I do have my Australian friend who hates it, yeah.
Are you ready to die?
Are you ready to die?
There we go. There you go. You flaming galah.
Storm the crowd.
Tony was still more dramatic than I thought she'd be. I thought she'd be fully back to old war paint, Tony.
It was a reference to a Quentin Tarantino film this week.
Well,
She's gold dust essentially now.
On commentary, they said she looks like she's out of a Tarantino film, but I don't know which one.
I think it's what's his face?
Pulp Fiction. John Travolta.
She had a black wig on.
And she went, oh, was she dressed like... Oh, she was wearing the shirt. I've got the shirt with her on. Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman.
Marcellus
Oh, I
Wallace's,
didn't get that.
Marcellus Wallace's wife.
Yeah.
Maya Wallace.
Of course, yeah.
Mia.
And the mother of Thingy from Stranger Things.
And the bride in Kill
Yeah.
Bill.
Maya Hawke.
Huh?
What? Oh, yeah, that's her
Mother of Maya
daughter.
Hawke.
That's a daughter.
Yeah.
And Poison Ivy in Botman.
What?
Batman.
Sven Botman.
The match. Shoot drop kicks from Mariah May were all fantastic. It was a squash match, but all of her stuff looked like it hurt, so it was good. Continues that momentum. She uses Storm Zero as well. What
And
message?
the hip attack.
What message is she sending here?
Are you going to be cross if she loses? She probably won't lose.
I don't care who wins that one. It's going to be a good time nonetheless.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
And I can see it either way, because if Mariah wins, she's the new big heel. But if Tony wins, she needs revenge. She got bloodied by her. So
Yeah.
yes. Bloody hell.
Hope that Tony Khan doesn't think that many people will care that Mariah is English. Because like last year, none of us really cared that Saraya was English.
But Mariah is from London itself. Oh, people travel from all over for all in, don't
Do
they?
you cry, Maffew, when Saraya won the title last year?
Cry when she made her entrance.
But it depends, because if it was... Everyone wanted Osprey to win. He got a big reaction.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even in
You
the
know what I
title
mean,
match.
though? Because
I know.
Tony sort of misjudged
Tony's very popular.
the night's viewing over here in England. Tony Khan, sorry, not Tony Storm.
Oh, right.
Tony Storm,
Last year.
but might get cheered still.
Yeah. She probably will.
I still think Mariah will.
I think there'll be a little bit of support, but Tony's going to get the overwhelming cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Can I just say before we do this,
okay.
Dean Malenko did the voiceover for the Blood and Guts video package. Sounds pretty much spot on like Freddie Blassie during the Attitude Era
Oh
when
my
he was
God.
doing the voiceovers.
I didn't think about that.
Undertaker and Kane versus Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I can't do
Wow.
it, but it's very, very
I still
good.
hear the voices.
Just a bit of gravel adds a bit of
Freddie Blassie.
sinister to the promo packages. Very good.
Yeah, but I thought Dean Malenko...
voice. One of those voices.
I was like, Dean Malenko, you know who's been had a lot of dirty, violent cage matches involving weapons? Dean Malenko.
I did wonder about that, but
But he sounds all gravelly,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what we need, isn't it?
Yeah, just like Freddie Blassie.
is
Just
on
like Vince Jones Austin Theory promos.
is on not still about Anderson?
He's not in the company.
He left, yeah, didn't
Oh
he?
God, all right.
The main event is the... We shot Billy Gunn doing this.
Ah.
They were naked. I was naked. Main event is the Blood and Guts match. Hangman Page doesn't arrive in time. Waiting instead to attack Swerve as he enters the match.
Brilliant.
Hates
He
him.
doesn't care about the match.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Page handcuffs Swerve to the cage wall and beats him unconscious. The Bucks angrily tell Hangman to join the match or be fired. He reluctantly does. Jeff Jarrett eventually comes out to set Swerve free, and Nana cuts a hole in the cage wall so he can join the match. Later, both Hangman and Swerve fall off the side of the stage. The babyfaces take control of the match and handcuff Jack Perry to the cage wall. Darby threatens to set him on fire, so Matthew Jackson offers him a TNT title shot at Wembley. That's not enough, so Matthew quits the match to save Perry. What did you think, Ross?
I absolutely loved it up until the finish. That's my own personal opinion.
Okay.
I loved all how it was a series of sort of little feuds as part of a bigger feud, and those little feuds were intertwined with each other, like Nick Jackson killing Anthony Bowens through the 4 tables off the side of the cage. Mark Briscoe going after people. That's not a good example of what I'm trying to say, but Darby going after Jack at the end there.
Swerve and Hangman.
Yeah, Swerve and Hangman, obviously, because Darby was the one who initially said, like, oh, I want a TNT title shot at Wembley, or I'll set you on fire. And Matt was like, no, don't do it. I love the brutality of certain things that happened in the match, like Darby with the skateboard on Matt Jackson's arm.
Looked great.
Bowens with the scissors. Oh, goodness me. The barbed wire board.
That's
all
why
that
Arn
sort-
Anderson wasn't in this. Sorry.
See, someone's pretending to be Sid on Twitter now, aren't they? Was that?
Every few months, someone pretends to be Sid, and then people have to go, it's not him.
Yeah. Can Sid work Twitter? That's a question.
Sid's a big worker.
Imagine his thumb's massive. Can't type properly. All the 5 lads with the staplers and calling back to Swerve liking getting stapled and then stapling himself. It's just gnarly stuff that you wouldn't see in other wrestling promotions, which is a good thing when it's the alternative, and I like that sort of stuff. Really liked Hangman's performance in the match, especially when he didn't come out, but then came out and attacked Swerve from behind. The handcuffs, kinky. Didn't need to say that, but I did anyway. I like the standoff in the ring. I liked him and Okada, that little back and forth, because Page was only there for one reason. Okada kind of stopped him and then had an issue with what he was trying to do. So that, to me, has set up a continental title match for All In.
And they both do lariats.
Yes, they both did lariats as well, because there was the buckshot that went wrong as well.
Yeah.
He got Okada when he didn't mean to.
Mark Briscoe's J Driller on Okada was cool, wasn't
All of his J drillers at the end were
Yes.
fantastic. Darby with the Spider-Man coffin drop. The chair shot.
Yeah.
Gimmick chair.
Gimmick chair, apparently. The reports come out.
Hang on, we did this last time.
It was
We-
shaved down, apparently.
What does that mean?
Don't know.
What?
Like thinned out.
Do you think they're just pretending
With
to
that
stop
thin chair?
so they don't get in trouble?
I think that's it.
Do you think?
Yeah.
It was very Raven. Wait, who
I
was
think
it?
that
Was it
Raven, Tommy
Dreamer?
Dreamer giving it to Raven.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because they made a big thing that was saying, like, Raven's just like, oh, like, instead of me getting hit loads of times, just hit me once with it.
Yeah.
And that makes it mean a lot more.
True.
It was really effective because the camera was nice up and close, and Jack's bleeding and hung up and whatnot.
Jesus
and then
Christ.
I can see why obviously people were like, because obviously we know what the damage a chair shot does to
Yeah.
the head. We know, but if they've used a gimmick chair, which to be fair, it did have like scapegoat. So
Yeah.
they couldn't use the wrong one.
It's a good point, actually, yeah.
So
So
if
in
it's
the back,
gimmick-
warning, don't worry, this chair is paper thin.
If
It's
they're
all right.
gimmicked and the doctors are fine with it, we should be fine with it as well.
Yeah, and you can tell it was gimmick because it didn't knock him out like Raven.
Yeah.
Did that knock him out?
Yeah, he was just there, like, he was only held up by the
I thought
thing.
that
It was
was-
such a cool image. And
I
Tommy
thought
just
it
went,
I
"Ugh."
thought it was selling. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it knocked him out.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, he was selling that. He was not.
Oh, right. I thought you meant-
sorry.
But I wouldn't have been surprised if Dreamer had actually knocked Raven
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
ACW, man.
Yeah.
He did that, and he's still working that gimmick 30 years later.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, okay, cool. What do you think, Jack?
I agree with Ross, I think. I liked a lot of it. And then the finish was a little bit too like an angle. Instead of, I know there's only so many ways you've got to really rack your brain, I suppose, to think of a finish to the match. What can make one team quit? So I get why they did it, but there was just something about it that I couldn't fully get on board with. But on the positive, sorry.
Sorry, it was just because you saw all these massive spots happen all the way through the match. It felt like it was building to something even bigger than what
We
we
used
saw.
to do these in these matches, right?
And then it built to an angle, which sort of like I saw what they were trying to do, obviously, but it didn't. Obviously, people might think it was great, but to me, it just felt like it was going in another direction and went somewhere completely different at the
It
end.
felt a bit awkward when he went, all right, fine, I quit. And the crowd kind of went, yay. Like, it didn't get the big, like, get in, I've done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What did you think? I can tell you've been waiting.
I liked the action was all right, but I think I'm getting desensitized to these matches when there's only so much you can do when we've seen them. But the spots were well done. Not being a negative Nancy about that. Mark Briscoe I loved because he gets to do these type of matches and looks wonderful in them. He has that crazy energy you expect from these. Highlight was just Swerve and Hangman, the little limited interaction with it. But yeah, you're right. It was like it's almost like Blood and Guts was in the way of the main story to get to Wembley. Like, all right, how do we get around this roadblock? I always won't have them interact much and involved in the match, which again I'm happy for because it's how it should be. But at the same time, you're like, oh yeah, this pesky cage match we have to book every year.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
funny because WWE have stopped doing Hell in a Cell every year, but AEW still does this. So I think sometimes it can just be like a thing they have to do rather than want to do.
I think
but
that
the spots were
also
there.
like War Games is like such a sign of like the alternative to WWE. So they feel like they've got to kind of have a War Games match, I suppose.
Right, and if they didn't do it as an annual thing, I think it would mean more. But,
Yeah.
But anyway, that's beside the point. it was funny watching a card and not want to like get and do anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm doing that crazy stuff. You do it. Spots were there. They like the action. And yeah, like the Acclaimed, looking like they belong there because they've been, before the Bucks feud, they were a bit pushed aside. But, you know, hey, it's the Acclaimed. We're here. All right, see you next week.
Yeah.
So it's nice seeing them in the main event and looking like they belong and getting to do the wacky hardcore stuff. So I like that.
Yeah, I
and
hope
everything, all the parts gel together, as you said, the feuds.
I hope the table bit doesn't wipe them out the tag team match at Wembley.
It better not.
Yeah,
See, like,
because I still think they've got that momentum.
They've got ages, yeah. They've got ages.
It's only a month. It's a month today.
Oh,
Certainly
Triple
is.
H fell off a forklift and came out.
Kane fell into a pit of fire.
Yeah.
And then,
I felt bad for Shivani at one point
oh, go on.
because he was trying to explain why Swerve was once he Nana cuts the hole in the thing and he comes in, he starts clearing out the heels. And it's like, Swerve's finally made it into the match. And Shivani goes, he's been handcuffed, he's fresh. And either Taz or Excalibur goes, he got knocked out with the belt.
He's handcuffed. He's fresh.
Because he's had a rest. It wasn't,
rest.
It wasn't as bad as like when Coachman just thought the bear hug was
Oh,
like,
that Ronda
yeah,
Rousey bit.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't hurting her. I mean, she's getting a nice rest. It's like, she's in a hole, the idiot. But yeah, but the finish. So brave heel Perry takes all the offense and is also doing the Jesus scapegoat thing, I guess. I guess it's symbolism. So he's held up. He refuses to surrender, and so his mates have to. So the face is going to set the heel on fire, but then the pussy heel has to then do him out. Because Jack Perry is too much of a badass, but he's also a bitch. Again, I've said this beforehand. You can't be a badass bitch.
He's not a bitch, he's a badass.
He's a badass, yeah. Where's he been a bitch?
Apart from in the footage they deliberately aired of him losing a scuffle. Maybe this,
Yeah, apart from that everyone saw.
Maybe this was part of his like condition to Tony. Like, if I don't sue you for an unsafe work environment, you've got to make me look really cool and badass.
Yeah, but that's it. But then he's also like the Bucks' friends. We keeps him get put in positions that he's supposed to not deserve, like the ladder match. But then he wins. So I mean, so
could
you're a
be
bitch that
storyline.
wins. That's not a character.
Well, the corporate Rock back in the 90s, he was put in positions that he shouldn't have been. But he was
yeah,
good
but then he'd
enough to-
lose.
No, he would win.
He'd lost the title.
MJF, for a large portion of his run, was a bitch that won in matches he shouldn't really.
Hulk Hogan in WCW.
But it could be.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It could be storyline as well, because like Jack could be like, "Oh, Dad, what'd you do that for?"
But he's like, yeah, let him set me on fire.
Maybe
I'm
he's-
so cool.
maybe
But I'm
there's
like, well, I don't.
Well, I thought it
I'm
was
gonna-
quite face-ish as well because they lingered on him and Matt Jackson staring at each other. And Matt Jackson's like, oh, how to do it. And Jack Perry's just like, you idiot. And I thought, is this a...
You
is it-
idiot! Burn me alive!
Well, yeah, is there a
Like,
face
what?
turn? Is there a face turn coming? Or was it deliberate?
Oh, I'm not cheering him.
I'm not gonna judge that yet because I feel like it might have been so
Yeah.
in the seat.
I
Yeah.
agree.
He's as well written as a 12-year-old's original character. In the
I
back
just
of the
made
book.
I thought a sensible point.
Yeah, it's gonna. We've got all in and all out to do. So yeah.
I hope he's not on either of them.
Oh, the
Rubbish.
heat.
Miserable bastard.
Yes, the only way he'd have heat is if Darby Allin set him on fire. There you go. There's the line. So it was all right, but I'm kind of over Blood and Guts. It's like, hey, you ready to see stuff?
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat all the way through.
I'm glad
until
you
the
were.
end, yeah.
Good spots and everything, but I'm like, okay, this is just a chapter. It's not the finale.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, we've got different opinions, and that's fine. That's cool.
I hate you.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
Mailbag time. Hello, gentlemen.
Hiya.
Hello.
That's us. If you're reading this on the podcast, I will be listening to this question as I start a road trip through the Midwest of the United States in search of good food, good times, and WWF and WWE retro toys and merch. Oh, it's
Yeehaw.
Ethan Page is emailing them. Thank you all, as well as all of the Classic Review podcast, for all the entertainment as I go on this journey. My question for you is this. What piece of wrestling memorabilia, whether it be WCW, WWE, AEW, WCPW, or anywhere else, is your favorite, and how did you acquire it? Thank you for all you have done for your fans. Sincerely, best goalkeeper in 2002 FIFA World Cup, Oliver Kahn, I know him, aka Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast producer, Levi LaRue.
Oh, it's Levi LaRue! Going in for the kill. Sorry, that was weird.
Doing it for the.
I'd like to.
How did dogs hear that last one?
You know the John Lewis set version of that.
I'd like to apologize to Levi for not really knowing what to do with him as much as some of like Reno and Noah. You know.
I'm ready this week for what's his face at the end.
You're right. Oh, good. What's his face?
You know, my
Yeah.
favorite Hall of Famer.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, producer. My
Just to
favorite.
get it.
What's your favorite bit of merch?
It's a selfish one because it's my own thing. My Pachiti Club T-shirt spattered with the fake blood of Matt Hardy because it was Because it's one of those mad things that why would I ever be involved with wrestling and then do a spot with Matt Hardy? It's probably one of the favorite things I've done, even though it felt like a dream the whole way through. This isn't really happening. This is surreal, very strange. I heard him in my ear going, "Nyam, nyam, 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 nyam," when he was meant to be biting my ear.
Oh, he did the sound effect.
We were right near the crowd, so I think it was to make them hear.
Oh.
And he told me to try and get your screams as high pitched as you can. So I did try to do that.
What did you do?
Maffew, stop.
That's like Dom and Rhea.
Yes.
No.
Quick clip that, please. Quick clip that, please.
Matt Hardy, stop. And then
cut that bit out.
And then I got backstage and I thought I'll keep this shirt, because we had millions of Cheeky Club shirts and that to sell. But I kept that one because it's got the fake blood on it. And then a lad called Elto, who was one of our lovely crew, went, "That's basically his spit all over you." And I was like, "Oh, you've ruined it now, haven't you?" Because it was all over my face as well, my ear. And that was Matt Hardy's spittle.
Have you washed it since?
I've never worn it since, so probably not. I probably just Febrezed it and kept because you want the blood spatters still on it, you know?
Yeah.
I could auction that off. No, it's not. It's not minging.
It's
normal. It's really normal.
You've got Matt Hardy's DNA. You could commit a crime in that shirt.
You should have got him to sign it.
I should have done, but I didn't
did,
think.
technically.
I didn't think about it.
Reminds me of Midian on Undertaker's podcast. Dusty Rhodes bled on his program, so he kept it for all those years and when he met Dusty in WCW before he went to WWF, he got him to sign it.
Well,
That's a cool story.
I'll keep it then in case I ever meet Matt Hardy again.
Pen in his forehead.
I'll keep it in case I ever see him again, and then I will get him to sign it. Yeah. Then I should probably if that happens, I should probably auction it for charity rather than.
No, keep it.
Okay.
I was talking to Adam about this the other day. I'm sure he won't mind me saying. He was saying he regrets using all of his WCPW merch to stain his fence or his bench in his garden.
Oh,
really? Wow.
So I've kept all mine. I've got loads.
Me too.
Of WCPW.
I'm one when I'm rewatching them all on Twitch. I want some of the merch. I didn't want it when he was alive, but now when he's dead.
Signed posters, the lot.
Oh yeah.
Sam's got a fair few signed posters because to be fair, he designed them. So
Yeah, all kinds of signed posters and whatnot from back in the day.
Oh, lovely.
By Ospreys and your Mysterios and Rhodes and other people.
who have they ever been?
Henry.
Who?
You know that guy, that Hendry guy? Used to play for Scotland at centre back. Colin Hendry.
Colin Hendry.
But Jeff Jarrett Foam Finger. WCW House Show.
Ah, nice.
November 2000.
Said it
Purchased
before.
then, kept in the...
If you brought it in here once.
No, I've kept it at home. There's a picture on my Instagram of it.
Ah, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
That's a good one. We have a look at the photo. Mine is the very rare
This is going to be good.
WW. What is it? I almost forgot what I was saying there. Sorry. The WCW Alliance shirt. The red and black, crappy arrow logo looking thing
One
for
that Bob Holly
WCW.
doesn't like.
Does he not like it? Oh.
That angle they did when the fans wearing it, he's like,
doing a sign-in.
this isn't the Dub CPW signing.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, Dub CPW, Dub CW.
I mean, he was right, isn't it? WCPW one. Yeah, I got that for a $5 when Noah did their European navigation.
And sorry, right, fair enough.
Yeah, did that and got it in this little bin. And the other one I should have got was the Rikishi one that was just a silhouette of his face, and on the back that ass up. But it was a large, and I went, well, I won't fit that.
It's cool now.
That's
to wear
cool
big
now,
t-shirts.
yeah.
I
Target
know, but whatever.
Speaking of t-shirts that don't fit, the 5-star ones you got.
Oh, yeah, them.
Always a bit too small for me, so that's
Still
a
got
goal.
that at home, yeah.
Got that in my box upstairs.
Oh, bless you. I was happy to share that.
Great t-shirt, great company, great guys.
Oh, yeah, lots of memories. Thank you for the question, Levi.
Yes.
Hi,
Levi.
Maffew, Ross, Jack, Joel. Anyone else there?
Hello.
Well done, Joel. I spent last weekend in Osaka watching the opening days of the G1 Climax. I, like Jack, had dropped off New Japan post-pandemic and Elite Okada leaving, but with it potentially coming home with Zack Sabre Jr. this year, I popped over to the shows. It feels like a big effort from New Japan to push the youth and people who are now talking of Shota Umino, aka Mox's young boy, as a potential winner and on the road to being the next Tanahashi. I was super impressed with him, but having never seen Gabe Kidd before, was blown away by his performance against Evil on night one, and I'm now going out my way to find as many matches of him as possible.
I'm a madman, you know.
Also, there's a big beefy man from Kazakhstan named Bolton Oleg.
Yes.
Who was an absolute unit. I expect upon seeing him go the first time for me was akin to Maffew eyeing up Walter in Germany all those years ago. Oh, I eyed him up all right. So with that in mind, what's your favourite biscuit to have with a cup of tea?
Fantastic.
Well done, Nick.
Yes.
Alternatively, which wrestlers left a massive impression on you from seeing them live that perhaps hadn't translated as well through watching them on TV. Cheers for all your content. You dragged me back to wrestling back in the name redacted days, so daft trips to Osaka wouldn't have happened without you.
Oh,
Oh, bless you. Without all the best, former West Bromwich Albion striker Peter Odemwingie.
Wingy, yeah.
Wingie,
close enough.
Andrew in Beijing.
Thank you, Andrew.
Fantastic. Andrew in Beijing. Thank
well,
you very much,
he's
mate.
popped over to a different nation. Wow. Fair enough.
Yeah, so the big question there, best biscuit ever cup of tea.
You know what? This is going to sound so boring, but honestly, it's rich tea. That's my favourite one. No. Oh, no.
Bit basic, isn't it? Big basic. Your caramel digestive biscuit has been joined on the top of the pantheon with a gold digestive biscuit, which are new in Morrison's currently.
Gold?
What do you mean?
As in the gold bars?
As in gold bars, but on a digestive.
Oh, my God.
Holy.
Stop the podcast. We're going.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
We are walking over the bike
Joel,
right now. Not the
Get a
docks,
picture
rather.
because they look delightful.
I will risk vomit
You
to
live
try
there.
one of these.
Joel is Googling.
My God, you're right.
They're unbelievable.
Good God, he's right.
You live near Morrison's.
I do.
Get yourself down. Unbelievable. They are
It's a 5-minute walk. I've
they are
measured.
top alongside the chocolate digestive.
Oh, mate.
Joel just
Yeah.
looked, he was in ecstasy. Oh.
Biscuit porn.
I hadn't had a gold in years.
I know, right?
I still like golds. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, I have to admit.
I do like it when we get them in the office.
Yeah. Yeah, we get them in the office, Joel.
I never have them.
They get scrammed immediately.
Yeah,
by-
they do.
I was about to say Andrew for some reason. By Andrew. Greedy Andrew.
I don't think
It's obviously you, Andrew.
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking he's probably in the kitchen all the time. Yorkshire tea. I don't know.
I don't think Andrew can have gold bars.
Oh, he's vegan, isn't he?
Yeah.
Joel is
That's always the one you most expect. So I would say, because I can't have them, ginger snaps.
Oh.
That's going to make your
They're
tea taste like ginger.
I'm all right with that.
Fair
I
enough,
do
then.
like ginger. When Seamus said, you ever seen a ginger snap? Then he gave the white noise the big show.
Yes.
Best promo.
There was a bit of a civil war in the upstairs office because I think you were on my side as well. We were on the same side of this. Ginger snaps, keep them separate from the biscuits.
Yeah, don't put them in a tin.
They turn all the other biscuits into ginger snaps.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But just you can taste it as all the ginger.
I like the idea of a biscuit tin because, you're going to just, cause that issues like that.
Segregate those biscuits. That's not a good word. No, it's what it literally.
Apartheid.
No.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Wow. Wow.
Oh.
No, but it was worth it. It was
Tea and
worth
biscuits,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was worth it. Yep.
So what's our wrestler?
Nelson Mandela. Sorry. Wasn't even good.
The hippest basketballer in the land. Nelson Man Dunk.
Free him, you know. Good song. Good man.
Great. Try and make a free pointer reference. But free FRE. No. Solo
Oh, the
Sikoa.
guy that you've seen.
So I went to Money in the Bank last year with work, and seeing Solo Sikoa in the flesh, you don't realise how big he is until you see him in person. He's the width and girth of the guy is tremendous, and you can see why he's sort of being positioned in the role that he is because he's massive.
He looks short on TV, but he's really not.
Yeah,
Like Paul Heyman,
yeah. Paul Heyman's a good 6'1".
but more like athletic.
Is he?
Aye.
Yeah, he's taller than us. We met him.
Yeah, but
You wouldn't tell because he's surrounded by giants.
Yeah, exactly.
God. All right.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Mine's El Fantasma because we watched him at Wrestling Media Con in the Super J Cup and I was off my bin. So I thought he was the best wrestler I've ever seen. But he was good and his theme music got me very excited.
Well, watch him at WCPW and also seeing NXT every week. I say Joe Coffey as well as Mark and Wolfgang, but mostly Joe because Joe had that energy about him when he was cutting amazing promos.
Joe
nicely
Live,
done.
yeah.
And I think, as I said to people, I suspect as soon as the NXT UK ship came to shore, a lot of wrestlers started changing their styles, not just in ring but around and how they talk and delivered their promos as if they were on Monday Night Raw already. And Joe Coffey was one of them because you should have seen him in his heyday, man.
I thought you were going to say he stayed the same in his in-ring style because he is. He's a bruiser. Like he's still.
No, his in-ring style's good. I mean, that's fine. But he ended up he just kind of went, right, I'm just going to sharpen all these edges off and
feel like
get
it's-
ready for the signing.
but I feel like he
in fairness, it did happen.
He kind of had to do it to survive. Yeah, exactly. Like he had to do it, but I don't blame him for it. It's just
Again, I get that bread.
Yeah, I get that bread.
Good evening, like many
Good
wrestling fans.
Good evening.
I first got into wrestling as a kid. Before my interest waned in my teenage years, I rediscovered my love for wrestling as a young adult when I came across Lucha Underground. It was unlike anything I had ever seen, but I was captivated by the more chaotic style and incredible in-ring action of independent wrestling. In particular, I was hooked by the character and presentation of Matanza Cueto.
Yeah.
And to this day is my favorite example of a monster heel. Subsequently, I was very excited to find out that Jeff Cobb was also an active wrestler in other promotions. But unfortunately, having watched his more recent work, nothing has lived up to the highs of his LU run. My question is this. Which wrestler in a major promotion would you like to see bring back a gimmick that they had on the indies, even if it's just for a short run? As always, thanks for everything you do. Former French midfielder Charles Nzobia. Nzobia. A.k.a. Sachin from Cape Town. Thank you very much, Sachin from Cape Town.
So an old
Wide-reaching mailbag this week.
Really is. Wow. I'd say just go on Lucha Underground. Mia Muerte.
Mil Muerte.
Yeah, I love that gimmick.
And it was thingy.
Yeah, Juice Messias.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. He was a great gimmick, yeah. He had one of the best coffin matches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Was it against Ricochet, Prince Puma?
I think so. God, it's been ages since I've seen
I
him.
can't remember who it was either. Yes. Yes, he was very good, Mil Muertes.
Struggling to
So
think
who's
of
your
one.
pick, Ross?
I'm really struggling to think of one. I'm trying to think of indie.
Or any old gimmicks like
Any old gimmicks,
like poor Baron Corbin.
Was that an indie gimmick on the indies?
He looked like he was on the Indies.
God, I'm struggling here. I'm throwing a blank.
There's got to be someone from NXT or something. Yeah.
Feel free to cut most of this thing
okay.
in time out, Joe.
Yeah, I forget like what's one So stop doing that noise.
Thrill.
Are you thinking about Gold Biscuit again?
Yeah, I am. Chris Jericho Thrill Seeker. Let's
go.
That's the one that's come to mind.
Okay.
Him and Lance in Smoky Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, having fun of the horses.
Yes.
Oh, not horses.
That's not what they're called. They're ladies, Maffew.
I'm going to go for probably, in a weird way, because it wasn't like a big different gimmick, but he was a more ruthless character. So Ethan Page from his like Evolve days and stuff, when he was having feuds with Darby and he was being really mean, throwing him downstairs. Although we saw a bit of that in AEW, didn't we? And it didn't.
Yeah, you had that good coffin match with him.
Was it good?
I liked it.
Apparently, I haven't seen it, but apparently they had one on the indies that was like amazing.
They had a bunch because that.
Oh,
one of
right,
them. Yeah, Ethan Page is like, right, I'm just gonna press slam you outside. I'm Bigelow and you're Spike Dudley. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Is that when he hits that wall and goes down?
That's another match. Look, Darby.
Oh.
Not to sound like an old person, but like, God, I'm there like very impressed that Darby could still gan.
Yeah.
Someone's bumps he took in Evolve.
Yeah. So me and Owen on our Twitch streams have taken over Birmingham City. And finally, Villa fan Dan came back to the stream, but obviously he's not happy because he's a Villa fan and we're taking over Birmingham. And he said he's not angry. It just feels like how he feels watching Jeff Hardy, someone he cares about, engaging in such destructive behaviour.
Oh.
I was like, wow.
Oh, that's a nice deep comment.
He also told us the history of the rivalry between the two, which was very interesting.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Was it anything nice or was it all
So
violence?
Birmingham used to be called Small Heath.
Okay.
All the teams in the area agreed not to call themselves Birmingham City, like the London teams. None of them are London.
Right.
Birmingham went back on that.
Oh, they're the bad guys.
They're the baddies, yeah. Even though the Villa are the villains, ironically, but yeah. That's their nickname.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
But no, yeah, Birmingham City are the baddies, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Bastards.
They're bastards.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa. We're just killing time now. So thank you very much for your lovely questions and thoughts and queries and all the other stuff from around the world. If you have any time, please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
Pizza.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Ça va?
Yeah, oui.
Ça
Ça
va?
va bien, merci.
Et tu?
Brute.
Hello.
If you haven't placed this email in the vault, then the 2024 Paris Olympics start this week. Oh, good, this is update one. And thus, I've created a Reese's Pieces for you to enjoy below. Is a list of some Summer Olympic sporting events. Your job is to select a pro wrestler who you think would win the gold medal in that event.
Here we go.
Fastest thought first.
Here we
all
go.
You can choose any wrestler from any promotion, past or present. The only rule is that you cannot pick a wrestler who has professionally competed in that sport.
Okay.
For example, if the event is weightlifting, Mark Henry would not count
Okay.
because he did that. Okay, thank you very much. All right, first, swimming, 100 meters freestyle.
It's not an easier.
Everyone
start.
says Okada has a swimmer's body, so Okada.
That's a good pick.
Shark Boy.
I'll go for. I reckon Osprey. I don't know. He's long and tall, isn't he?
John Tenter.
I should have saved.
Anyway,
I should have saved Ospreay
Yeah,
for
save
gymnastics or something.
100 meter sprint.
Braun Breaker.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Oh, I've got one. Charles Robinson.
Madcap Moss.
No, Charles Robinson's a more endurance. Like Madcap Moss.
Remember when he used to run the ropes?
Oh.
Nearly as good as Braun Breaker.
Gymnastics. Any artistic event, it doesn't matter which one.
Ricochet.
Ospreay.
Hayabusa.
Okay.
Platform diving.
Jeff Hardy.
Darby Allin.
Let's go for Spike Dudley.
So I'm going to say like New Jack or something.
Just imagine,
Oh, damn it. Yes, that'd be perfect.
just imagine Spike doing it, just the sound effect being like, bloop. He hit the water.
What was it we were talking about? Watching the SmackDown thing? Someone said, the commentator's talking about, because it's the live feed, talking about one of Lawler's lines on Spike Dudley. He says, he's so short, his hair smells like his feet. I never heard that
These
before.
Southern Americans.
I know, but bloody hell. Fencing.
Carmen Petrovich.
She has a sword.
Hikaru Shida.
Paul Burchill.
Yeah.
Oh, you. Shooting. Yes, this is an event at the Olympics.
Ken
What
Shamrock
that
now. Cash Wheeler.
Allegedly.
Brian Pillman.
Oh, he did have a gun.
I don't know, cornet in front of a live mic. Marathon.
Can I choose a different era? Like I'd choose like mid 2000s CM Punk.
I was having all those lengthy
Joe
matches with Chris
yeah.
Hero. Well done.
I'm with Joe.
Danielson.
Good shout.
Lou Tez. He's got 3 hours every night.
Cheese favourite wrestler.
He's favourite wrestler. Big man.
Yeah.
Surfing.
Did she compete though?
Oh, she was
Oh.
a gymnast, wasn't she?
Oh, she's a gymnast.
There's too many rules for
She
her.
just likes surfing.
But she was on the beach, wasn't she? Did that
Yeah.
translate to? Yeah.
I'll go for Sting.
I'll go for Stevie Turner. Surfing the internet.
Johnny Ace with that skateboard.
Oh!
Hi guys. Rock climbing.
Probably Brian Gewirtz.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something.
Nailed it.
Sorry.
Nailed it, Jack.
Oh god.
Rock
He's a social
climbing.
climber and the Rock's
Oof.
because he's a social climber. I'm saying that the Rock's his mate and
He works.
Jill knows. Just want you to, make this hole bigger for yourself.
Yeah, The Undertaker, based off of the original Hell in a Cell match.
That's a good one.
They had
Oh,
no holes to put their feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he climbed well.
is it Mankind who nearly falls or is it him?
Probably a bit of column A, a bit of column B.
Undertaker doesn't, even though he had a leg injury.
He broke his ankle, yeah.
Yeah, he broke his ankle, sorry. Yeah. Well, near enough. Climbing a rock. Got nothing.
Okay.
Boxing.
Bart Gunn.
Yeah.
Corbin didn't compete at Olympics, did he?
No, Golden Gloves.
Golden
is,
Gloves.
He's probably
No,
good.
that's competing professionally though. in that
Oh, is that?
sport, though.
Oh. Waller wears shorts. Boxing
Yeah, he
shorts.
does.
Yeah.
He does.
So I
And
assume-
he-
Yeah,
and
you
he
are
shadow
right,
boxes
yeah.
when he's backstage.
I assume he did a bit of boxing.
I don't know where this come from, but Matt Hardy, he's got a really good punch.
Does he?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he still does anymore because I don't watch TNA. But he used to be. We watch him in ECW on Sci-Fi. You're like, God, he's got some good punches.
Who's got the best punch you've ever seen apart from Bret Hart?
Ever.
Apart from Bret Hart.
Funk or Lawler.
Right? Oh, good shouts.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Jared's got a great punch.
He's got like a low slingy punch, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Or Randy Savage had that one. We'd always measure you like that.
I
Always
saw-
all the great wine back.
I saw Devon's interview with Maven and they talk about mass transit. Yeah, and yeah, it's
Keep it
weird.
light.
It's weird because they're cracking jokes and then at certain points they go, "Yeah, this is really bad, actually."
It is somewhat very darkly comical, but
But he goes at one point. Devon goes, "New Jack was actually the one who taught me how to throw a worked punch because I used to come at a twist at the end and it didn't look good." And New Jack said, "Just go straight into the head." And I said, "What if I hit them in the face?" And New Jack went, "F them."
Good advice.
Yeah.
Rock climbing, tennis.
Tiffy Strats.
That's right.
Original gimmick.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I've already said cornet. Damn it.
Oh God. Deuce from Deuce and Domino.
Oh, damn it.
Oh God.
Um,
This is fun, guys. I'm having a fun Reese's Pieces. This is good.
Angelina Love. Oh God! Of all the weeks, equestrian dressage.
Oh, equestrian. Yeah.
Equestrian.
Dressage,
Horse stuff.
Fallon Henley, no greater thrill
God,
than riding a horse,
absolutely.
especially ones that you beat with sticks, apparently. In this circus act known as dressage.
If that's essential, then I'm picking the Sandman.
I'll go for something. My brain's not really working for this one. Something about Flair can get a good match out of a broom. He can probably make a horse be as good dance partner as well. Some bollocks like that. Ric Flair.
Sure. Skateboarding.
He would try and slow them down. Woo!
Woo! Well done. Well done.
Skateboarding. I think I've already picked Darby, so I'll go for whichever one. I can't remember which one it was. Who was the real skater girl? Sky Blue, or was it the other one?
Oh yeah, Sky Blue when she originally turned up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cora Jade.
But she, see, I'm thinking.
I thought it wasn't Cora.
I thought Cora just ran with it down the ramp, with her skateboard.
She used a shoot skateboard, which broke before it made impact with Roxanne. Remember?
Yes.
That's right. I fell apart like cheap toilet paper. Oh, damn it. Who's the other dude? Oh, Shane Douglas. The other guy in the dude's about.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's me, Shane. Breakdancing.
Oh God.
Can you dig it? Sucker.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Jack Evans.
Oh, damn it! You're taking all the good ones. If only there was flippy wrestlers. I can't think of this thing.
There's just not enough of them in modern wrestling.
I'll go Amazing Red.
Yeah.
He's little. Might help. Yeah.
Wee. And finally, wrestling.
Right.
So it can't be Chad.
Can't be Kurt.
Can't be Tavion.
No.
Can be
Tavion,
Gable.
sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, Henry was in the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Julius Creed.
it's
They
hard
not
to-
done any stuff
It's
at
hard to tell.
NCAA.
So many of them will have
Yeah, hang
done
on.
it, won't they?
The person's asking us, can you pick someone who's a wrestler who'd be good at this, but they haven't done it perfect? Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Shibata is known as the wrestler.
Oh,
Therefore,
okay.
he's most qualified.
he's more-
Mickey Rourke was in The Wrestler.
I'm gonna go with. I think I'll go with a British wrestler because amateur wrestling's not that big a thing over here like it is in America, in schools and stuff.
Right.
So I'm gonna go for Rampage Brown.
Oh. He's got a good body for it, hasn't he?
He's more of a goalkeeper. I've heard he was a goalie.
Dump truck.
His legs are bigger than me.
Yeah.
He
I was staring at
couldn't
whenever
go
he
on
comes
our
up.
massage table at WCPW.
That's right.
Because he was
I heard the
too
story.
much of a man, basically.
Oh, poor him.
Wish I was Rampage. Actually, it would be fun. Life. Imagine being him. Imagine walking down Northumberland Street as Rampage.
I know, yeah.
No one would give you any.
Like a bowling alley.
Yeah, no one bother you because you're singing, "No, it's the time for me to right."
Although on nights out, apparently big men do get started on more by drunk lads who think they can like.
My mate has that.
Does he?
Yeah, he said, I don't get started on because they got to me. Yeah, what, level 1? I'm sorry. The tutorial stage. Yeah, get away, you freak. Yeah, my mate's massive and people like go, oh yeah, you think
We need
you're
to go
big.
and ask Pachidi.
But then I've also seen him stop an argument by going, yeah, I am. And then the guy's walked off.
Adam won't get started on.
No, he's a deviant on nights out.
Yeah, I forgot
Well, he's very
about that.
naughty
It's a
when he's
tease,
had a drink.
yeah.
He did try and wind people up in Pop World once, and we were like, oh god, stay away
What
from
was he
them.
doing?
Like just
Wet floor
he was
sign.
just putting a wet floor sign near them and stuff, and going like, there you go, just as like a present or whatever. And they were and you could see them looking at him like, all right, off you go now. And I was like, oh, no.
No.
Then he did a 3-way kiss with these 2 old ladies, and it was very, very gnarly.
I don't remember that, but yeah, fair enough. I remember going there for some reason on a work night and turning up the next day. And all of us
Tuesday,
were-
yeah, it was a Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Went to the karaoke place, Cozy Joe's.
Oh, here.
Joe was there.
Oh,
we did-
yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah.
I meant it once.
Oh, right.
What culture? We've done it once there and once here.
Oh, I can't remember the
Just the
culture
once. Well, we've done it once here because we're old now. And we'd gone to
Post-lockdown,
under
wasn't
the
it?
bridge and we were just so giddy that it was after lockdown, yeah.
Oh.
And I was sore because I'd had my jab and I wanted to drink the pain away. Drank too much.
Silly Billy. I'm going to say Joseph Connors for this wrestling thing because we watch him in the streams and people's going, yeah, he's really good.
Oh, you've ended it with a plug for your streams. Sorry.
And Maffew Stream. I hope you enjoyed this week's piss, and I hope you enjoyed the 2024 games in Paris, or if you place this email in the vault, enjoy the 2028 games in LA, or 2032 games in Brisbane.
Thank you very much.
Wow, you're very optimistic.
You're in.
Yeah, sincerely, Olympic gold medalist and former fastest man in the world, Donovan Bailey. aka got beat from Canada. Of course.
Yes.
Good
He was the
times.
one who didn't pull up and pretend he was hurt. That was the American, wasn't it? He had like a one-on-one with like an American who said, "I'm faster than you."
Oh yeah, did that weird gimmick about like who? Yeah. Anyway, long story short, yes. Thank you very much, Gobby. And anybody else wants a magnificent research piece like this, please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
It's Cultaholics.
Big question.
The end of the podcast. And before we get to that, a lovely shout out to our magnificent producers, Reno2200.
He's from the
Future.
Noah Anderson.
Anderson.
Levi LaRue.
Going in for the kill. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this. He says he's got a new one.
And Jimmy Gillen.
Gillen! The best a man could get. 5 days I've been sitting on that. 5
Really?
days, yeah.
I called him
Fantastic.
Geddes before. I've realised I made a huge mistake. I was like, oh yes, Mr. Geddes. Sorry, Mr. Gillen.
Bless you.
The best a man can get.
The best a man can get. Thank you, producers. Now, the big question for this week is, will Dominik Mysterio leave Rhea for Liv?
Well, will he betray her in any way? Because Finn could be the one who sweeps Liv off her feet.
Yeah, we've each got to nail in our prediction as to what will happen in this trepidatious love triangle.
Speaking of nailing, Liv's going to get nothing from Dom. He's going to be loyal to her mommy. Stop it. I can't go. All the pronouns, Maffew. Jesus Christ. Dom's going to stick with Rhea.
Really?
Yeah, I
Why?
agree, because she owns him, and I think there'll be a tease of Dom being whizzle-wazzled in a different sense by this seductress known as Liv Morgan. But no, it'll be Finn Balor revealed to have been in cahoots with Liv. He'll be trying to take over the Judgment Day. This will coincide with Priest losing as well with his title. And Finn and Liv will become the power, the Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, but without
Do
the
you
authoritarian.
think Liv's going to win as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go the other way then.
Go on.
Thankfully, for the big question. I think that Dom and Finn will end up on the same heelish side. I think that Dom will end up with Liv. He'll double cross Rhea after this week when it seems like he's fully back on her side. I also can't see Dom as a face if he sticks with Rhea and helps her win. And I think it'll all lead to a rematch at Bad Blood where Rhea will win in a Hell in a Cell match against Liv and throw her into the sun.
That would be a good way to end it.
But
Yeah.
Priest might lose it. Finn's got something cooking.
Yeah, I don't know what Priest is going to happen after he loses the Gunther.
He's a babyface now.
He's going to beat Gunther. So.
Yeah, but then is he going to be in Judgment Day if they're all heels and shagging?
No, because
No.
Finn will take over and be with Liv, yeah. And
Finn's
Yeah.
done this before. He's been in the Bullet Club. Oh, no, he got ousted. Anyway, Finn's got experience double-crossing people.
Right.
Did it in NXT.
So, Priest is going to stick with Dom and Rhea, the good JD, and the evil JD.
Dom-
Liv, Finn,
Dom cannot be
JD,
in
and
the
bloody Carlitos.
Yeah, what's
Nowhere else to go.
Carlito gonna do?
He's played 2K for the rest of his life.
Can you just have him in the corner? It's not too hard to make a cutout. God.
what a tangled web they've wove.
It really
Then-
is.
Woven? Woved. Weaved.
Weaved.
Yes.
Octopuses.
Weave mode. Yeah. Yeah, that was that big question that we've just big answered. So, Jack, what have you got for us until next week, mate?
Just me getting really excited for SummerSlam. Also, I've got a long script in the works, but it's not finished yet. I will be recording a voiceover next week for... I'll leave it at a little surprise. It's got a hardcore theme to it. And...
Pornhub.
And twitch.tv/Cultaholic at 6 p.m. to see if me and Owen can continue to marshal the Blues to success, the evil Birmingham City FC.
Evil Birmingham. Boo hiss, boo hiss.
Yeah.
What have you got for us, Ross?
Myself and Adam did one of those musical quizzes that went on the channel
I
on
like them.
Wednesday evening. 1 second one from the PG era, which Owen Mawson has determined is 09 till 15, I believe, or 14, 15, somewhere around there. I've done a predictions video for the rest of the card for All In. Tell me how wrong I am and what a twat I am in that video comment section. And then next week, we've got all the regular Papa-View content, I believe, because SummerSlam is next weekend.
Yeah.
So
It
keep
is.
your eyes peeled for
It's
that.
been a nice break from pay-per-views, though, for a little bit.
It was a nice 2 weeks, wasn't
They
it?
were coming thick and fast.
We've got SummerSlam, then we've got a break, then we've got Bash the Berlin,
Great American Bash.
the Berlin Bash,
Oh, yeah, God, nice.
and then we've got All In,
Yes.
Then all out.
then All Out 2 weeks later,
Check it all about.
yeah, and then Bad Blood after that. I think. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell to the yeah, guys.
Yeah, I will be continuing to stream the WCPW until What Culture say, can you not? And we're right now at the stage where Jack is being a pervert to the women's wrestlers.
I'm such a bad actor, man.
You're doing a good job
No,
of being
don't lie
an
to
awkward
me.
perv.
It wasn't.
To Nixon Neil, you're like, do you want my hat? Yeah, thanks, I'll give it to my boyfriend. You went, boyfriend?
Did I?
Take it back and walk away angrily.
I've blanked that whole memory. You know when people undergo trauma and then can't remember?
Bloody hell.
I
Yeah,
just blanked that from my mind, like.
Bless you. Well, it's a very good segment.
Especially with her, because I didn't know her that well. Like the ones with Susie were fine, the ones with Jem were fine, because I knew them by that point. Didn't really know her that well, and it was just horrible. SoCal Val is very good at not making you feel awkward, so she was all right.
She's a pro.
She's a pro. Not that Nixon Neal isn't. Oh God, I've put my foot in it.
See, this is why he's so good at playing himself. Yeah, they've been good. Watched to be the game featuring the lads from Cultaholic. They were very good.
Did you watch it?
In Bonnie, Scotland? Yeah.
What did you think?
I really liked it. You guys had good Gavoka. And I hate saying that word or using it, but this is what Ross has done to me.
Did you want me and Owen to win?
Did I want?
Me and Owen to win.
I was just enjoying the sport. Seeing it, Fraser go, well, I'm from the area, so naturally I'll walk from the Hydra into town.
Weird, wasn't it?
It's like a few hours later. Well, Jack and his team have done all the It's like, don't know what I was about.
He made himself, I think he gave himself heelish energy early on. Because as soon as they walked off, he went, look at the losers over there. And I think that got him off on the wrong track.
I liked you awkwardly walking around the Hydra going, oh, no one recognises me.
That wasn't awkward. That shows how far I've grown. I didn't feel self-conscious then.
And you assaulted poor Gary.
Oh, no.
That's not in the video. That should be at the end of every video we ever put out.
Just that bit.
It's like, when Porky Pig goes up the drum and goes, that's all, folks. It's just Gary getting smacked. Getting butter beamed right in the face.
Not what happened.
Yeah, so that's been good. Shame we didn't go to the Italian restaurant.
No more spoilers. Let people watch let people find out what happened.
People know.
No.
One day.
Because if you had done it, you would have been in the air talking about it.
No, I wouldn't have saved it for the
Oh,
video.
yeah, right.
saved it.
So anyway, more of that. And that is it. Fantastic. What a lovely podcast. That wasn't 9 hours.
Concise.
Yeah.
Like MJF's penis. Ospreay said it was small.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
You did, yes.
Yeah, don't worry.
But people don't watch wrestling, which is most of you. That was said on the
That sounded
promo.
so out of pocket.
Like MJF small cock, we're off now. So thank you very much. Mailbag@cultaholic.com.
You should have said we're popping off now. Like MJF's cock. Spunking. Spaffing.
Popping off.
Yeah, we're popping off.
Popping off.
Popping off.
Isn't that a gaming term for the
Yeah, if you start,
esports?
when you win, it's yay, you pop off
That's
like
a
that.
popping off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like a champagne.
Like a champagne cork.
Yeah, just like that.
Hall of Fame, patreon.com/cultaholic. This has been Jack. This has been Russ. This has been
What
the
a
lovely
show.
Joe.
Thank you.
We'll point at this and go,
Popping off, baby.
1, 2, 3.
It's all popping off,
Popping
baby.
off, baby.
It's a great show. It's a great podcast.
It's a great podcast.
No, that's not good.
I walked out this room and I said, what a great podcast.